Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rajj Royale podcast. Chaya! Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to introduce our cast today. Got a great cast for you. Very much looking forward to it. We're going to introduce people one by one. Very excited, very excited for the Rajj Royale podcast cast today. They are ready to be put up on screen, so we're going to put them up on screen here in one moment, and then I'll describe to you. We'll introduce all the guests, then we'll go through the rules. It'll be fantastic. Very excited. Okay. Here, I'm going to put the cast on screen here, and then we're going to go one by one and introduce every single person to the Rajj Royale podcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, they're up on screen. Say hello to them. Wave, everybody. Wave to them.
Hi.
All right, there we go. Wave, everybody. Here is your cast for February 9, 2019. Shaya. All right. Marykatherine, your camera keeps going off.
She's stuffing her bra.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't need any for that one, mate.
Just the one side, though. She likes a grapefruit on one side and a teacup on the other.
That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, welcome, gentlemen, ladies. Welcome to the Rajj Royale podcast. Wonderful to have you all, everybody. I'm going to give you guys a chance to introduce every single one of you one by one. Esfand, you're in Austin's old room. That's very nice.
I just moved in, actually.
Yeah, well, that's nice. That, since it's vacant now, somebody had to move in and stream from there, so that's very exciting. Okay, so let's introduce our cast one by one. We're going to start with Miss Kandyland. Hello, welcome to the Rajj Royale. How are you?
Hi, I'm very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. My God, I love your choker. That's so nice. I love that. Whew, wow.
Yeah, I'm trying to look a little bit more badass. I realized yesterday I like guys who wear face masks.
Yeah.
That's really hot. So I'm trying to look more badass to attract more badass guys.
Wow, well, I think there's a company that came out with a face mask recently. That's the topic of today, one of the topics. Anyways, welcome aboard Kandyland. Everybody say hello to Kandyland. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we lost one. Go ahead and knock if you lost. All right. Welcoming to the Rajj Royale podcast, Mr. Method Josh. Hello, Method Josh. Did a fantastic job on the reverse show. Welcome back, sir. How are you?
I'm really good. Is this not the dating show thing?
No.
All right, fuck it. Hey, anyone? Yeah, okay, whatever.
Did you think this was the dating show?
It doesn't matter. I guess we're here now. So
okay, well, welcome to the show. This has nothing to do with dating. You're in for a wild ride. I hope you didn't. You're in for a very wild ride, Josh.
We're fine.
That's all right. Yeah, you're probably wondering why there were so many other men here. You're like, wow, this is a lot of competition. Everyone say hello to Method Josh. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing from the Rajj Royale podcast, Invader Vie. Welcome. Good to see you, ma'am. How are you?
I'm great. I'm trying to do double duty by being a good dog mom and also like a good participant on whatever the fuck
Well,
this
I'm
is.
so excited. Are you don't have a tent fort anymore. What is this called that you're in?
No. This is still the blanket fort. We had to reshape the blanket fort because it was getting in the way of everybody else who wants to like live and survive outside of the blanket fort but still in this building.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, everybody say hello to Invader Vie. Good to have you on the Royale podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't know which way he's looking. LROBB221. Welcome aboard, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. You know what? Honestly, one of my favorite emotes of you is the eye emote. What's the fucking fuck? It's the fucking
Is it the Pepe with the
yes, the
wonky eye?
Pepe with the wonky eye. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, welcome aboard, LROBB. Where are you now? What's going on?
I'm living with Miss Kiff.
You're living
Probably
with
don't know.
Ms.
He's a
Kiff?
smaller streamer. You probably don't know.
Really?
Oh my God, I had no idea you were living with Ms. Kiff.
Yeah.
He's
Any
supposed to
post
come on my
stuff
show next week. We'll see if he shows
not
up.
gonna
Huh? He's not going to
He
come
won't
on,
come
is he? Why is he so chicken?
Because he's scared, dude. He doesn't want to grow.
Oh my God. Wait, he doesn't want to get too big? Is that really what he's
No,
afraid of?
scared.
That's ridiculous. Everybody say hello to LROBB, ladies
Yo,
and
I
gentlemen.
want to tell Kandyland, I'm a badass, so...
Are you? Yeah, you look like a little bit like a badass. You
Yeah.
do?
What happened to Marie?
We don't want to talk about it.
Wait, is that the girl from the CS:GO Twitch clip?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Ooh, no, she's the,
Oh wait, that's
Hey,
the
LROBB,
French one.
why is there toilet paper on your bed? On your bed?
Ooh, uh-oh.
Wanna go get rid of that real quick?
Is that...
Well, no, because... Yes,
You guys, he can't.
People
It's glued down.
people
Where's
were
the
saying I
lotion?
couldn't fit my dick in toilet paper rolls.
So what? You cut out. Say again? So what'd you do?
You know, he was testing it. He wanted to see.
I wanted to see if I could fit my dick in it.
I think that's a cum.
How'd it go?
I think that's cum rag, isn't it?
Yeah.
Could you?
That's why it's glued
I don't
down.
wanna
You can't get it off.
Next person.
Glued down with what?
Next person, move on.
Come. All right, next person. MiniTitan, welcome to the Rajj Royale podcast. Introduce yourself
How
since
you
nobody
doing,
knows who you are
darling? I'm
anymore.
fucking
What's going
doing
on?
great.
Tell us about yourself, sir.
Me, I'm the fucking resident dumb cunt. I'm here just to talk fucking pure shite. Slicker's gone. Fucking, so some
Aye.
other pathetic motherfucker had to take his place. So,
Aye.
you know, yes, I'm just...
Right. Aye. That's right. Welcome. This fight. Where are you from? Tell them where you're from.
Scotland. Scotland! Forever! There you go.
Welcome, MiniTitan, to the Rajj Royale podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, so happy we could welcome this individual fresh off of their 24-hour ban, not 7-day ban, Mr. Hasan Piker. Oh, yes. Welcome.
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome. Congratulations on your unbanned, sir. Go ahead. Say what you wish.
Can't wait to fucking get all of our votes split between me, Destiny, and Izzy for like the first 5 rounds, and then probably get kicked out. Because actually, you know what? Slicker's not here. Let's go, boys.
At least Pokey won't be pulling the trigger this
once
time.
again.
Yeah.
Slicker's not here. I don't know about this Titan dude. I don't think he's gonna be like I don't think he's gonna be serious competition.
Hasan, I'm glad you're here.
Shut the fuck up, mate.
I'm glad this is on a dating show because, to be honest, Hasan, you
already a
kind of look like the one
competition
who you like take him home for Netflix, but then you watch a Columbine documentary on your first date.
What is that?
Oh, no.
This is the documentary I was watching when I got banned.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
All right, welcome, Mr. Hasan, to the Rajj Royale podcast. Introducing to the show, Mrs. Marykatherine. Welcome to the show, Marykatherine. I love your new hairdo. What'd you do with it?
That's the same. I just put on a beanie.
Oh, wow, that's
I'm
amazing.
feeling fashionable today. Same shirt though.
Yeah.
I do yoga a lot, as you can tell. I'm very fit.
Yeah,
Thanks
absolutely.
for bringing some men, and not just like boring e-girls.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, well, yeah, no.
sorry, but it looks
Absolutely,
like you fucked
Marykatherine.
up.
So nice to have you. All right, thank you very much, Marykatherine. Welcome aboard the show. Okay, introducing to the show, Miss Kaceytron.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
I'm
Casey.
Kaceytron. I've spent the last 6 years on Twitch pretending to be a dumb bitch. I'm not sure if it's true or not. I'm here to show how good my opinions are and how bad everyone else's opinions are.
Thank you, Casey. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. You're welcome. Introducing to the show, back for another show, Izzy. Hello, Izzy. What's
Hey, Raj, how's it going?
I'm
I'm
doing
here.
well. Welcome. Welcome.
I'm here for my 3rd week, and this time I'm gonna farm votes. Chat, you fucking hate me. I will come every week until I win a Wood Watch by Jord. If you want to get rid of me, fucking vote me to win.
Just give her a watch, please.
Okay.
Give her a watch for free.
All right.
Izzy Bear, you kind of look like you're doing a Marykatherine cosplay, except you look like shit.
Okay.
Whoa, let's not compare trans identity to
Let's
drag
not
queen.
get there. Let's not cross that road,
Just don't
Betty
look as good as
Catherine.
me.
Probably. Let's not cross into that. Okay. Esfand, welcome aboard the show. Go
What's
ahead
up?
and
Hello.
yeah.
I'm
Hi.
Esfand.
Yeah.
I'm a WoW classic guy. I'm a classic WoW guy, but I can't play classic WoW, so I do a lot of IRL and I do variety and
Yeah.
sometimes I do retail WoW, and that's about it.
Yeah, that's amazing. Could you do your flick real quick?
Oh, you want me to do the flick?
Yeah. Could you do the flick real
Yeah.
quick? I just want to. Yes.
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 That's fabulous.
That's
fucking
so
fabulous.
sexy. That's so sexy. All right, last but not least, introducing to the Rajj Royale podcast, Destiny! 3-time champion of the Rajj Royale podcast. Do you think you're going to win today?
Obviously.
Oh, okay.
I don't even like this shit. I'm just here to make sure no one else. Wins.
Stop gatekeeping, Destiny.
Yeah,
That's
I'm here
true. Actually,
Nice.
I found a topic that you and Hasan won't agree on, by the way.
What, capitalism?
Well, no, it was actually the which will be the topic that we're going to start out today with, but it's going to be exciting. I don't know why the quality shows shit. Is the quality bad for anybody else, or is it just me?
It looks like shit to me, too.
Yeah, it's like 360p Andy over here.
I know. I don't know what the
I'm
fuck's
ready
going
for the
on.
next slide, Raj.
Huh? What'd you say? What'd you say,
I'm ready for the
Marykatherine?
next slide.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, anyways, welcome to the Rajj Royale podcast. Let me explain the rules to everybody. So, hey, and my co-host, Trainwreckstv, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for him. Everybody say hello.
Hello, Train.
Hello, Train.
Hi, Train.
Hi.
Hey, listen, I've been up for like 28 hours. Listen, let's do this. Let's kill it.
Hell yeah, baby. All right.
Careful. Take care of your heart.
Nah, it's the brain mate needs to take care of.
Okay, so
Drunk Coke.
And the
It's
nose,
okay.
take care of the
So
nose.
Train, I'll get you on camera like right after the
Next
first
round,
person
yeah.
leaves. Yeah. if that's all
Sounds
right
great.
with you. So anyway, so this is how the rules go on the Rajj Royale podcast. Essentially how this goes is you vote for who you want to keep on the Rajj Royale podcast, not kick, keep, not kick, and then that person will get to decide between the two lowest amount of votes. All right, the last winner of the Rajj Royale podcast was Destiny, and I believe he beat, who did he beat in the finals last time? Destiny, who'd you beat?
Slicker. I beat him so bad, that guy fucking ran off Twitch.
Oh, yeah.
Effing shot for
That's
Slicker.
true. He'll be
Shots
back.
fired.
Fucking handle it. That ban wasn't an accident. He was fucking embarrassed.
Slicker is going to be back next Thursday for the reverse show and the next Royale podcast, unless he gets banned between that period of time. But anyway, he got banned for harassment or some shit. Okay, first topic is, and it's very exciting because Hasan and Destiny both disagree. They disagree on this, and it's very exciting. We talked about it briefly.
We disagree on actually like quite a bit. I don't know if you realize this or not, but
Yeah, Destiny and I spend most of our time arguing with him when he's not fondling my pectorals.
Why can't we hear Hasan? What's going on here?
everyone can hear him except
You
one.
can.
Train, yeah, just leave and come back.
Would you fucking mute me, Train?
Oh, yeah. Yep. I have him muted. I have him muted. My fault.
No, I deserve it. I deserve it. I'm sorry for not. I heard that. I heard that your podcast was incredible because there was no Hasan on it. You had like 85 fucking posts on your subreddit. Like, thank God there's no politics.
It was actually the only time. It was the only time I've ever looked at Trainwreck subreddit, and I've only seen positive posts. So
I've just never.
Hey.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that your community can fucking get together and at least have.
No, I actually had your back to the point where they were telling me, I had your back. If you watch the VOD, I had it. So, hey. Hey.
Thank you.
That's
Thanks
so
for having
cute.
my back.
Brotherhood.
All right, so I want to talk about this for the first time, and there's people that disagree on it, and it has to do with Liam Neeson. All right, so
Hell yeah, my guy.
all right,
God.
so Liam Neeson, did it happen during Black History Month?
Yeah.
Does that make it
We're
worse?
still in Black
I
History.
think it happened in honor of Black History Month, I believe.
So basically,
That's not how honor works.
so this is basically what happened. Is Liam Neeson came out and said that he wanted to quote unquote beat up a black guy after he was looking
He
to
didn't
be.
say black guy. What did he really say?
Quote.
They want to kill a black
You get
guy.
the quote. Sorry, I don't want to misspeak. Go ahead.
He wanted to kill a black bastard.
Oh, a black bastard. Is that what? That's what he said. That's what Liam Neeson said. And this is after one of his friends was raped, correct?
Yeah.
Brutally raped.
Brutally raped, yes. And this is what happened.
Okay, do you want the actual? Do you want the full
Friendly rape?
quote?
Yeah, go ahead, Hasan. Share the whole quote.
Okay, so his friend gets raped, and he explains his mindset at the time, adding, "But my immediate reaction was, I asked, did she know who it was? No. What color were they? She said it was a black person. And then he went up and down areas with a kush, hoping I'd be approached by somebody. I'm ashamed to say that.
Accent.
And I did
He's a
it
dwarf.
for
He's
maybe
a
a week,
dwarf in World of Warcraft.
hoping some black bastard would come out of a pub and have a go at me about something, so that I could kill him." So that's the entire fucking quote. And it's
that's
obviously
hugely problematic.
Understandable.
it's not just
What's your
problematic. The fucked up parts of it, for some weird reason, is escaping everyone. Like they're focusing on the fact that like he wanted to go and kill a black person, which is really terrible, of course, obviously. But there are plenty of weird things to ask. If one of your friends gets raped, the first question is like, what color were they? Like, what color was the rapist? That's a weird question.
So let me-
to ask immediately. And then on top of that, to go out and like attack a random person.
So
Was that really what they asked?
So
Like,
this
was
was,
that
but
really
how many?
Yeah, but he's probably paraphrasing, right?
I don't
Like,
know. Like I just heard. Like,
No, this is
somebody
his
brought
quote.
up a good
I
point
wasn't
that whenever
paraphrasing.
like.
Go ahead,
yeah,
Casey.
remember-
Let Casey go.
He probably is, right?
No,
Did
I
he
just
say
heard
the
some-
I
first
just
thing
want
he
to talk
asked?
whenever everybody else is talking.
Yeah. Go ahead, Casey, please.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I heard a really good point that, like, race is something, like, one of the first things that a police officer will ask whenever, like, trying to figure out who a person is. I just heard somebody bring that up in context to this, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a good point.
It's very
Right.
distinct.
No, hold on.
It's
The
a
problem
good
that
way
I
to
have with this
Go ahead,
quote.
V.
No,
Go ahead, V.
The problem that I have with this quote has, I mean, it's problematic the way that he framed it. The worst fucking part of this is that he is generalizing. That's the problem when you say racist shit, is that it not only is it like awful, is that it's a huge, gross generalization. So he is generalizing that it would be equivalent in his conscience and in his fucking mind that if he went out and found somebody who had the same shade of skin that assaulted somebody that he knew and attacked that innocent person, he would feel good about that? Like, that's the fucking problem for me.
No, but the problem is he wanted a black person to come and fight him, so that he could.
He said he was going to go
okay,
out.
so that makes sense to kill them. I get mad at white people for one specific white person, so I can go and instigate and like try to get some white person to fight me, so I can go kill them.
If you
that
come
makes
at
a lot of
me
sense
and
to
you
me.
stop beating me up,
you act like that towards
One at a time.
Yeah, man. You can defend yourself. You can, of course, defend yourself. But if you leave your house going, I want to pick a fight with somebody and I want to kill them because I'm so angry at that type of person, then you are the type of person that needs to be locked up.
My dude,
his friend was
straight
brutally
up
raped.
brought his weapon, okay? He brought his fucking kush, whatever. And I looked it up. I had to Google this shit because I was like, what the fuck is a kush? He's like, this is specifically...
Is that like the kosher dish?
It's a beat stick.
Yeah, it's a fucking beat stick. He's like, when I'm going out to do hate crimes, I have a weapon, and my weapon is a kush. That's my favorite weapon to use when I'm going out to beat random black people to enact vengeance.
You're missing the whole context of it, though. This was he literally was
Go ahead, Josh. Go ahead, Josh.
He was talking about this thing 40 years ago from a point of personal growth, saying that this was unacceptable and bad, and that he'd moved on, and that this was one of the darkest times of his life. And the fact that someone talks about that, and then the entire fucking world vilifies them as if they're a fucking demon. Like, are we never allowed to do anything bad in our past, and then move on and grow as a person? Like, and all you guys talk about is how, like,
for the record, I do agree with your point.
Yeah, so half of my friends, half of all of my friends say stuff like that all the time, and if they get famous, like if that comes back.
Wait, half of your friends say that, Kandyland?
Yeah, like,
what Liam?
Hey, okay, hold on, Candy, you totally missed the point. Then your friends are
why are
white
you
people
friends
now.
with these fucking people, then?
Go ahead, Destiny.
What the fuck? Why are you friends with like really racist
Well, no,
people?
everybody. No, it's just how like everybody is.
Everyone is not like that. Everyone is.
In Scotland, it's very fucking racist.
Yeah, no, to be fair.
There's not a lot of black people up here, mate. So we're kind of scared by them. Like when you're walking down the street.
Wait, are you black, MiniTitan?
My granddad is, but that's not the point. If you go walking down the street and you see a black person or a group of them coming towards you, you cross the street. You don't walk right in fucking front of them because something might bad happen. You might have to defend yourself.
Wait, is there like a lot?
Why? What?
What the fuck?
That's crazy.
If someone starts fucking you up, you have to defend yourself.
Yeah, I know, but isn't that kind of rooted in?
If there's a group of white people, you'd be like, "Hey, my homies."
Wait.
Go ahead, Hasan. Go ahead, Hasan.
You're saying that that's the mentality that people have. You're not saying that that's like what you think, right?
No comment.
What?
No comment.
Oh, MiniTitan, be careful, dude.
Wait, what the fuck? Whoa.
If I see black people walking towards me across the street, that's not racist.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
MiniTitan.
that is.
That is. That's not appropriate.
Like myself, I would never like
That's not a that. I mean, you yourself. Well, I was gonna say African American, but you're not.
African American.
But he's Scottish. He's Scottish. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, Hasan. I don't know. I don't know. Is that racist? Is that racist to think like that?
Yes,
Wait,
to monolith all black people
I
as
think it's
potentially violent is absolutely racist. What the fuck is not racist?
Everyone's
Then nothing
potentially
is
violent.
racist if that's not fucking
that
racist.
is yeah, and I
Like,
think we should
literally,
love
that is
everybody.
that is the definition of like that's not me being like a fucking social justice warrior reading out about fucking racism. That's literally like that is what you would look at in a textbook and see as far as the definition.
It's not
of
racist because you don't want to.
Yeah, you're stereotyping.
No, but you're
I
using
do with every group of people. If I see like in Scotland we like to wear tracksuits. Like that's just our fashion. If you see people wearing tracksuits, you're like, oh fuck, hey, better move out the way. Ain't fucking with these people.
Yes, but the difference between but do you not see the difference between that? You're profiling an entire race of people, which is literally racism.
I do it with fucking white people as well.
How the fuck do you get anywhere? Just cross
Right, you just not walking.
Yeah, you like running across the street.
Definitely tell.
This is why you have a tracksuit.
one at a time. One at a time. One at a
I do
time.
have a
will say
tracksuit,
this.
but that's not the point.
One at a time.
Listen, I will say this. I just got back from London, okay, and I heard that you can't wear two hats there. And if I saw people that looked like that guy who tried to tell me that I can't wear two hats, I was like, okay, like if a guy looks kind of dodgy, then I should probably just like stay away from them.
Yep.
That's
Wait,
it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but it doesn't
it's a
matter like what
different thing.
color someone is. It's
No,
that it
it's not
matters
about
with-
it's not about the color of the skin, right? That's completely ridiculous, right? But if somebody is just like they you know they're I can't describe it. Like that guy came up and he like I don't know, he just like looked shady. To
Okay,
me.
regardless of
dangerous than others.
Exactly. So if you see a group of people who are in like baggy shorts and like really long tees with like a basketball
Dreadlocks, yeah,
shit
mate,
on
you
or
probably
whatever,
go have
or
a
you
fucking
see
talk with
someone
them.
who is like shirt tucked with khakis and stuff, which person would you be more fearful of?
Wait, what?
The one who looks like a respectable member of society, or someone who you see in movies over and over, you've seen past 100 times.
I think the big
violence.
difference is that right there, you just describe somebody by their attire rather than their skin color. That's the difference.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to continue to make the point. I would be more apprehensive of someone, an African American, dressed like that than I would have someone dressed in like very business casual person.
Okay, yeah, but again, what you just said has nothing to do with race, right?
It's how you profile stuff. Like people do different
profiling based off of attire or the demeanor of people is more understandable than profiling off of someone based on their ethnic background or their race.
So I think it's good. Like that guy clearly said he made a mistake and he apologized for it. Like that's good. He did the right thing, I think.
So hold on. So
bring this up though. Why was he quoted for this, and why would he think that it's a good idea to talk about? I used to be like so super duper racist, but now I'm only like a smidge racist because I still think about being racist. But it's cool that I can talk about it now.
So
Like,
he's
why
doing
did
an
he bring
interview.
this up
He's
in the
doing an
first
interview.
place?
Why does it
He's
even
doing an
matter?
interview for a new movie, and as part of the movie, the main character is like seeking revenge, and so he was trying to tie it into his personal life, or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah. That the fact that this is 40 years ago. And the way we're treating Liam Neeson as though he did this yesterday is a little weird to me, for sure. But it's also weird that Liam Neeson thought that this would be a decent way to promote his show by tying it to his like personal background without understanding fully that this was racist behavior and not just like pure vengeance or revenge. Enacting pure vengeance or revenge on the person, finding who the person was who raped your friend and trying to kill them is still bad behavior. But saying that you're going to go out and find like a random black person and see if they will instigate a fight so you can use your weapon that you brought from your house to beat them with is like entirely different.
What's the difference between that and Neighborhood Watch?
I will say
don't acknowledge that it's purely, it's not just revenge, it's not just anger.
Neighborhood Watch does that a little bit different.
But hold on.
That Trayvon Martin geezer, he got fucking
I'm pretty sure. Also, for the record, I'm pretty sure Liam knew it was racist. Like, I'm almost positive he knew it was racist.
Yeah, and you're talking about a guy's mental
I want to
state.
know what has gone of this. So I think to a certain degree, like subconsciously, like we all have some like racism in us, right? And I think like throughout our life, it's like we're trying to overcome it. I think like to a certain degree, like it's easy to have like these subconscious stereotypes that go on in your mind. I think that's
about natural prejudice. You're not talking about racism.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
preconceived notions. You have preconceived notions about things due to your own personal history.
And I think that to a certain degree, like he's looking back at it in a, like he obviously like regrets having those thoughts. And I think that's part of like overcoming it. Sort of like how in like, I don't know, like AA, part of overcoming alcoholism is admitting you're an alcoholic. You know what I mean? Like sort of like in that way too. I don't know.
So
I just want to know what Hasan thinks of that.
But no, like that's completely outlandish. That doesn't even make any fucking sense. Like you don't get to call biases natural. Most times when you look at it, like a small white child isn't scared of a large black person just because they're black.
Yeah, but it's because of their upbringing.
Those biases are taught, not like a natural
yeah,
thing.
it's because the things you see, things you live through. A fucking child hasn't lived through that much, so obviously not going to have that kind of prejudice. Natural. We're not saying you're born with it.
Wait, Wes.
But nurture, not nature.
So you were in a situation where you personally were impacted by the existence of black people. Then is that what you're saying? In order to have these sorts of biases,
I'm not protecting my own beliefs.
Well, it depends.
The problem
I
is
guess.
this. The problem is this, and you mentioned this, Marykatherine or Wes. You already mentioned this.
Marykatherine, please.
That the depictions of black people and the imagery and the stereotypes of black people in movies is a very specific way. And that is precisely how people are socially conditioned into being afraid of black people and
I get that.
othering them
A lot
and
of
thinking
people
that black
look at-
people
Why
are
you
naturally
saying
violent.
that? No,
What?
people,
No,
you're
I'm
not born
I'm not
racist.
saying
But
you're at fault. I'm not attacking you at all.
Yeah, do you not think it's
Honestly,
best for you grow
it
up?
matters a lot what you look like, because a lot of people are looking at me and say like, oh, she's just a Twitch top and stuff like that. She's just a Blink streamer. You know,
That's awful.
You gotta understand that that's not
terrible.
Like that's not the same as like systemic. I mean, that's not the same as like slavery, segregation, systemic racism, and like the continued biases that people experience. I mean, black people experience
and
right now.
literally the
right?
point that it's permeated every single like element of our culture. That like exactly people are born with these like innate prejudices, and it is preyed upon in the media and in music and in movies and everything.
You're wrong.
And they
No,
want
but
to feed. Know that they want to feed on their division. That they want to feed on the
people are
division.
born
Of you
with
look different than me.
prejudice?
Yes,
How many
people are born.
fucking
Yeah, I think no, but from experience.
Go ahead, Destiny.
People
Let Destiny go.
People are born liking people that look like themselves and like their families. And this is borne out in a lot of different psychological research. Here's an example. For black people looking at other black people, they're able to distinguish naturally black faces from one another. Whereas for white people looking at black people, it's harder. And then that's true of every race that looks at
That's not a prejudice.
How is that not by
How is
definition?
it a prejudice just because liking something isn't the same as disliking something? Just because you like white people because you grew up or you were born in a white family.
Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. I forgot I had to go back to kindergarten and connect the dots.
Yeah, he doesn't know what prejudice means.
So our ability,
Destiny, let Destiny go.
Oh shit. So our ability to like see other people as like being the same as us is not something that we are innately born with. We grow up looking at our parents, looking at the people around us, and those are the people that we generally associate with. Now, as you grow older, if you are exposed to other people growing up, so if you're in a big city or whatever, you see lots of black people, lots of Asian people, et cetera, those beliefs will be tempered over time massively. People that live in rural areas that don't have as much exposure to other people of different races typically have a less favorable view of them than people that are exposed to them all the time. But we are born with kind of like a tribalistic thing. On the Liam Neeson thing, okay.
Also, we learn a lot from experience because, like, for example, I was in the store the other day and it was like a tall guy who was a little bit like, I don't know how to say it, slusky, like he was a little disgusting, and when he saw me, he was looking at me and he was like, and I was like, ew. And next time I see a guy looking like him, I'm gonna be like, think that
he was probably checking you out, Kandyland. Jesus.
Yes, no, he absolutely was. But what the fuck, man? You can look at a garden of roses, but you're not gonna go up and jam your tongue in a tulip. Like, come on. You can appreciate a beautiful woman and not have to.
If like someone like someone done that to you, you'd be like, oh damn, well that's fine.
People do that shit to me all the fucking time, buddy. People all the time go, hey baby, how you doing? Get the fuck away from me.
Wait, they do?
Someone who was attracted to it. What
Weird flex,
all the time.
Which is why it's also so fucking frustrating that men like Liam Neeson are gonna be like, oh, I wish I could just go beat up the next guy I see.
What do you mean men like Liam Neeson?
Listen. Because some man hurt a woman that he knew. God damn it, Liam Neeson, you've hurt women your fucking self. Like, maybe you're part of the problem as well.
Wait, what?
Oh, he said sorry. He acknowledges that he was wrong.
I didn't call. No. I did not.
That's a whole thing. If he didn't think that way and he didn't change, he wouldn't have brought the fucking topic up.
Okay, so I think that for somebody like Liam Neeson, okay, so this is something that I've experienced innately throughout my entire life. I think it's really important to have somebody that made really bad mistakes and has come to be aware of it and can tell those stories in the past and illustrate some personal growth. This is one of the reasons why I think I've been so effective at communicating lefty, political, progressive politics or whatever to a lot of people, is because people can look back at me and they can find videos of me being extremely right-leaning, extremely conservative like 8 or 9 years ago, and being able to point back at that and say, hey, I used to believe these things. This is why I believe them. They were really fucked up, and this is what I believe now. I think that's a really important part of not only a person's individual growth, but also setting an example for people that might not 100% be where you need them to be, but can look at another person and say like, oh, hey, well, he used to think that thing too. He grew, maybe I can kind of like aspire to the same thing. I think that stories like Liam Neeson's are very important. And I think telling stories like that are wholly beneficial as long as we don't demonize the fuck out of a person doing it. Because
I agree with Destiny on this take, by the way.
Okay, but Hasan, then why are you working to perpetuate the villain narrative then?
No, I want to specify one part of the conversation, okay? The part that's often overlooked is the elements that is racist about what Liam Neeson was talking about. So I wanted to clarify that like this is indeed a very racist thing, because I often hear, since I started talking about the story, I often hear people saying that wasn't racist at all. He was just overcome with vengeance, an anger that he couldn't control, and he was talking about how terrible it was just exclusively because he was really angry. And a part of what Liam Neeson didn't do was acknowledge that was pure racist bigotry.
One at a time. Destiny touched on it. Destiny was completely correct. It depends a lot on where you grew up. I think most people who grow up in big cities will think that's racist, and most people who grow up more rural will not think that's racist. I don't know where the fuck you grew up. I don't know where the fuck Liam Neeson grew up. I was wondering where Mini grew up when he said about Scotland and shit. Because it depends.
I grew up in the middle of nowhere.
I live in Southernest. Southernest is literally 250 people. I think there's maybe...
MiniTitan, you gotta fix your mic. It's really robotic.
Well, that's the point.
Right.
Josh, I disagree. It's not where you grew up; it's your political beliefs. And even though they're more
but your political beliefs, the point is, it's shaped by that, right? If there are 100 black people in your town, right, and you know most of them,
this side, and more often in bigger towns you're gonna have this side. But I'm just saying, it's not where you grew up; it's your political beliefs.
It
shapes what you think about this.
Like 100 black or whatever minority people in your town, and a majority of them, for whatever fucking reason outside of race, act like this or do these things, and you know that, then yeah, you're probably gonna be more like worried or like, oh, those are the guys that jacked that guy's car or whatever the fuck, completely outside of race, because you know that minority in your town specifically or wherever the fuck you grew up. You know the one guy that's like that, right? And you kind of get like bothered by that. That's not racism at all. That's knowing that people and like, okay, whatever the fuck, maybe some of them aren't. Who cares?
Okay, but if they're socially conditioned to be racist, don't you think that it's still racist though? Like that.
I don't think we should demonize the guy who was like, okay.
All right, one at a time, guys. Go ahead, Josh.
His friend was raped. His friend was raped. He was pissed the fuck off. I don't know where the fuck he grew up, island, wherever, or something like that. But like, I don't know if it was a big town, small town, whatever the fuck. He went out. He was pissed. Stupid thing to do. Bad thing to do. Was it racist? I mean, he asked the question. She answered. He went out. He said he wanted a fight. I can understand wanting a fight. I don't think it matters if it was racist or not. It was
wait, real quick.
Go ahead, Destiny.
This is exactly why I want to specify.
Hasan,
This is exactly why I want to specify singling out black people and looking for an innocent black person to enact vengeance on. That's very different. The reason why I talk about it, okay, let me use an analogy here for 1 second, okay? If a dog attacked a person, if a dog attacked your female friend, and if you went out and you fucking wanted to kill a random dog, you would be like, that's kind of fucked up. Why would you go out and like try to kill a random dog?
Everybody agrees with that. Like the thing, like he came out and he actually said like, no, you're saying that he didn't acknowledge that. He actually did. Like that was the whole point. Like I read through the article and he said that was the whole point.
It's not just saying that this is like this is.
He was saying that this is something wrong. He said this
for being angry. The fact that he was singling out all black people and blaming all black people for the actions of one black person is the racist element here that we are overlooking. And even when people with good intentions are talking about the story and saying like, oh, it's good that he's repenting for that, still overlook that reality. That is a problem because we can't advance the conversation and move to a more productive place where we acknowledge certain things are racist and eliminate those ideas, or at least fight to.
Okay.
This was 40 years ago, and we've come a long way.
But wasn't that the point of it, Hasan? Didn't he say it happened 40 years ago?
Yeah.
The reason why it is racist, and it doesn't seem like it, but the reason why it's racist is because oftentimes what we do, if you have a neutral, so like a neutral appearing person in today's society would be like a white male, right? Anytime you have something that diverts from the neutral, one of the features of being like a minority figure is that you can be a stand-in to represent your entire race. This is how we get to the racism part. So for example, in gaming sometimes, a woman might do something dumb, and somebody will say, well, you're making all women look bad. Or in a certain area of life, a black person might do something dumb, and someone will say, oh, you make all black people look bad. But when a white person does something dumb, nobody ever says you're making all white people look bad. Nobody really says this. So when Liam Neeson asks, like, what is the race of a, this doesn't fucking happen in real life. Fuck off with your bullshit Twitter bullshit. In real life, this never happens.
No, it does happen in real life. It does happen in real life.
It absolutely does not happen to any measurable degree in real life. Hold on, before Trainwreck goes off, please let me finish my fucking point, okay? So the thing is that if Liam Neeson is asking what the race of a person is, and the person was like, oh, I was raped by some white guy, it is highly unlikely that Liam Neeson is going to go out looking to pick a fight with any white guy, right? This seems more like something...
Because there's a lot more people where he lives who are white.
Okay, you're giving me reasons. You're justifying. So what you're saying are all reasons to be racist. You're saying, well, because of where he lives, that's why he's being racist. Because of the people around him, that's why he's being racist. What?
I live in such a small town. There's like, I've Googled it.
I want Train to go in after this.
And there's literally, I'm guessing, 5 black people. So if I found out that was a black person, it's so much easier to find that than like the black person who done it. It's just that simple.
You're using an extreme example. We can literally do it by process of elimination.
Don't try
like that's like saying, well, my city has one black person, so if someone says they got raped by a black person, that's not racist. That's process. Well, that's obviously that's not what we're talking about. Here, right?
I don't know where he lives, but it's island, so it's probably there's a lot less black people than there are white people.
You're justifying racism when you say that, though. You understand?
Just because it's a minority doesn't excuse just because it's a minority doesn't excuse monolithing an entire group of people and enacting vengeance on an entire race of people. Okay. Like a random
who would agree with that? Like nobody agrees. Like,
well, that's what he's saying. That's what he's doing. But he justifies it by saying, "Well, there aren't that many black people in Ireland."
No, but that's so. Back to the Liam Neeson thing. That's not what Liam Neeson's saying. Liam Neeson is saying this was wrong.
I wasn't referencing Liam Neeson. I was referencing
right. But I'm saying, kind of bringing it back to the original point. Like we're getting off the topic at this point.
Train, I want to go back to what Train said. What were you about to argue?
Oh, I wasn't about to argue. I was going to say it certainly does happen. It happens all the time. And a good example of when it happened, a big example, is when Donald Trump got voted into office. Man, everyone, and it's a fact, and that's just true. It's just that simple.
When was the last time a movie came out and somebody said this movie was ruined because they cast too many white people or too many men? Like, but people like seriously made these like massive fucking movements where it started. Because it happened with the female Ghostbusters movie. Yeah, it almost happened with the new Witcher cast. It happened with the fucking Black Panther. And like this happens all the time. Where like it happened with Battlefield 5 when they put that fucking woman on the trailer of Battlefield 5. Like this happens all the time.
Destiny, but do you feel like the Ghostbusters is a good example? Because I feel like people were so mad not because they were women, but it was such a deviation from the original that it didn't even seem like the same movie.
All of our original franchises in media are all men
because they were women.
All of our original franchises.
No, son, like holy shit. Like, hold up, like, what if Austin Powers in the 4th movie was all of a sudden played by Beyonce? Like, it just wouldn't be the same fucking movie.
You're not saying the movie is bad because it's all women.
All of our classic franchises are based around like straight white men. So of course, if we're going to start to recast things, it's going to deviate from that, right? If you go back 50 years, this is like ubiquitous that every lead role is played by a straight white man. So if we're going to do new James Bonds in the future, if we're going to do new, people were freaking out over, I don't know how to pronounce his name, the Idris Elba or whatever guy.
Idris Elba being
him being like the new James Bond. People were freaking out over that shit. People freak out when they see black people in like fucking medieval shit. Like people freak the fuck out. Like,
is James Bond played by a female now?
No, but like even if they did,
one at a time.
Against British identity.
People fucked out, like freak the fuck out.
Typing. Stop typing.
That's just not a race thing. It's just not, man. Like
wait. You think casting Idris Elba and people freaking out about that isn't a race thing?
No, here's what I'm saying. Okay, if you cast James Bond for 50 or for 100 years as a white person, okay, listen, it's okay. I don't think anyone would care if you casted a black man. You know, and it was
in that role originally.
Yeah, I think that doesn't matter.
But they wouldn't cast.
No, just wait. Let me finish. I'm not gonna say as James Bond. I'm gonna say, as another movie in the action area, like fucking Mark Philbin, and then that's the new James. I don't know. I just feel like whatever for example, okay, imagine 100 years ago they casted a black person as James Bond, and for 100 years, everyone saw James Bond as a black person. And then one day they just change it to a white person 100 years later. People will have issues with that as well. This isn't
that James Bond. Wait, real quick. You know that James Bond.
You know that shoe polish on their faces, so it's a little different. But no, you're now.
Well, let Destiny go, Hasan. 1 second.
James Bond is a different character. Obviously, James Bond can be blonde. There's a massive difference between Pierce Brosnan and whatever the fucking latest guy was, right? No one ever gets mad if it's a white guy that looks drastically different than the other white guy. But when it turns into a black guy, all of a sudden everyone's like, "Whoa, what the fuck? That's not the same thing." Why can't it be a different character? James Bond's character has changed throughout time, and no one has ever complained about it until
has always been the same way.
Go ahead, Josh.
The core has always been a handsome, a little bit older, kind of mature British guy. The race is specified in the books, but I don't think the race is overly important, but that's always been the core. If they cast a fat slob, people would have an issue with it. It's not just the race changing people would have an issue with, right?
That's
like
true.
the fact that it would become a black guy, people now I don't personally
Idris Elba is I don't think people
listen,
will care.
I'll give you a perfect example. Actually, listen, I have a great example for you guys. The Green Lantern. Every Green Lantern I've seen has been a black man, right? And
when Ryan Reynolds was cast.
And they played Ryan Reynolds. I thought it was fucking weird. There's not anything racist against white people. No, it's because I grew up as Green Lantern being a black man. Everyone is reaching to make this about a race thing. It's not a race
thing. Oh my god, it's so much more complicated than that.
So many different Green Lanterns.
But that's
so many different. Okay, hold on. Give me like 2 seconds, okay? The problem is that for a long fucking time, the majority of people that were casted in these types of movies were white straight men, okay? This is the majority, okay? And right now, the way that our environment works, the most popular movies that sell are fucking superhero movies. Look at fucking Marvel, look at fucking Disney. Like all of these fucking movies that are most popular are the superhero movies. So in current media today, it is dictated that what we do is we enact on things that have already existed in the past. That's just the reality of the situation. If you deny that, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, okay? Now, that being said, because that is a reality, we have to deal with the fact that most of the movies today are going to have, if we go by your prescription, white men that are casted in the leads. That's just what's going to happen forever. And the problem is that when more people want to take part in media, when more diversity wants to be shown so that other people can feel like they've got superheroes and shit, you're going to necessarily have to change some of these people. The idea that you would just start a new franchise is hilariously fucking
I get that. I get that. That's not what I'm arguing.
You just lied. Stop. You just lied. You just said that's not what you're arguing. That is exactly what you argued when you said instead. Yeah, no, let me fucking finish. Holy shit.
One at a time. Tell me what I meant. Let me rebuttal and tell you what I meant.
Literally. You literally just
said. You tell people what they meant and you get away with it.
Can I fucking finish my fucking sentence?
I really want to jump in on this.
Can I finish my fucking sentence?
Destiny, finish your sentence and then Trainwreck correct him for what you actually meant.
So, literally earlier, you said instead of recasting a white person as a black person for James Bond to make a new super agent secret whatever fucking movie. But that's not the reality of what people do. We do fucking remakes. We do shit that's already existed. We build on old franchises. So that's not always possible. It's more likely to have a successful new Mission Impossible or James Bond movie than a new random fucking secret agent movie. There. That's what you said earlier.
Trainwreck, go.
Yeah, I did say that.
Does anybody else think James Bond sucks, though?
Christ.
That's bullshit, but all right. Carry on.
No, listen, that is exactly what I said, but what you just said, it proves my exact point. This isn't a race thing. People aren't upset because they're randomly casting, or maybe because it's a black person. They're upset because they grew up with this, they grew up with a person being this,
So
If you grew up your entire life and you had slavery, I'm going this. I'm going here. Your entire life you had slavery, and then someone tries to take it and change it.
That's so different.
All right. Izzy, guys, one at a time. Guys, look, hey, Marykatherine, quiet.
That's a straw man.
Izzy,
What if we ask a more relevant question?
It's the exact same fucking thing.
What if you're black and you grow up and there are just no black secret agents? You've got the Jason Bournes, you've got the Mission Impossibles, you've got the James Bonds, but there are like no black secret agents. So like you're looking at all these white people that have had 50 million fucking secret agents that they can all like circle jerk off of. And if you're black, it's just not a thing that black people do, I guess. Like,
so
Luffy's
Yeah, but that's the
actually
exact
really
problem. That's what we're talking about.
We're in a new
Get all
time.
these
We're in a new
actions.
time. We're in the future. Make new ones. Why does everything old have to? Why does everything
Yes.
old have to be replaced to make a point of for equality or
Yeah,
something?
you guys are
Make
arguing
good
about
points.
the
Why not make
problem.
movies?
Guys, okay, all right.
Equality is the problem itself. The fact that you can't just have a black person play James Bond and without everyone fucking losing
Yeah, but
their
no
mind
one's
over it
pissed.
is
No
the
one's
problem.
pissed that it's a black person, Hasan.
like,
They're
you're
pissed
bringing
because
this
for
up.
100 years,
your point to prove
James
that.
Bond,
Go,
the identity
Izzy,
of
I
it
want
was a
to
white
get you in
man.
on this, Izzy, next.
Okay,
Izzy,
so
go ahead.
Unbelievable.
After-
How much
Here's
you?
the fact that you have to
unbelievable how much you guys
when you have a
reach.
gay
Every-
character,
no,
or when you have a
everything is
female character,
racist. Everything is sexist.
True.
Everything is this. Everything is that. Holy shit! Let me give you a
Yeah.
tissue. Wipe those fucking tears, and then use that same tissue to wipe your fucking cum stains off your monitor. Holy fuck you!
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
like
you
you're
can-
saying this and you're acting all hard, but you're the one that's
Talking to
mad
me,
that the
I
race of the
didn't
character is
understand
going
what
to
he was
change.
saying.
Like,
Wait,
You
wait.
can't change anything without having people being super annoyed with it. Like, it's just gonna happen.
Yeah,
No matter-
this has been happening for ages, and it happened with Green Lantern. Green Lantern wasn't originally black. Green Lantern came out in 1940 as Alan Scott, and he was portrayed as a white man. 44 years later, when DC tried to make him black, the fucking fans lost their mind, and they boycotted Green Lantern for fucking ages because they were replacing Alan Scott with a fucking black man. Marvel and DC have been doing it for years where they actually use their platform with media to put in more diverse elements. Fucking X-Men was revolutionary because it was talking about the differences in society referencing gay people. That's why they have the first gay fucking superhero couple. You saw it again with fucking
Gay
Doctor
fucking
Who. Doctor Who for years was all white men, and everybody got pissed when Doctor Who became a woman, but it's very canon in the fucking universe for gender not to matter in that entire fucking species. It's not about what's canon. It's not about the history. It's about
no one gives
people
a
being
fuck.
pissed because of their prejudice.
This is why it's so fucked up that Liam Neeson
I'm
said
pissed
that
because
he
you're
is
wearing a
hero.
nicotine
He is
patch
like
and smoking at the same time.
We're
That's not a
pissed off about this
That's pretty
quote
fucking
because
stupid.
Liam Neeson is one of those people, is one of those heroes,
Go ahead,
is one of
Vanna.
those like James Bond type people. Liam Neeson is a hero in society. We've all seen Taken. We've all watched him get his daughter untaken. He is somebody that people look up to. And when people who look up to somebody and they hear them say, yeah, I was going to go out and just kill some random black guy because I was so angry. There are some sick people who will hear that and be like, my hero wants me to do this bad
That's
shit.
not his
Telling
problem.
people how
What?
wrong it was, though, that he thought that way back in the
Yeah.
day.
What if I'm
He literally
inspired by
making a
your
point
streams
about
to
how
go
he
be crazy?
admitted that
He
was
said
just
something and now his mind's changed. He's not saying.
Yeah, he's
not
trying to help
cheapening
people
for
that have
the
those
death of
thoughts.
random black people.
Yes.
Real
I
quick,
understand
real quick.
that.
E-Rob, how do you feel
you?
about this?
Yes, I'm just saying
I
that the
haven't
fact
said
that he
a
said
word.
it is the problem.
Go ahead, E-Rob.
I am so lost. I am not listening to like
All right. Look, guys, it's the end of the round. We're going to pick this up in the second round because I think a lot of people still have opinions on it. All right. It's time now. The Rajj Royale, your voting chat for who you want to keep. We're going to eliminate one person from the podcast. One person will be removed from the podcast right after this vote. And then that person will be replaced by my co-host Trainwreckstv, who will become on the screen. Okay, here we go. The straw poll is going to come into the chat.
Chat, vote for me or I'm coming back next week.
Hey, E-Rob.
All right, here we go.
With Miskip made you want to be more of an egg? Is that why you have the whole like shaved head thing? Yeah, I know, dude. You're looking like a lot eggy. You're pretty eggy.
Oh, not.
Head shaped like an egg. You kind of actually have your brother's head, except without the head meat.
Because it don't work out. Don't use the
Oh
steps.
yeah.
Europe has nice hair.
Juice.
All right. Wow, how the fuck is he?
It is
Not
really
lying.
nice.
It's so good.
Izzy doesn't
And
even
I
have
like
any
his
votes.
mustache too. It looks sexy.
All right.
You think I look good?
Yeah, you look really good.
All right. Go ahead and vote, Chad. Vote. All right. People are voting. Straw poll must have fixed their service.
It's not working for me.
Oh, it's not
Yo,
working for
Esfand,
you?
check Discord.
What'd you say? Oh, yeah.
Esfand, check Discord. Esfand, check
Oh,
Discord.
sorry. Who left? Who just
I'll
left?
be right back. I'm just refreshing.
Okay. But I'm
don't bother coming
gonna
back,
get
you're
I'm gonna get you to knock here in a minute. Just hold on, I'll tell you when. All right, the winner of the poll after A lot of people can't access the poll.
Server.
Error.
on the
It
main.
says error.
I'm knocking.
Okay, we'll wait just a minute. You're knocking? Okay, got it.
Oh no, it said thanks, and I didn't even vote.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. Candy 10 IQ Bible thumb. Actually, did you guys hear? Kandyland actually has 122 IQ. Destiny, did you hear about that?
That's a fake one, though.
Wait, what is 120 IQ?
Kandyland has 122 IQ.
Holy shit, the language barrier must be a lot bigger than I thought then.
Yeah, and also I used to have I'm bad at expressing myself. I'm not very good. Like
Somebody just left
within
again.
my
What the
own
fuck?
language.
Yeah, I'm trying to get
You're
appearance
perfect.
being a dick.
It's okay. You're perfect and expressed. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Oh fuck you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're perfect.
All right.
And to be
Thank
real
you,
clear,
but I
it is
need to
actually
improve.
when you're having an argument with somebody and you're speaking English as a second language, it's very fucking frustrating to get out your words. I feel really bad for people like XQC and shit when they make fun of them for like not being able to speak clearly. But
Oh, thanks for
Me too.
understanding the plight.
It's French.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, even Hasan is second language is English, right?
Yes, motherfuckers. That's why sometimes I make long-winded points.
Oh, okay.
Or it's just because
that's
you're
a
arguing
convenient-
bullshit.
All right, the winner of the last round with 20.
That's a convenient thing. I spoke exclusively Turkish for the first 18 years of my life. Just because I'm bilingual.
You're doing
doesn't
this
mean
right
that I'm
now.
not
You're talking
speaking
very long and
fucking
fast to try to get your point.
Wait, how old are you, Hasan?
I'm 27.
All right, the winner of the round with 27% of the vote was LROBB221. Congratulations.
Hi.
All right, congratulations.
Good job,
You need to choose between the two lowest amount of people voted, and that is Marykatherine and Invader Vie.
Yikes.
Wow.
LROBB,
It's been fun.
Didn't make friends today.
between
I want Invader gone.
you want Invader gone?
Yeah, I want her gone.
That's fair.
Okay,
Why you
Invader,
keep
thank
attractive females?
Thank you so much, Invader, for coming. Would you like to give yourself a shout out?
Yeah, guys, please join me in the blanket fort. I'm gonna be on my channel. Thank you so much.
Bye, Invader.
Bye,
Thank
everybody. It
you.
was nice talking to you.
Bye.
It was a pleasure to meet you,
I
Invader.
love your Instagram.
Thank you. Bye, Invader. All right,
Damn,
Ape
wasn't
Gang.
Invader bringing
Go
in
ahead
like
and knock.
14K votes last time she was on? Holy shit, what happened?
She forgot to host the stream, so our white knights aren't here.
damn.
Oh my God. All right, Trainwreckstv, go ahead and knock, would you?
Yeah,
I have a good topic idea. Can I say it?
Yeah, of course.
No.
Kandyland.
Yeah. Okay. So if you think it's sluttier to like be lightly
Yes, I
dressed
do.
on Instagram than to be a porn star, like what's sluttier?
What?
Being a porn
Yeah,
star.
but
Good point, but you can't speak English.
Neither.
Say it in Swedish.
Men ifall det är typ, jag vet inte.
Are you getting fucked on Instagram? Is this what you're trying to say?
No.
She's
no,
trying
what
to
I
say,
mean-
is it
So then it's
sluttier to be an
completely
e-girl on Instagram or be a porn star?
Yeah. Yeah.
If we define slutty
not
as like
slutty,
things
yeah,
related to
no,
sex or
no,
fucking
no,
people, it's pretty
wait,
obvious that being a
I
porn
don't-
star is going to be up there, like in terms
yeah.
of
No, I didn't
anything.
mean like that sluttier. I meant like.
That's what you said.
Well,
More
okay, what I meant is like, yeah, more respectable. Yeah, I think that, yeah, more, yeah.
Well, in
Fucking shit.
society
very
today, we
respectable.
typically demonize the fuck out of anything related to sex work. So being an e-thought or whatever on Instagram is probably more respectable than being in sex work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And yet
Do
we
you
all
think
watch
so?
it, you know?
yeah,
Yes.
100%.
I think the
Yes.
opposite.
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah, I
That's
actually
pretty
think people
easy.
would respect porn stars more.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
after
it's
It's
you
just
came,
because you have
I-
like 400
after you
folders
came,
of
you're
your porn.
angry.
Yeah.
You love
Wait,
porn
wait.
stars.
No,
Like,
no,
you
no.
respect. Wait, what? Say it again.
Yeah, I think I would respect porn stars more than Instagram, very on the line kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like people
Because-
who post
yeah.
nudes on Instagram are like
Can't post nudes on
insecure,
Instagram.
super. I mean, nudes.
It's not about the insecurity. It's about the fact that every
I've
single
tried.
Instagram girl who I know that is like right on the line, like very kind of sketchy stuff. When you DM them, you buy all
I'm
kinds
not.
of like actual hardcore stuff. You can like pay for whatever, and they're very coy about it. They pretend that they're not doing that. They pretend they're not like full blown sex workers. Most of them are. Porn stars at least upfront about it. I respect that.
I agree with you.
I agree.
This is something called the horarchy. I know that this
Right?
No, I'm serious. I know it sounds like it's not TOS friendly, but amongst sex workers, the terminology for this is literally called the horarchy, where porn stars are usually referred to as like really extreme by strippers, and then people who are on Instagram doing like similar things, or people who have private Snapchats or camming, look at strippers and porn stars as though they are extreme, when in fact, like, everyone is participating in that similar
Everyone's
industry
getting
in
paid for the
different
body.
ways.
Like, everyone's just as bad. It don't fucking matter.
No,
It's not
I
just
know.
as bad.
It's
Everybody's
not just
bad.
None of it is bad, especially because
It's
I'm
great.
You love
I
fucking
feel like-
probably jerking off to all that porn, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, regardless,
yeah,
you're
dude.
still
I've got,
I
jerking
feel
off
like
to
being
different
a
jobs.
porn star
Strippers,
is really
Instagram,
respectful.
porn,
Cam
same thing.
girls and porn stars, it's a respectable.
Yeah, but if you're a porn star, you're getting railed. Then I say,
Yeah,
oh,
but-
being Instagram
Who
girls, you just
cares?
get to rail yourself.
Well,
So
I
we're
think
talking
if I
about
would post
respect,
like
in
ass pics
society,
on-
what do we respect, right? Innocence.
No.
Like the less sexual expressive
would
you
be
are,
very
in
ashamed.
global society,
Integrity.
you're wrong.
We're all a bunch of
The more
degenerates,
sexually
Mary
experienced
Catherine.
you are as a woman, the more
I don't think
demonized
we
you
actually
are.
respect innocence. We respect the portrayal of innocence. No one is fucking innocent. Even Liam
No,
Neeson wasn't innocent.
you're all wrong, dude. I don't think any.
Wait, mute yourself, Train.
In appearance. Hasan, you need to learn how to mute people in appearance. Just hit the mute
Listen,
button.
dude. Yo, you're all wrong, dude. I don't listen from what I've learned from my multiple Twitch bans. Dude, there is no profession, no clothing, no attitude that listen, everyone is equal, should be equally viewed no matter what you wear, how you act, what you say, what you fuck, what you suck, what you don't. It doesn't matter. We are
What if you wear a
all-
Nazi uniform?
No, I don't agree. I respect.
Trainwreck, you really are.
He said no and left.
I would respect someone who doesn't post like ass pics more than someone who does post ass pics.
Would you do porn, Candy?
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
could.
goal,
I would
right?
do porn if I didn't have a good family, but I have a really good family.
Oh.
So that-
You just said it yourself.
Oh my goodness, that was the
You
language
agree how
barrier.
he disrespected
Wait.
your family's view of you.
So, Candy, so you
But
respect.
you already do practically the Instagram
Like
thing,
this
so you
girl.
just argued against what
Hold
you said
on. Let Candy finish.
Candy, finish. Go ahead and finish.
well, yeah, I said I would never post like lightly clothed pictures on Instagram.
So, are you
just for cat girls.
Candy, are you sure your family is that good? I'm just
Yeah,
asking.
my family's no, they would be disappointed if I was
Okay.
like
Wait a minute. What's the difference
think about
between
it.
What if they
ass
never
pics
found
and what
out?
you're doing right now?
What?
I'm
That's
sorry,
her
but
tits,
I
not her
see quite a
ass.
lot. Exactly.
No,
I've-
I
I've-
think
I've
What
got
she's
ass
doing right
pics.
now is she's wearing a
human
shirt.
being.
She's wearing, but why? Yeah.
What the
what's,
fuck?
What's wrong with
That's
what she's
still
wearing,
skimp.
Minnie?
That's still a bit skimpy, though, isn't it? So, like,
What?
You've got
people
Wes
would-
in drag wearing only a sports bra.
Wes
but what
is a
she's
beautiful
wearing-
human being. What are
You
you
know what?
talking
I've
about?
always
Man, it's feeling real Sharia law in here, boys.
like I'm just wearing.
One at a
imagine
time,
any girl
one at a
is wearing
time.
The same shirt as I do. Like I just
Sharia
wear normal
intensifies.
clothes.
One at a time, Minnie. Why? Hold on. What's wrong with what Candyland's wearing, and why?
I'm not saying anything's wrong with it, but it's definitely a little bit loody.
Hey,
But hold on. But
Say.
Cleavage was
Oh my
removed.
god!
He's like, he's telling you to cover up, Candy.
I'm not. No, I'm saying wear less, but like in Twitch, I don't think I can say that.
You're the
No,
reason
Candy,
why
think
Jane
about it.
Brownmore's cleavage was removed.
Candy,
It's that
stop.
thought process.
so wait.
Stop.
So many times. But why don't you have a problem with what Marykatherine's wearing?
Because that's a
you're not
man, and
turned
there's
on
no
by it.
overtly sexual about his
Hey,
breasts.
exactly. Thank you, Minnie. Where do you see cleavage? No, it's just some chest. That's not hair, by the way.
I promise it's.
An actual like me or
And,
fucking
and I didn't pay to get
Go
my
ahead,
cleavage
Izzy,
look
go ahead.
better.
wear that.
Go ahead,
Me,
Izzy.
Candy, or V couldn't wear that on fucking cam without getting banned. That's the fucking problem.
Have
You know how
you
many
seen
yoga
Amaranth
streamers on
stream
this
lately, darling?
website
Hey,
are-
Minnie, don't
Yeah.
mention other streamers' names, please.
I'm not, but do you know how many their fucking are?
Yoga or
I know you
attitude.
really
I
like
think-
playing
I don't
victim
know.
because your
I
life's
think
so
it's
fucking
unfair.
hard all the time.
Hey,
but
Mary.
What?
Can
I think it's
can I
unfair just because I have this
Somebody
body.
help.
One at a time.
People, I can't wear whatever. Like I don't know. Like
You've
I
paid
feel
for
like
it. You might as well flaunt it.
Minnie.
All right. Can I chime in with personal experience on by dating two different girls on both sides of the spectrum, and why a lot of people I think have this different perspective on e-girls versus like or thought e-girls versus like porn stars?
Wait, what spectrum?
What?
Okay. All right. Here's what it is. So I dated a girl who used to do some really questionable things, and I didn't know originally that she would like go and get paid to appear at parties and stuff like that. That she would get selected off of a face sheet. She was a model, so I thought she was a model, and I thought that this is her only. No, she was like straight up like Times Square fucking billboard model. Like I'm talking legitimate source of income from modeling model. And I realized halfway throughout our relationship that she was also adding additional streams of income by going to parties and attending parties that rich people threw. And I was a little thrown off by it, despite the fact
you
that
date a
after I
prostitute,
broke
is
up
this what
with
you're
her,
trying
I
to say?
dated an actual fucking porn star. And there's a difference there. It's this implication that this person is putting on a front that I think pisses off a lot of people. Like Instagram girls that have private Snapchats that are open about their private Snapchats don't get the same kind of scrutiny or vilification that Instagram girls who act above it do. And I think that's understandable. That's not about sex work though. That's about the fact that these people are making it seem as though they are totally different and doing something that is completely innocent, I guess.
So
believe me, when you DM them with the money,
dated the porn star,
they're all the same.
When you dated the porn star, did you ever go watch her stuff?
While I was
her
dating her,
work?
no. Why would I watch
Oh.
this?
But how did it make you feel like when
But
she
he didn't
came
have to
back
pay
home?
for
I
it.
didn't want to be that cooked.
Like when she came back home to you, like how did you have sex with her after she just got fucked by somebody else?
Well, she only shot porn one time while we were dating. I told her to do it. We were in an open relationship. I was hooking up with other people, and it was dope. I didn't have a problem with it at all.
You actually are a cuck.
Fucking.
Was she tired, like, or did she want to do it afterwards?
This was only one time, so I can't really talk about it as far as like it wasn't a consistent thing.
Just out of curiosity, this is an actual genuinely curious question.
Go ahead.
Do the porn stars enjoy sex while they're working?
Some of them do. I mean, I know that I can only speak for one person that I know for a fact loved to have sex and made her passion her life's work.
Candy, do you enjoy your monthly Patreon shoots?
I do not have Patreon. I would never have Patreon.
Sorry,
That's just straight up
revenue.
Marykatherine, you're a bitch.
Yeah,
you're wearing a fedora.
You're a fucking
Don't talk.
bitch.
You were
Oh,
telling
I
me
was trying to dress up like how you really are. You were dressing up like a cam girl, so I was dressing up like a neckbeard.
Oh, excuse me.
Dressing
up like a cam
girl. You guys get the distinction that I was trying to address. It's not necessarily like what they're doing. It's mostly the way they go about hiding it and making it seem as though they don't participate in sex work, and even oftentimes vilify others who do. What a lot of these Instagram girls should be doing, a lot of these like Twitch thoughts or whatever should be doing.
Excuse
instead
me.
is being like, hey, look. What?
Please don't say the TOHATOTS word.
Okay, whatever. I don't know how to classify this, so I'm just e-girls. Okay, what they should be doing is like, look, I have fucking nudes and lewds on my private Snapchat, and there's nothing wrong with that because I genuinely don't think that there's anything wrong with that. And if people were more open-minded and didn't consistently act like selling nudes or whatever is something to be vilified. When people are working for defense contractors who are responsible for fucking killing Yemenis children.
What?
Then,
okay, hold on.
What? I'm saying that it's way more immoral to work for a defense contractor than sell fucking titty pics on the internet.
Oh my God, Jesus, holy shit, Hasan.
I didn't really mean sell. I didn't mean that. I just mean girls who are slutty on Instagram. Like that's how. Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, but the point is, Candy, that a lot of those girls that are studying on Instagram and pretend like they don't do anything else actually do a lot. Like a lot of them.
Minnie, what did
Hold on.
really
Josh, can you DM me some examples of people that you're talking? I mean, just for my own research purposes.
Pull up the folder. Josh.
I know.
I don't.
MiniTitan, didn't you want to say something?
I'm just saying that most of those girls are fucking insecure and they're like, oh, these horrible E-women, but really they want to be an E-woman, but they don't know how to get into that path. But
True.
Sucks to suck, I guess.
So wait, you think people that sell lewds and stuff are insecure?
100%. They're getting fucking gratification by other men jacking
Not
off to it.
everybody. I think some people. It's a good.
I mean, I don't think
some
they're
people.
getting gratification. They're getting.
But they want to like go full, they want to go right into that work, but they can't because
this argument is pretty
there's a
strange because
difference.
every
Some
single
people do
human. We literally all spend our lives like seeking gratification for people, like getting like approval from our friends and family or from strangers is like a huge part of the human
I want
experience. Literally
approval
everyone
for
does this.
destiny.
There's even a thought. There's even a thought that like.
fucking degenerate.
Well, there's a thought that even like doing something nice for somebody is like you're doing that for your own self satisfaction, right? Because you feel good about doing something nice.
Like the people who give money to homeless people and make a YouTube fucking video about it.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with that. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah, I mean,
people
that's
always
just-
complain about shit like that, but like, do you think the guy getting the money gives a fuck if the guy's making a video
At
of
the
it
end
or
of the
not?
day,
Like,
like the thing happened, yeah.
I saw people tweeting giving Ninja shit about that because Ninja tweeted that they went on to help people. Like, oh, you just want the attention. Like, even if he does, who the fuck cares? If you're doing something
He
good.
make a video of it though, so like he didn't get the full fucking the good shit that he was looking for. Like if you put that on YouTube, could have been an easy 10 million view video.
That's not for.
So, okay, I have a new topic that I want to plug in. Should people be able to do yoga on Twitch and like perform insane positions that are often?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, I saw that stream.
And no,
show you some.
Catherine, we'd prefer not to see your yoga, but I do.
You're missing out.
I mean, speak for yourself.
Is it considered
yoga is
sexual at
really
all? Like, should they be
beautiful,
able to do that on Twitch?
Wait.
Yeah, they should, but there's a difference about like the girl who I don't know. Is she?
I gotta
bad, the
pee,
girl?
by the way, so keep talking about this real quick.
I don't want to offend someone.
Rajj has gone so you can
who
name
did
drop.
anything wrong,
Just
though.
name drop him.
What the fuck? Look at this dude. Holy shit.
Don't name drop nobody, but yes, Kandyland, go ahead and
the drums
explain
here.
the situation.
Here we go. Order.
Okay.
Order.
Well, it was
Candy, go ahead.
someone, but I don't know. Was she banned? Is she banned? I don't know.
She's
I
not
don't
banned
want-
from Twitch, no, but do not mention her name.
Who is
Okay, I
talking
won't.
here?
Okay. I'm talking. Okay, so
Producer Andy.
So well, it was a woman who did yoga on Twitch, and she did very vulgar poses. You could see her entire ass, and stuff. And it's I don't know.
Like, was she wearing like the really tight leggings that are like really
No,
tight?
she
And if
was
the
wearing
camera's
like
like
panties. It looked more like panties.
Oh, it's pants.
I saw that one.
Very small shorts.
I saw that one where she put her legs
that live.
behind her head.
And I feel it's a difference if you're like
Esfand,
looking at
I
the
was
camera,
watching
like,
it too.
Let's not talk about particular streamers. I don't know if we're doing that or not.
I'm actually
I
gonna
gladly do that.
I
Well,
think
it's
as long-
different how you go about it. Like if you do professional yoga, just or if you try to look sexy and like lick your fingers. I don't know.
The problem with that.
What yoga pose do you have to lick your finger for? I've never heard of that one.
Well,
it must be a
The
new
problem-
one.
problem
It's
with
called
that
the burning doggy, is what it's called.
The problem with that, Candy, is if you give it such a wide thing, then a bunch of trolls are just gonna like group together and say that they're doing this to be like e-girls or to be like titty streamers for no reason and all that garbage. If you're gonna wear clothing that will fit into TOS, yes, you should be able to do yoga. Now, if you're going to do something to where it's going to show way too much skin, then it's going to cause a problem for Twitch's other TOS.
It's not even about the clothes though. It's about the positions and shit.
Is this
yeah, and
Sharia
also
law?
I don't some camera angles. Like if you have
Okay, so we're kind of like we're dancing around it, but like this is basically we need to like make a decision on whether or not sexual content is allowed on Twitch because there are a lot of people, and it's
But
hard to
what
have this
type of sexual
conversation because
content?
fucking incel Andes, like fucking train wrecks, are gonna jump up and agree, and I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. But like there are a lot of women on this site that literally do things because they want to do sexual content. So for instance, there might be people that do like some of the body painting or some of the just dances or some of the yogas, and really they don't give a fuck about the actual activity they're doing. It's just their way of like doing sexual content, and it's like the way of doing it like a TOS approved way.
Have you ever seen like the females with like the naked leg, but like they've got shorts on and they always have like the leg up? Like that's still kind of sexual, and they do get more views. So...
Maybe it's just because you jerk off to weird things. Let Destiny continue.
Well, no, I was just saying that like that's like a thing that definitely people do, and it's
Yeah, of course they do. They want to make easy money.
Yeah.
I would fucking do it. I'd do it all the time.
But
My
also, like, it
Patreon's
depends
booming.
on.
Yeah, but
It depends on how the chat is too, because not mentioning anything particular, but the chat was like very much like can you fart for us and stuff like that.
As long as she's
Like,
not
the
doing it.
chat was like.
That's the thing is, if chat starts requesting things for money, then it's obviously becoming sexual.
Yeah.
Isn't ASMR a little bit sexual though? Like should ASMR
it can be, but it's not inherently no.
So,
Yeah, I think ASMR is
Just because
been
people
very
will beat their dick to anything doesn't make it sexual.
Is it
No,
technically
yeah,
against the rules to
it does.
fart in your microphone?
Well, some ASMR is like very clearly
not for
sexual.
you,
like,
Lord.
yeah, but not all of it is. It's not.
But like,
I wanna-
go ahead, Casey, please.
Well, I actually did a very informative sex ed stream a few months ago where I was showing pictures of the female reproductive system and the penis and talking about, the vas deferens, the ovaries, and things like that. And I really just did it so that I could show penis and vagina on stream. What do you think of that?
You're gonna get banned for saying
Don't
that.
admit
Well,
it.
it says in the terms of service that as long as it's used in an educational way.
I
And I was very
wanna fuck someone
educational
on
about
stream.
So hold
it.
on. So hold
I
on.
was talking about periods
I wanna
and
show
wet
sex positions on
dreams and
stream.
Yeah, but
boners.
education.
I wasn't showing
I stood
sex
up and put a condom
positions.
on, would that be fine? If I'm
I don't
saying-
know.
I
I don't
showed
know.
how to put on a condom.
So if I stood up right now and put one on, that would be fine?
Well, I don't know. I did it on a banana and I was showing it in an educational purpose.
Okay,
so
a banana is
people could
different than
learn
like
how to
actually
put
showing.
Yeah, so like, what's the
condom on.
difference in like
Alright.
putting on like
Ooh.
something from like a penis? You know?
A depiction of how to
Wait,
put
did
on,
you just
if
ask what the
showing how to
difference
put on
between
a
a banana
condom
and
is
a
different
penis?
than like actually showing a penis.
Well,
though.
what I mean is like contextually, it's both educational, right? Like they're both educational.
Esfand's doing some very educational stuff right now.
Yeah, it's just like I
Yeah,
could be saying like I'm right now. I'm
Yeah.
stretching my hip flexor,
Uh-huh.
and it's going up from my upper
Why the fuck do you
quadrant.
have 2 Christmas trees?
Well, I have
know
one.
how
The other
to
one
do
fell
that?
over. I'm a very festive person.
Can you educationally take off your
February.
shirt?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, nice.
Anyway, continue, guys. I also have another topic if you're done talking about it.
Well, it's
Yoga.
well,
I think
you're
E-Rob
like,
made
I
a
don't
good
know if-
point.
What was
I
that?
think it's okay as long as Twitch is consistent about it. So like,
Mm,
if a guy does something and he gets banned for it, the girl should get banned for it too.
but it's
Such
you can
as
clearly
what
see
has
like,
happened in the
what
past?
the person's intentions are.
Are
Like
you
you
gonna-
can usually see that. Like for example, yeah, like that person who I was not.
Do you think
talking
Twitch
about,
is
that.
Do you think Twitch is inconsistent on it, E-Rob?
Oh hell.
Oh no way, dude, no way.
No, but no.
E-Rob, but are you gonna hold
I'm
that
honestly
same
just
here?
talking. So I've done something.
You cut out.
You cut out. What'd you say?
I'm honestly just talking to look like I've done something this podcast.
Oh,
I
okay.
really don't.
You're doing
Oh.
good.
So I said you had a good point
Oh
because
my
I haven't heard you talk. So.
Anyway, so all right. Well, okay. Well, what? Go ahead. Somebody want to say something?
Yeah.
Yeah, go
I want
ahead.
to say I was
Go
also
ahead, Train.
thinking about STDs too and how to prevent them.
Go ahead, Train.
The problem with all this is, listen, yes, yoga should be allowed. I do believe it should be allowed. I do believe there are people that do yoga. The problem is when it comes to categories like these, there is no governing it. You understand? There is no saying yes, but you can't do it in this way in 2018 and 2019. It's either you do it or you don't. The problem is it's the same argument that comes with clothing or comes with, sitting positions or, whatever the case might be. You can't actually you can't say, oh, I know, like, even though it's obvious the individual is doing it for this way, you can't say you know it in 2018 or 2019. Otherwise, you'll get slapped with misogyny, sexism, and assuming this and that, and you get fucked for it. And Twitch isn't going to do that like for liability's sake. So you either do it or you don't. They can't say a yoga streamer is doing this position. Does that make sense? Like that's just how.
I understand.
Like it's how it works. It's the same with clothing, right?
But that's
a lot of girls know.
That's not. They should just. It's like logical thinking. Like you can clearly see what the intention someone has.
The intent doesn't matter though.
See that.
But the problem is. But here's the problem. Like, if they hammer that and then the person gets banned, and then let's say it goes big that this streamer got banned because she was told that the position she was in was sexual, and then Twitch gets backlash for sexism, it's just fucked. So like they wouldn't do it, and that's why they don't do it for a lot of streamers that you can tell are doing sexual things, but they don't actually make the final ban or the final call. It's the sensitive time we live in when it comes to like that category, and it's just this very fucked up.
Yeah,
time we're in.
Do you think women get preferential treatment?
Wait, but when you say we're living in a sensitive time, don't you think that or the people that you're advocating for are being kind of sensitive about the kinds of content that they're seeing on Twitch and saying that this is sexual in nature?
No, because it's a gaming site. It's not Chatterbait or My Free Cams, but okay.
It's not a gaming site anymore.
It's not. I'm not a gamer. I'm on the site.
But most
are we
people
gaming right now, dude?
Like, I fan outside of gaming.
That's unfortunate.
I mean,
we're literally not playing games right now. Like,
yeah, we are.
Yeah, everyone here is a gamer.
We all have the same interest.
Most people in here are a gamer that are.
We're playing a game. It's called King of the Hill.
Whether you're good or bad doesn't make you a gamer. It just makes you a bad or good gamer. Like gamers are gamers. Here's the problem. Okay, gamers are gamers. That's what they are. Gamers are just gamers.
I think Twitch is like we have like a certain personality. People who come to Twitch, people who choose Twitch is usually nerds and gamers, and
but they don't have
otherwise
to.
Otherwise, they would go to like Blog TV.
Yeah, that's why you have so many viewers.
That's not really true anymore, though. Like, there's people coming on just for
plays games as
content.
well.
There's people just.
Oh no,
coming
she has
on
viewers.
IRL.
Never mind.
There's no
Wait,
point like
what-
gatekeeping the
what did you
site.
say?
Okay, I
what's
said
he gonna
that
say?
it's not just attracting nerds and gamers anymore. Like, it's not. Like, we've got people who come on just for political. We've got people who just come
I'm
on
gonna gatekeep
just
this
for
site
IRL
forever.
and everything else. Like, it's not just about gamers.
I don't give a shit what Destiny or Hasan or what fucking little sheep come at me with fucking gatekeeping. I will gatekeep this site. I don't give a
gatekeeping mean?
What's the difference between being we're not a gaming website anymore,
Wait,
we're a gamer
Train,
website. I'll say
you're
that.
a big chunk of what you do is Reddit recaps and podcast yourself. Like,
Yeah, but I
it's not
game.
like you yourself
game.
are
It takes, like, 16
exclusively
hours.
keeping it to
Wait,
gaming.
so every
but
streamer
I'm-
has to have
that's not what we
20% of their content
That's
be
not what
video
I'm saying.
games for some
I'm saying,
arbitrary
like,
reason. Like, what's the?
It's like being a veteran, dude. I'm just a 28-year-old washed-up gamer that does Reddit recaps. That's how it is. Does that make sense?
But don't you realize that that you can't gatekeep gaming content when you yourself are not doing gaming for the most
I
part?
do gaming. If you look at my Twinge, I have at least 80 hours of gaming every month. At least that's half my content.
And
Gaming.
all of your viewers are when you're not doing
that
gaming.
obviously, just like you have evolved away from just playing WoW or whatever you were doing originally, other people are coming onto the platform to not just do gaming.
Yeah,
and
well,
Twitch
guess what?
obviously is interested in
but guess
expanding
what?
beyond
Yeah, but
gaming.
guess what? Yeah, but guess what? You people, and I will you people the shit out of that.
Yes.
People that came on that don't game or have never gamed were the same motherfuckers that sat there laughing at the gamers 10 years ago when it wasn't the cool thing to do, and now
Bro.
bandwagon Twitch making
want a
some
piece of
money.
the pie.
Let's
Daddy,
hop on a platform. So I will
bro.
gatekeep the
Right.
fuck out of it.
Dude,
I will
hey,
not game a day in my
dude.
life from this point, but I remember the days in high school when gaming saved me from those days while you motherfuckers were laughing at us.
You know that.
Come here with some
Fuckers, you think
bullshit about Reddit.
I was
recap,
a super
motherfucker.
cool kid. Like,
Fuck
what are you
outta
talking
here.
about? I was
Goddamn,
that
yeah,
person
you
as well.
people, motherfucker. I will
You know that
gatekeep. Give me the goddamn tridents. I will
Oh my God, you
gatekeep.
were totally popular. You must have been.
No, just because I look like this now doesn't mean I always look this way, and it doesn't mean that I didn't fucking grow up.
I don't care what you look. I don't care. I don't care if
by
you're
myself.
I don't care if
playing
you're a
video
cool
games
kid or not. I don't
and
care.
having
Listen.
LAN parties at internet cafes in Turkey, like that. But you don't know that. I guess, and you assume that because I
Well,
look
did you or did you
a certain way,
not?
or because I talk a certain way, that I didn't have enough gamer clout for you.
Yeah, and like Hasan didn't come on.
Fake
just-
gamer.
though.
Fake gamer.
No, Hasan didn't come
Hey,
on.
so
just-
Kick him off. Fake gamer.
This is like this
We're
should
just-
like.
like he doesn't even fit that category. His first streams were just gaming, but he didn't grow as much until he went ahead and started actually talking about politics, because that's why people came to see him. Like it's the viewers, it's the site that wanted that.
I'm not saying it's bad or wrong. I'm just saying I'm gonna gatekeep. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so they're
Call
like
out
this
the
is like.
fake-
You think it's bad or wrong? Like you think it's bad or wrong if you're gatekeeping it, like inherently.
No, I don't think it's bad or wrong.
What
I'm-
does gate?
But why are you
What does
gatekeeping it then?
gatekeeping mean? I don't know what that.
Why would you not want that on the site if you don't think it's bad or wrong? If you
Oh,
think
it can be on the
it's
site. I'm
completely
just gonna
fine, okay,
gatekeep.
why wouldn't you want it?
I'm just gonna gatekeep. I didn't say I don't
He
want
just
it.
wants to keep the gamers separate from the non-gamers.
Trainwreck, will you
Listen,
stay?
hey,
So you
listen,
have no
hey, chill out, Josh. All right, yo, chill out. All right.
Well, separate but equal for the
The
gamers. and
WoW-
non-gamers.
listen,
Separate.
He's segregating them. Yeah.
That
But
world
the biggest
first man
Twitch
came,
streamers
but
on
listen,
Twitch
ease
are
up, all right?
gamers,
Ease the
yeah.
saddles, all right,
all
dude?
right, we're cool.
Ease the saddles, all right, dude. Listen,
No,
I
but
love
in terms
Josh, you're a good dude.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gatekeeping.
We don't
all
know
right?
each other.
I have double tridents. I have the pitchforks of the devil.
Wait.
I'm sitting here with my goddamn Coke.
Yeah,
And I'm sipping on my
You're
Coke.
fake gamer. It would have been Mountain Dew if he was a gamer. Fake gamer, confirmed.
Who drinks Mountain
Who got
Dew?
him?
Wait, hold on, wait.
I don't look like
Okay,
Izzy Bear.
So like just because at one point in time a whole bunch of people weren't into games and they're getting into it now, I don't understand why people demonize that shit. Like you should be happy that more people are getting involved in your thing. I mean, it's making all of us bigger. It's giving us more people to play games with. It's giving us larger audiences. It's making gaming more mainstream. There's more budgets that are being allocated to AAA companies to produce huge fucking projects and shit. Like I don't
It's all
understand.
just going to Ninja
Yeah.
Destiny.
I mean, I agree.
Like,
I'm
I
happy
understand.
with
Like
it.
I understand from an
No, I'm happy with
emotional
it.
point of view that you want to like lash out against people that you've perceived that have done you
Yeah,
wrong
yeah,
in the
yeah.
past.
No,
But like, why not just like chill? Like, there's literally
I am
nothing
chill.
beneficial that comes from like gatekeeping the fuck out of a
I am
website.
chill. No, listen, I'm gatekeeping emotionally.
What about mentally then?
Yeah,
Trent.
Emotionally gatekeeping.
Not
I
even
don't.
both?
I don't give a shit at the end of the day. Realistically, what Hasan said. Listen, I'm logging on. I'm doing my Reddit recaps. all
Okay,
right?
I've got a legitimate question here. Okay, I got a legitimate question. Why does everybody at the they consider IRL and just chatting the normie sections, but why are they why do a lot of influencers when they hit the IRL section, it's like their most popular portion of their broadcast?
Because the reason
because
being
it's
is because it
personal.
appeals to the most people, right? It
Wait,
appeals to
no.
the ones
No, I think
So
the
there's
most
a difference.
No.
Go ahead, Destiny.
There's a difference.
I know exactly. It's because it's
no.
personal.
1 second, Destiny. Go ahead. Destiny's
Okay, when
passionate.
the
about
IRL
this.
section started on Twitch, these were non-gaming people that actually hated games on Twitch. That's why a lot of people initially will like the IRL stuff. When people like Ice Poseidon were doing big streams, I think Hyphonics is IRL stuff. I don't remember it in the past, but especially like Ice's crowd, these are people that would come to the site that literally would shit on people for playing games. Like they would make fun of people that do gaming content. Like so, it was a massive
Fuck
culture
them.
mismatch between the people that did IRL versus the people that did normal streams. The reason why people like IRL now more than the people doing normal streams is because you grow an audience through normal streams. But at the end of the day, people generally like personalities more than watching pro gamers, unless you're literally like the best at your fucking craft. So people like Greek, people like Train, people like me, typically you want to get as much personality to this person as possible. And the way to do that is have them watching videos and interacting with the chat, not just focusing on a video game.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
That's
What about
exactly
me?
right.
Same.
That's exactly right.
Do you
I don't
guys?
think they'll
What do you
get
guys
into you.
find
They
more
just wanna
interesting?
react to
Just
videos
out of curiosity, what do you guys find more interesting? Watching a video game or watching somebody in IRL?
IRL.
Depends who it is.
Depends what they're doing.
Depends who it is.
The thing is, not like for me, like whenever I watch a stream, I want to watch the streamer and I want to interact with the streamer. But the reality of it is, not every viewer is like that. They don't want to watch every single game, but they might still like the streamer. And the IRL section or just chatting or whatever, that's whenever you're you're directly watching their personality as opposed to watching what game they're playing.
Yeah, there's days where it depends who it is. There's days where I prefer watching Destiny talk on the IRL section, and I just put him on in the background, listen to him talk. I feel great. It's great content. And there's days I just want to put on Summit, or I put on Shroud, and I just kick back. It depends what mood I'm in. I think both.
I noticed you say all male.
Really good.
But can't your personality come through when you're playing
Why'd you
video
shoot me,
games?
dude?
Like
Wait,
that's
what
what
was
the
that,
best
Casey?
people do.
Casey, what was that?
Oh, I said I noticed you said all male gamer.
Have you seen most female streamers in the just chatting section?
Can I
Might as well be.
Go
fucking
ahead, Casey. Go ahead, Casey.
Oh, Trainwrecks, in my chat in 2014, you said, I love this. This is my type of female. She'll be there by my side while we fuck all over your dead mothers, you fucking losers. Do you still stand by what you wrote?
okay, dude.
She's got receipts.
Hey,
That's cute.
hey.
I thought it was.
Train, how come
Hey.
you never speak like that to me, dude?
He does in
Hey,
my
listen,
chat.
dude. I've
Panties.
been whipped into shape by TOS, dude. I can't talk like that anymore.
It's still fun to look back.
Shit.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if you go into Sony D or Tyler One's chat, I used to say yo, look in my eyes, you blue-eyed sexy beast. Come on my fucking mouth. I used to say fuck that shit in guys' chats too.
Oh my God.
Don't feel too special.
I
Winnie.
can confirm.
I did it.
He says that
I
about
did-
me all the time, still to this day when he comes into my.
I did it in men's chat, so don't feel too special.
You still do it in men's chat because the women are the ones that report you and get you banned. Being saying gay shit in a man's chat, no one cares. But once you do it to a woman,
Let's not generalize here, Marykatherine. Come on.
I'm just saying.
All right. Okay. All right. Let us take a straw poll now. We are voting for who you want to keep on the Rajj Royale podcast. Not kick. Keep, not kick. All right. The poll is coming into the chat here very soon, and you're going to vote. All right. Keep, not kick. All right. There we go. Poll is coming through. All right. Go ahead and vote. Chat.
Remember, incels, if I don't fucking win, I'm coming back next week. The whole show.
Good point. Good point, Izzy.
Remember, you're voting
Oh my
for who you
God,
want to kick,
Esfand.
right? Vote for who you want to kick, guys.
No, keep. Oh God, you
That'll
just
be my
fucked it up.
strategy next week, Destiny. I'll just say that every
All right,
time.
go ahead and vote, chat.
It's not letting me vote.
I'd like to say thank you to all my no subscribers. Appreciate it.
Esfand, what are you eating?
That looks
turkey
good.
breast.
I'm hungry.
Turkey breast from Subway with banana pepper.
Great, dude.
yeah,
Oh
it's
my
really good.
god. I mean, now that you said it was Subway, I changed my perspective.
Why don't they
on
eat
it.
turkey
What's wrong with
testicles?
Subway?
Isn't that kind of sexist?
Yeah, it is kind of.
Like, have you ever thought of that? Like, they never eat turkey testicles. It's only turkey breasts.
Oh,
Why do
Well,
you? Why
testicles
do you?
gotta be
What?
small.
Why would you eat testicles?
It's because testicles have a really weird fucking consistency and texture. Because if you
Wait.
ever try fucking
Sorry,
Rocky
I'm just
Mountain,
trying to pull an
You're
argument that
He's trying
Hasan
to
would agree
troll.
with.
Don't take that seriously. That was an attempt at a joke.
I'm just adding to it.
It
I
wa-
thought it was
You've
fun.
never had testicles, Candy?
Really? I think
Well,
Hasan. I think the reason why we have people don't want to eat turkey testicles is because we're socially programmed to believe that.
Yeah, you
there's
think we're
some-
What
social
is
conditioned not to
testicles?
eat
What is inside the balls or what?
Kandyland, you know a
Balls is
lot
the
about what's
testicle.
Yeah,
inside balls.
testicles is what's
I've heard
inside
about
the
your
ball.
pity blowjobs.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Izzy
Oh, you
Bear.
wish you could get one.
Izzy Bear.
Come inside the balls.
What'd you
No, but
say?
there's
Semen
pee-
comes from
pee is
several
stored
different
in the
areas in your
balls.
body, but partially from the balls, partially from the prostate.
Wait, what? Semen's in the prostate?
Why do you think men's G spot is in their asshole?
Wait, I didn't know semen was created in the prostate. I thought it was only in the testicles.
No.
No,
That
penis
when
is
you
in
when
the
you
balls.
ejaculate, it's not just sperm or whatever that come out. It's like a whole bunch of shit, right? There's like it's not just baby making stuff. It's stuff that keeps it alive, like the whole seminal fluid and
protein.
shit, right? Yeah.
Well,
I heard if you drink a gallon of milk, it'll just start replacing. Cum will
How do
just
you
come
drink
out.
with cow sperm?
With what do you mean?
No, like
You drink a
if you
gallon
drink
of
milk
milk,
and you start
technically.
coming, the body will take the milk and come for you after that.
Doesn't pineapple make your
Wait,
cum
what?
better?
Yeah, did you
So
know?
wait, you can nut
That
milk?
is true.
Yeah.
Pineapple
It's
thing
sweet.
is
Well,
Well, I
Try
mean,
that.
we already call it nut milk, so
Yeah. All right. Okay. E-Rob, you have won, but you don't get to decide
Why?
Why is
because
Europe so popular?
Destiny, you decided last time, and that's how the
Never talks
rules of the
about
Rajj Royale work. Destiny, you get to decide between the two bottom amount voted. It's either Marykatherine or Izzy.
Fuck.
Kinda
Who
the
had
same.
the least votes?
Marykatherine.
feels
Sorry.
bad.
I'm sorry,
Bye.
Mary.
All right,
See you later.
Marykatherine, would you like to give
Bye,
yourself a shout out?
Yeah, West PTW is where I do all my yoga. But Patreon is my real money, so make sure you subscribe to my Patreon, please.
All right, bye, Marykatherine. Thank you so
That's a
much.
joke because you can't say that on
Hit me
Twitch.
up on Snapchat.
That's a joke. Thank you, bitch.
Yeah, of course it's a
Thank
joke.
you. Next. All right, thank you, Marykatherine. I appreciate it. Well, Izzy, you survived. How about that?
I'm on round 3!
Woo woo! All right, we do have to talk about this next one. I just realized Wes is the most conservative person we had, and now no longer we have that. All right. Okay, so I want to talk about the Super Bowl nipple thing.
What?
So
What happened?
Nipplegate at the Super Bowl. Adam Levine, Kriegasm, took off his shirt at the Super Bowl and showed his nipples and was being praised. All right, and there is outrage because when Janet Jackson showed her nipple in the Super Bowl. There's outrage, okay? Showed her nipple in the Super Bowl. She was banned.
Yeah, she didn't even show nipple, by the way.
Okay.
There's a plate over her nipple.
Well,
well,
forget about it. Whatever. But anyway, regardless of the fact, a plate, whatever, the act of even slightly almost exposing her nipple, all right, there was backlash on social media because she got banned from the Super Bowl when that happened.
Dude, we're literally going to get to a point, Raj, where people are going to say, man, I don't get it. My boy went to jail for shooting someone, but X and X went to jail for shooting someone in a video game, and he didn't go to jail. Like what the fuck kind of a
listen, dude?
We're gonna go.
Well, okay, let me ask a question to you. I think there is clearly
shit, dude.
No, can I say something?
Yes.
There is clearly a difference between a woman tit and a male tit. It's a difference between them. Do you agree? Do you agree, people?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Because a tit's a tit. A tit's a tit.
No,
A man's got a really nice fucking pectoral muscles. That's more sexual to me.
No, a woman tit is painted as a sexual thing, and a male tit
Why
has
can't
always
men
not
be
been.
painted as sexual?
Yeah, it can be, but it's just not. It's not
If
right
I
now.
saw Esfand's titties, I'd be like, God damn, they're probably some nice titties. Like,
yeah, but my titties don't shoot milk.
It's
Well,
clearly
most
different.
women's titties aren't shooting milk either. Wait,
Yeah, right? I know.
Most women's breasts are not constantly producing milk.
I was just being stupid.
I heard somewhere that if you like suck on a nipple regularly, it'll like start producing
You can
milk.
start lactating
Even
over
like
a
if
period
you
of time,
don't. Yeah.
Okay, here's so the boring reality is that right now, like, there's two different conversations here. Should a man's boob versus a woman's boob be viewed differently? We can have a discussion on that. The reality is, though, right now, at least in the United States, they are viewed very differently. So obviously, if you show a woman's boob on TV versus a man's boob, you're going to get in huge trouble for it. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. So is the Super Bowl right to like perpetuate that? I mean, probably. It's a big business. I don't expect them to start breaking through like social norms or some shit. Not like that anytime soon. In fact, I'm pretty sure you even get fucking fined if you do that shit on public TV. So I mean, it's not really surprising that that would be the take that
I've held this back for probably 6 months now because I've been scared. I'm just gonna say it, dude. I gotta say it publicly, dude.
He's gonna say it.
It's not worth it, Train!
Dude, I have.
You spent 30 days in the Twitch pen, man. Come on.
No, listen, dude. I've got to say this. I am so sick and tired of this argument every day. I'm gonna say it. Whoever gets offended, listen, give me your goddamn fucking. Give me a rebuttal. Listen, women's breasts and men's fucking breasts are two different things. They're different. They're fucking different. They're different. They are fucking different. It's that simple. It's
a
done.
nipple's a nipple, pal.
It's that. No. Listen. They are different. They're different. Okay. They are different. Okay. They're different.
Yes.
They're different.
They're different.
Good, Trainwrecks. I get your point. I agree with you.
I completely
I'm so
agree.
sick of this.
Okay,
man.
so then here's the obvious question. So here's the obvious question.
Rebut that, dude.
So here's the obvious question. Say you take a woman that has very small breasts. She's an A cup. What's the difference between her showing her breast versus somebody? I'm not trying to be mean here, but somebody like Esfand who has larger breasts showing his. Why is one different than the other?
It's very different. It's a woman and a man. Like I think. It's
Okay,
very
so you're
different.
saying it's different, but I'm asking you how. In what way?
Because if I were to say how, I know exactly how you and Hasan would jump on it and attack me in a sexist, misogynistic way.
No, oh my God, I'm not saying
how,
sexist. I'm just asking
I
for
know
a
how it's
question.
responded to. Because I know how it's responded to. I'm not going to say it
Well,
publicly.
then what's your counter argument then? If you know the counter argument.
My counter argument is everyone in chat and everyone knows I can't respond why, but they know my counter argument is they are different. That's it. They are fucking different.
Yeah,
Listen,
they are different.
I can't argue that.
Train, just DM Destiny. DM Destiny.
You want to go down this road? We're gonna get to a point. I predict this. Okay, in 150 years, mark my words. When I'm fucking dead, thank God, when I'm dead, in 150 years, there was gonna be no man and woman. There's only gonna be human. That's it. Human. There's gonna be nothing.
Why is that
There
a
won't be
bad thing?
anything.
What in society
It will just be
breaks down
human.
without
It will,
upholding your
because
gender
it
roles?
shouldn't matter. Because it's the
I
fact
think
we're
it's so
digging so
beautiful.
deep. We're digging so deep. Like it's just so crazy. What do you want? What do you got? Like what do people want? What do people want? I don't get it.
Nothing.
Okay, wait, I can
Go ahead, Izzy. Izzy, go ahead. Go ahead, Izzy.
Nothing in society
get
breaks
it.
down if we get rid of your gender role. Nothing. You can't name society fucking unhinging and burning and dying because of them. It's so dumb that we hold them to the level we do, and it causes so much stupid shit like this conversation.
A level? What level? What level?
So
What in society breaks down without gender role?
So the structure of the family is probably a cornerstone right now in a modern Western society, and breaking that down seems to cause a lot of bad things in different scenarios. So, for instance, if you're raised in a single-parent household, it can cause a lot of bad things to happen, or you're predicted to. In terms of train wrecks, in terms of what you're asking, like, what do people want? I think that generally, what the general argument would be given is that what people want is the freedom to wear things or to show a boob without people necessarily sexualizing it. It can be sexual, but without it necessarily being sexualized.
Let's be real for a second,
don't like
okay?
that.
Yes, there are men that are bad. They are disgusting pigs, and they sexualize women when they don't want to be sexualized. Let's be honest, yes, but let's not forget there is also on the opposite end. On the opposite end, just like there's piggish men, there are also women that sexualize themselves. So stop making this about
hold on, wait. So this is what's called.
Go ahead,
Go ahead, Destiny.
This was literally not a response to anything. This was not a response to anything that I just said.
I agree with E-Rob.
It didn't address anything at all.
I hate this year. I hate it.
I agree. Me too.
We are so
Me too.
I can't even. I'm scared to listen.
I'm with E-Rob on this one.
Listen, you know, here's a fact. Here's a fact.
Stop
okay,
farming.
Listen. No, I can't even say what I want to say now. Continue.
Say it then.
No,
Stop
I
being a
heard
pussy.
Okay, can you DM me your
I
argument?
just
Because whatever
watched
you're trying to say, I could probably say it. You can just say it. I don't know why you're so fucking scared to say it. Like there are concrete differences between men and women. The way that we view breasts is highly sexual. They're evolved with secondary sexual characteristics. I mean, like, what is it that you want to say? You can fucking say it. I don't know why you're acting so scared.
Because listen. Those concrete differences that you say that there are, which yes there are. Maybe not now, but in 10 years or 20 years, those concrete differences are going to be argued too. Do you understand? It's never going to end. It's never going to end. There's going to be arguments.
Okay, that's because in society,
reaching.
No, we're not reaching. Okay, so our goal in any society, this is the point of technology, this is the point of science, the point of everything we fucking do, is generally to make people happier. This idea that there is some established concrete difference or whatever is all at the end of the day ultimately subject to our own human values. If for some reason we decide to say like, hey, maybe women in general are happier if they can show a boob publicly or if they can walk around topless without people necessarily sexually objectifying them, and that makes the majority of people happier, what the fuck is the problem with that? How can you be so fucking mad about that? I don't understand.
I'm not mad about it. Then do it. I'm not mad about it. I'm not
beautiful
mad about it.
with-
It's because it keeps going. I'm not mad about it. Do it. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't bother me. Do it. Do it. But
do it.
It bothers me. I'd walk.
It's just
around with a boner everywhere.
non-stop. It's not. Everything is
everywhere.
being. Everything. Every syllable. I probably, dude. In 10 more years, I probably came in. Fucking sexist. Fucking misogynist. Fucking racist. Fucking not.
I will say this.
It's going to end.
I will say this: the left is getting angry at at people categorizing people based on their gender or whatnot, but at the same time turn around and categorize people as misogynists, racists, and multiple different other categories as well.
I understand this, but the frustrating part, and this is a large part of what I do, is that instead of having an intelligent response to somebody, you become a total fucking reactionary, and you basically let the person define you in a negative way. So like if somebody, so for instance, I'll 100% agree on that. The left goes full fucking stupid on a lot of fucking issues, and they're real, especially things like fucking gun control, right? The left will see a lot of really fucking stupid shit. So like, as an example, right? When the left talks about gun control, they obsess over like assault rifles, right? Or AR-15s. It's like nobody even fucking dies to AR-15s. It's like 50 people a fucking year. But my response isn't, oh God, it's the left, the outrage culture, I fucking hate them all.
It's this
hey,
simple.
well, I
You get
understand
rid
that
of
some
all
of
the
what they
fucking
say on the
guns, so you
left,
get
some of
all
what
the
they say
guns.
is bad, and but we can find the good and we can develop our own position, and we don't have to become an insane fucking reactionary to everything that's said. There's a reason why a lot of people get mad at a lot of misogynistic shit, because there's a lot of stuff that gets passed off as a woman as just casual fucking sexism that you're just supposed to live with. That's part of what the Me Too movement showed out. Just because there are some people on left or some people on Twitter or whatever that go fucking crazy doesn't mean you have to throw out the baby with the bathwater and become a complete fucking reactionary to a couple of fringe positions that not everybody even believes in.
I'm thinking about starting a new movement called Free the Ballsack, actually.
Free the ballsack.
Yeah.
No, I think it's beautiful to cover up. I think.
What?
Yeah, no, but like to cover your nipples. I mean, like if a
but not the
woman,
ballsack.
Woman should cover. No, man.
Make the nipple less sexy if we cover them up, or if we just let them out. I mean.
Yeah, keep it sexy. I think, like, oh my God, I hope that it never gets neutral to show woman.
It's not about it being neutral. It's about you having the fucking choice. How is this so hard? Legs are sexy. People shave them. People wear leggings and stock. People do all sorts of sexy shit.
Yeah, but I don't want to come on them, Destiny.
Some people do.
Yes, you do.
Fucking, I'll come on a nice fucking leg if it looks fucking nice enough.
Yeah, I know, but why do I want to come on tit? Why is the tit my first option to come on?
The difference is that if you're a woman, you can walk around and show your legs. You can have shorts on. It's okay because the power is supposed to reside with the individual, at least in a liberal society, like in terms of liberalism, not Democrat. In a liberal society, we generally want to empower people with as much agency and freedom as possible. If you want to present yourself in a certain way, that's fine. Nobody should be allowed to say, hey, legs are too sexy, cover them up. Hey, ankles are too sexy, cover them up. We all sit here and shit on people for their Sharia law shit. Hey, cover up your hair.
When I was younger,
and we turn around and we go, hey, you know, you should like too much cleavage, cover that shit up too. Like, what the fuck is the difference? It's literally the same type of argument.
When I was younger, I had to cover up. I couldn't wear shorts at my job. I was working as a caretaker nurse, kind of.
Sure, and do you want your whole life to be like that? That you can't wear shorts anywhere because legs are too
jealous because I didn't want the old guys to, you know.
When you don't want them to do it though, that's your choice, and that's the point. If
but
you're
also
working
my
a
boss
job
told me
where
I
that's
can't-
not a risk, would you like to wear shorts when it's too fucking hot? Like when the old guy touching you or looking at you wrong isn't a risk. Would you like to wear fucking shorts then?
Also, the onus isn't on you, Kandyland. The onus is on the guy not to fucking grab you inappropriately just because you're wearing shorts. Like, you shouldn't feel like it's your fault or you were asking for it because you were wearing shorts.
No, I think it's my fault. If I'm wearing something super sexy, I understand.
That's because you have horrible fucking self-esteem and a horrible internalized view. So that's totally fucked.
It's actually not your fault. I will listen.
It is absolutely your fault. This is like when
I'm going out and I'm wearing like
guys, no, it's a language barrier. Okay.
That's not a language barrier. It's literally this is the definition of internalized misogyny. It's
No, it's not.
No,
You're trying to like.
can I explain? Can I explain?
Go ahead,
Like, I
Candy,
remember
please
once
explain.
I remember once when I was like wearing very revealing clothes and I was walking in the city. I was going to a concert and guys were like whistling after me and I was like, well, I should probably not have worn this out.
No, he shouldn't have whistled at you.
Okay, so here, there's a thing in society where we can have this thing. Okay, we call this internalized misogyny or internalized racism, where basically you can have a negative view of your own race or your own gender because society has reinforced it so much. Another example of this is when a black guy says, well, you know, I got out of the car and the cop wanted to ask me some questions. I mean, to be fair, I am black and I am driving a really nice car. I guess I kind of understand why the cop wants to. Those aren't good thoughts to have.
No,
your
I
goal
think
shouldn't be
it's-
your goal shouldn't be to
I'm gonna
change
get
yourself. Your goal
less
should be to change
respected.
society.
No, of course I'm gonna get less respected depending on what I wear. If I want to wear something super slutty, of course people are gonna disrespect me, and I understand that.
Yeah, listen.
Like,
Here's why that African American example of the black on the cops, not the example. Okay, Candy is admitting. She is admitting that she's wearing clothing that is sexual. She has objectified the clothing as sexual. Do you understand? So she is admitting that it is sexual. When something is sexual, you are wearing it for the attention of others for that specific reason. So
It sounds like she didn't want that attention
I'm never
here.
wearing it for any others.
No, it
I'm
sounds like
wearing
here
it
she
for
wasn't
myself.
wearing it for that reason.
Yeah, I'm wearing it for myself.
That
of course,
example
but
of
then
the
I
black man in the
realized-
car.
Literally, what you
has
just
no
said is
choice.
fucking wrong. She just told you that you were just wrong about what you just said. Can you please acknowledge that?
Wait, hold on.
Don't acknowledge it.
She literally just said that she wasn't going to be sexual for other people.
Don't acknowledge. This is too funny.
That's literally what she just
She's
said.
labeling it
Whenever I
as
dress up,
slutty.
whatever I do, it's
She's
for
labeling
me.
it.
She's not labeling it as slutty. She's doing it because other people told her it was slutty. That's what she just said.
Also,
So
again,
you don't think
the
slutty.
reaction of
You're slutty
others
because
should
others
not
told-
dictate what you do. You should still have the freedom to wear whatever the fuck you want to wear
right, but-
without being harassed by other people.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I agree with that. I can
I
completely
don't think
completely harassed
anybody
too.
disagrees with that. I don't think
I
anybody
completely
disagrees with
agree with
that.
that.
Except for Candy.
I
Well,
disagree.
no,
Go ahead,
I
Ken.
agree.
Here's what
Like,
Candy's
yeah,
a
it
little
would be
bit.
nice.
Go ahead.
It would be nice to be able to wear whatever, and people not judging me for it. But I understand if someone is gonna judge me.
I honestly,
No,
I disagree
but-
with E-Rob on this one.
But okay, so Candy, do you think that like okay, you don't think that they should be able to do that, right? Or you think that they shouldn't do that? But is what you're saying that you feel like if you feel like you're going to be in a situation where this could possibly happen, then you need to take like preventative measures? Is kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so. I think I should not. I should probably not have worn that revealing clothes in the middle of the city.
But it's not necessarily your fault. Like you're just
No.
essentially like being proactive about it by like not wearing it in that situation, which is wrong anyway.
but you
It's
should
just
have
logical
autonomy.
thinking. It's just logical thinking. I think like. Oh, I don't know how to explain this, but
Why isn't it logical?
I see what you're saying. I see what
no.
you're saying.
Control to not fucking catcall and focus just on.
No,
Yeah,
everybody
but I
agrees
can't
that the
change
word's
it.
terrible. You shouldn't do
I
that.
can't change it. Like I understand. It would be lovely if they didn't.
I know, but
catcall
when
me,
we're having a
I can't
hypothetical
change it.
conversation about changing it, maybe don't take the role of the victim blamer.
I don't
Well,
think.
I'm just saying, if you don't want to get
Deserve to
catcalled,
get
don't
whistled at.
dress like a slut. If you like, that's you.
internalized.
That wording.
We're having a hypothetical conversation about what should
Here's
be,
the problem.
and when
Here's
we're having that conversation, if you're reinforcing the existing gender roles and reinforcing the bad behavior, you're essentially caping for those dudes who are harassing you for whatever you want to wear.
The main problem is you're using the word slut so much. That's the problem. Like, you're labeling what you're wearing as slutty, but you're saying you're not doing it for anyone. It's this weird thing. It's this weird language barrier, I think. Realistically, if you wear clothing out and it's not for anyone else, you're just wearing it for yourself, and you're going to the fucking mall and some guy catcalls you, he is in the wrong. It is not your fault.
Yeah, I wish I could change the world, but the world is like the world is.
He's a disgusting pig.
I know, we're talking about how the world is right now, and then we're having a conversation about what should be.
Can I fucking
finish, Train?
please?
Let Train finish.
Listen, there's two. It's very simple. Okay, if you're wearing something for yourself, for nobody else, you just want to look good, you're going out, and a guy catcalls you, it is his fault. He is a pig. He is misogynistic, and he is
What's the
whatever.
difference
He's
between
disgusting.
catcalling and walking up to someone and
Fucking hell! What do you think? You should ask your
Yeah,
fucking
I agree,
question, you
he's a pig.
Scottish fuck! Holy shit!
Fuck you, prick!
For the 80th time!
Just please.
Yeah, of course I agree. He's a pig. Of course I agree.
Yes, but if you're wearing it specifically for the attention, and you want people to look, you want people to say stuff and look at you because that's where you get it from. If you're doing it for that specific reason, this is a hypothetical for that specific reason. If you're doing it and you willingly acknowledge that, then yes, you're bound to get one or two terrible comments, and you can't pick and choose, right? But if you're doing it for yourself, yes, the guy is a pig. If you're admitting that you're doing it for the attention of others, then yes, you're gonna get one or two comments, and you have to accept the consequences if you want the positive. It's that simple. Thank you.
How could you distinguish whether or not she was doing it for herself versus for others' attention?
No, I was giving two
Especially as the
hypotheticals. What are you
outsider.
talking- This wasn't to her. I was giving her two hypotheticals. She
Not
said it
her,
was for
just
herself.
It shouldn't matter who you do it for, but yeah, it shouldn't matter who you do it for. Like,
So this
the
is
man
not
should
do it regardless.
basically
You should not
anyone.
harass women regardless. I don't think that's too crazy of an idea.
Listen, it's
Okay, I got one.
But is
Oh,
wolf
man, it's
whistling
What do you
really
think about people
harassment
that
though?
stare at you, Candy? What do people think about people that stare at you, rather than catcall you?
Well,
Depends how good
I
looking
don't
they are,
know.
though, innit?
You like what you
I don't notice that. I'm not very. I don't notice.
Okay.
I'm very observative, or I'm not very. Yeah.
So. Sorry, I lost it. Sorry, I lost it. I lost it.
You're broken. The goal is that at the end of the day, what we want in society is
Yes.
hopefully women should be able to wear something they want, and they
Yes.
shouldn't have to subject themselves to somebody else's interpretation of what. I don't know why you're saying yes when you just disagreed with this for your whole previous argument.
No.
The
No, I
goal
didn't.
is that.
Why is it only you that doesn't understand? Why does Esfand understand? Why is it only you?
I completely understand what you're saying.
I
I
don't
understand everything you've
either,
said. I've heard it like a million times. I completely understand what you're saying.
No, you don't. No, you don't. I think women should wear whatever they want.
No.
Without being harassed or catcalled. I believe that. The thing is, there are times I do it myself. There's
Wait,
times
then what
where
did we
I wear-
disagree on?
Nothing. I was
Do you
giving
not think
two
there's some stuff that's not okay though?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
you-
Like, people were changing what Train was saying.
But
They
also, you
always do
need to
that because it's a
understand, like,
narrative.
if
It's a
you're
narrative and
wearing
chat goes
something, you
nuts
might,
over it.
like, you might be treated in a different way. Like, we have to understand that. Like, we can't just change the world. But okay, we can try to change the world, but we can't just do it.
Do you think
do you
that
guys seriously? Right, no. Do you guys seriously want a world where people can go out wearing whatever they want, and that's okay? And like, you can never like the difference between catcalling someone and calling someone out on something, right? Like, catcalling's one thing that's fucked up, right? But like, do you guys want it so you're never approached in public and someone like has a problem with you or anything like that? That's really.
If someone's
It's
wearing a
unreal-
Nazi
yeah, it's
uniform,
unrealistic.
I'm probably going to call them out and even maybe do other stuff.
It's
Wait, so that's different because Nazi.
Okay,
Okay,
but
that's different because
my next point
Is
is.
it
Go ahead.
illegal to wear?
What about people walking around naked and shit? Like, how revealing can we get? Like, what are we talking about?
Go ahead,
Sure,
Destiny.
So right now it's this is very frustrating because we're having this conversation. We are seated so deeply inside our own cultural relativism. It is unfathomable that things could change. But like this exact same conversation that we're having right now.
Could you
has
tone it down
literally-
for Rob a little bit? Maybe use language that's a little bit simpler.
Okay, our values change with the times, and this same conversation that we're having right now has been had about a million different things. Should women, flappers in the 40s did it right? Should women reveal their ankles? Should women be allowed to wear dresses that show their knees? Is showing the back too slutty? Like we've had, and every time, you know, it's like, well, isn't this crazy? Or look at music, right? Fucking when romantic music came out, people thought that it was fucking the devil's music compared to shit that like Mozart or even further back Bach played. And when fucking rock and roll came out, you know, it was like based on jazz and black music and all this gross stuff. And then when fucking R&B and like we keep, and then now we're today where people are like, should women really be allowed to wear their nipples? Like, isn't this crazy? This is the exact same conversation we have 50 million times.
People have some responsibility.
Compare an ankle and a back to a nipple. I can never understand.
Again, you can't fathom it because
Go
right
ahead,
now
Dad.
you are seated so deeply in your own cultural relativism that you can't fathom it. But in the past, people absolutely did. Women showing even a little bit of leg were considered massive fucking sluts. And I'm sure that fucking 50 years from now, maybe women will be showing their boobs and shit, and people will be thinking like, well, should we be allowed to show this or that or whatever? Like this has happened for all of human
You
history.
can walk around with your tits out.
What?
In New York, can't you walk around with your tits out?
I think so in New York City, can't you?
Oh,
I know in my.
Okay, guys, Destiny's trying to explain cultural relativism in the simplest terms possible. The culture shifts throughout time, and we find things to be acceptable that we previously did not think were acceptable. The reason why a lot of times we go back to like black people and slavery is because there were a lot of people who thought slavery was acceptable and fought against abolishing slavery. So obviously, as culture shifts, we shift with it and we normalize this sort of behavior, which is why 20, 30, 40 years down the line, we probably won't have the same kinds of perspectives on nipples, just like we don't have the same kind of perspective on legs anymore, even though that was a point of contention at some point.
Do you not think people have some responsibility to fit within the zeitgeist of whatever time?
They won't have any responsibility.
But also, like, at the time...
Casey, I'm gonna let you get in. 1 second.
It's not anything that's weird. It's all social conditioning.
Yeah, and at the time where calves wasn't acceptable to be wearing out, you understand you will get looked at and treated weird if you wear your calves out. That's the same. Like if I
you wear your calves.
Sure, but like,
okay, but
current
you
societal
can
standard-
justify bad behavior, especially if you want to change the conditions that you exist under, right? You can't turn around and be like, well, they're just going to do this to me. Like there was a point in time when if you couldn't wear pants on Sunday as a woman, what are you going to do? Are you just like, well, just don't wear pants, I guess? Or if you're a black person living under the Jim Crow laws in the South, are you just going to be like, well, just don't break the rules? You have to. If there's a hierarchy that is unjust,
I wasn't
you must
gonna
fight
bring the
against
nukes
it,
out. You know what?
especially if you
I
want to
wasn't-
improve your conditions.
I wasn't gonna bring the nuclear bombs out, but I'm gonna bring them out right now.
Oh no.
Okay. I'm gonna bring someone call fucking bring out Big Bertha. Okay. Listen, roll it out here, dude. Okay, listen here. I'm sick of this shit. It's so one-sided. It's so one-sided. How about this? Just recently, a huge article released and this huge hype just released of a new a new emoji. Okay, and it's the hand showing a small little centimeter, and most women on social media are so happy with it because they're parading over shitting on men and posting how they have small penises.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Where are your arguments? Where are your arguments?
Okay, wait. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Where's the reverse arguments? Where's
This is exactly what I'm talking about when I say
it's okay, right? Real equality, right, dude? No.
So this is exactly what I say when you should strive to be better than the dumb fucks that you criticize. So when I look at that Trainwrecks, when I look at that, what I think is that's kind of a shitty emote. You shouldn't do that. Rather than, oh well, look, you're arguing for all this shit. Well, what about when the other side does it? That's what my fucking 7-year-old kid does. Okay, I try to be better than that.
Yeah,
you can be too.
and right now
you
in your
can be
example,
better than that. You don't have to see shitty people on the left doing dumb shit like making fun of men.
and what are you
go,
doing right
"Oh, well,
now?
fuck."
Are you not reacting the same way I just reacted to the emojis? You're reacting that way.
he's reacting
No,
the same
the difference
outrage,
is that I have a core moral principle, and I'll stick to it for both sides. I'll say that's dumb as fuck on the left as well, but I'm not going to use that as a justification to be shitty to other people.
I'm not using it as a justification.
Then
I'm
why
just
are you
saying-
bringing it up? What is it relevant to this?
Because it seems like you and Hasan are jumping on the 2018, 2019 wave and just milking the obvious high road fucking goddamn answer. How about the reverse side? How about the side that's unpopular? How about that shit? If you're really striving,
What do you mean?
What is the
That's
side that's
talked about the other
unpopular?
side, though.
The incels.
If there were no
Outraged Andy is outraged again. By the way,
if this was
put
truly
that out there.
if this was striving for true
Leftist outrage, by the way.
No, if this was truly striving for everything and everyone, then it would be both sides. There'd be topics.
No. Hold on.
You have
It's
said so
only
much, and
one
I don't have a
side.
clue what you're trying to
You
say.
can't be outraged over every single issue in society at any point in time. Women talking about some dumb fucking emoji or whatever is way fucking different than women being objectified in society today. One is an actual real problem. The other one just has some really dumb fucking emo that's probably stupid. Like what?
Yeah, and guess what? A while ago, people brushed it off as a dumb problem back in the day, and now look where we are. So maybe we should fix.
Wait,
the
no.
problem
Where are we
before
now?
it
Tell me
becomes
where
a
we are
big
now.
problem.
Where are we now? That women
I'm
are
just saying
posting
maybe we should
fucking
fix it before it
centimeter
becomes a
stick
big
fucking thumbs
problem.
up.
We should fix it at the root, baby. At the root, we should fix it. At the root.
Just cut off all the
Fix
dicks.
it at the roots.
Boom.
Cut it off at the roots.
Ooh.
Amputate the fucking arm. Amputate that shit. Cut it off. Throw it overboard. Feed it to the shark.
The emote
For the
was
record, I like that like today in today's society, I like that
I'm striving for equality for men, for women, for pets, for fucking animals. Give me the trees. Protect the fucking ozone. Protect the moon. Protect it all. I want it now.
So for the record, in
today.
today's society, we have women coming out that are talking about literally being raped or sexually coerced by tons of people, by celebrities, by bosses, blah, blah, blah. And when Trainwreck says, look where we are now, he's talking about an emoji of a guy holding a centimeter thing on a fucking cell phone.
That's not even the point, though. The whole thing, like, that's not even the point of, like, girls, like, being like, oh, like, look, we can say, like, dudes have small dicks or whatever.
Why is it saying F?
It looks like it's a slideshow right now.
Why?
Like,
But I'm not dropping any frames.
You're dropping frames. You're dropping frames.
Yeah.
Try
it's a
leaving
Twitch
and
thing.
coming back in the
Is
appearance.
it a Twitch thing? Because I'm not
It's
locally. I'm
probably
not
Twitch
showing
thing.
any frames.
It's probably Twitch.
On the
Exactly.
bottom left, does it say encoder overloaded, Raj?
No.
It's good now. It's good. It's good. It's saved.
It's
Okay.
fine now.
All right.
Yeah.
I just want to say, once upon a time, Total Biscuit told me and Destiny it was okay for girls to wear small shirts on Twitch, and he had good opinions. So I'm gonna go with that.
Girls should wear whatever they want on Twitch.
The reason-
do whatever they want.
The reason why girls, there are girls out there who are happy about this emote. A lot of the reason is why is because like unsolicited dick pics, basically, so they can respond like this. That's why.
Wait, what is this emote supposed to be?
Like, oh,
It's supposed to say you have a small dick.
I fucking love Esfand, dude. Esfand, that was a great comeback, dude. Seriously.
I literally said like 10 minutes.
That's the information.
Still, is it going in and out?
No, it's good now.
Okay.
It's fine.
People are.
It's
Oh,
That was
all right. Okay.
very
So
reasonable take, Esfand.
we have a poll and everybody's voted in it. I put it in the chat. If you weren't paying attention, I'm sorry,
You
chat.
had a poll without me getting to plug.
All right.
God.
The poll has been put in the chat.
Unfair
All
to
right.
tag.
Okay, here we go. It is time to take a vote. All right? The vote has been casted and LROBB won the last round. LROBB, you have a choice between MiniTitan and Izzy Bear to eliminate from the show. Who are you going to choose? Sorry, going, not gooing. LROBB? Your microphone, LROBB. Hello?
The drama. Oh, I was.
My dude doesn't even have a
Yeah,
mic.
LROBB, yeah, let me turn you up a little bit. It seems like you're a little low.
Oh, MiniTitan.
Oh, and why?
Hey.
Oh, okay. All right, there he went.
He just left.
He just left. All right, thank you.
No one
MiniTitan,
left.
would you like to shout yourself out?
MiniTitan on Twitch. Bye bye.
Bye, MiniTitan. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
MiniTitan.
All right, peace out, MiniTitan. Thank you. All right, bye.
You're like
Well,
a dick.
and there we go. Anyway, continue with your conversation, MiniTitan. Did somebody else leave too? No?
No, Train's AFK, but I don't think anybody else left it.
All right, anyways, as you guys was saying.
Dream's kind of lagging again.
Is it? What's going on?
In the bottom right, is your FPS dropping, or does it say
No,
it's
nothing
not
is
constant
dropping.
60 or
Everything is green, and it says drop frame 0.0%.
Yeah, so the drop frames are going to be for lag. On the bottom left, if it says encoder overload, that means your CPU is overloaded. And then on the bottom right, if there should be a number that says 60 or 30, if that's dropping, then your GPU is overloaded.
Oh, CPU's at 60, CPU's at 31, but no, it's still solid. Everything's solid. None of what you said is happening.
It's
Okay.
got to be a Twitch thing.
By the way, shout out to MiniTitan. I love you, dude. That's my boy.
All right. So, are you guys finished talking about what you want to talk about, or should I continue? Should I move on?
I wanted to say something about
Yeah.
my penis.
You
I
want-
saw something.
You wanted to say
earlier
something
that-
about what?
Yes, about micro penis. Since we were on the subject, I saw something earlier about a woman who married a man and they didn't have sex until their honeymoon, and she found out he had a micro penis. Did you see that?
No, what happened?
No.
And he wanted to. There's articles on it. She wants to like separate from him.
So this is the question that I have towards Destiny and Hasan and maybe, I don't know if I don't mean to call you guys out, maybe Izzy too. Why is the outrage not as large when it happens to a man or as opposed to if it was a woman? Why is the outrage not as large? Why is it not a...
The outrage about what in particular?
Well, let's just take, for example,
Man having
if a man was sexually assaulted or something like that.
I take that's not true at all. You're completely incorrect. When Terry Crews was sexually assaulted
That's
by
one example.
a high-ranking agent, everyone got fucking outraged.
Wait, hold on.
They
That's
used it
just
as
because-
a Me Too movement like example, and yet there were plenty of people who made fun of him and whatnot. But there were plenty of people who were also advocating for his bravery and standing up and talking about this issue.
That's not because Terry Crews is a man. That's because Terry Crews is a celebrity that everybody loves.
Exactly.
I think
don't
that.
understand what you're talking
Great
about.
take.
Yeah,
Well, no, because my take is about to go full feminism.
Uh-oh.
So in society, we have a concept that
I'm a feminist, so I don't care.
intersectionally intersectionalists would call toxic masculinity is basically this idea that men are always wired for sexual activity, that men are always wanting to be fucked. This is why when and I believe it's even been joked about.
It's kind of
on
true,
another
though,
podcast.
but anyway, sorry.
It's I mean, women are very wired for sex too. When you graduate high school and you find someone that don't hate themselves, but like the thing is that for men, whenever and you see this happen all the time, right? Compare the responses when something gets leaked that like some creepy old fucking 40-year-old teacher was fucking like his female classmates, and it's like the most disgusting, horrible thing in the world. But every time a story gets leaked and like some 30-year-old fucking teacher is fucking her male classmates, people are like, damn, like and it's even been joked about on Twitch. I wish I remember which podcast it was. People are like, man, I want to go to that school. Like that teacher is hot as fuck, right?
Oh, it's my podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like there is this double standard that is rooted very culturally in these ideas of what it means to be a man that make it more acceptable for men to constantly be wired for sex and never get raped versus women.
The Gillette commercial.
Dude,
Sure, yeah, it addresses these
by the way, I
same kinds of
100% agree with you as well. I was stating that the people who are making fun of Terry Crews are absolutely operating from that perspective that you just mentioned, but there were still definitely a lot of people who were advocating for Terry Crews as well. So, you know, most likely.
But generally, when guys make fun of
but...
when guys complain about getting sexually assaulted, there is a pretty big double standard there. But it's rooted in things that are criticized by feminism. That,
I agree.
Men are expected to act in certain ways that isn't.
So for me on this one, it doesn't actually have anything to do with leftist alignment that I hold. Like, when it comes to me advocating for like domestic violence and sexual assault, I tend to work in the LGBTQ communities and a lot with just cis or straight men, because in those they are drastically underrepresented. And to me, I always like to work with the people who are so constantly like ignored or forgotten. And it is actually a huge societal problem. Like men are underrepresented and usually laughed at and don't get the same amount of help. Like unless you work with an actual sexual assault group that focuses on minority groups, quite often you've got a point on this one, Raj. Like quite often male victims are laughed off.
Actually, it was my point.
Wait, what? I thought it was my point.
Raj asked the point, Train.
That too was
my
point.
Actually, like
It was a follow-up question from Train was trying to say that point. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
But like, I mean, like, look, there was I'll tell you an example. Okay, I was at RuneFest, and there was a girl literally putting her hands in my waistband and pushing me all around and saying, like, touching me and doing all sorts of things that made me very uncomfortable. Right? So
that's awful. I'm sorry that happened.
But of course, but I'm not trying to speak like I'm I'm not trying. It didn't like it does.
Are you laughing at him?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry that.
Wait, so like right here, this is honest to God. Like what you're doing is actually an example of this. The fact that you're even embarrassed to kind of say that like that's really gross is like a perfect example of the double standards that are kind of set between men and women in society.
I'm not. What I'm embarrassed to say is I don't want to make a big deal of it because it didn't affect me very much. Personally, it didn't affect me. That's what I'm embarrassed to say. Not because my masculinity is so toxic. It's that it didn't affect me. If it would,
it's because you're born and raised that way. You're born and raised. That's why it didn't affect you. I'm born and raised like if a man comes too close to me, I should be like scared and
why?
cautious.
But what?
I don't know. Like
well,
it's
to be
called
fair, because
self-fulfilling prophecy. It's that thing.
No, because as a woman, there's probably a higher chance of a man like following you and fucking raping you than there is for a woman to do that to a guy. Generally speaking, there's.
On both sides of the spectrum when dealing with victim survivors, like even if you didn't see it as a bad thing and someone else does, like that's really common. There are some women who deal with something that a lot of people would classify as assault or inappropriate that don't actually have an issue with it. And there are tons of men that feel the same about issues that happen with them. That's not uncommon or unheard of. The real important of doing that is meeting people where they're at. So when it comes to things like this, if that didn't actually phase your life, you could probably still talk about how it shouldn't happen and work towards like educating society. I mean, but you also don't need to like identify as a victim and act like your whole fucking world's breaking down.
Well, I did kind of. I bought her a drink, okay, and that's how it started. All right, maybe I shouldn't have bought her a drink, but still.
Whoa, wait, no. By the logic.
That changes things.
Oh, here we go.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't change anything. What do you mean?
No.
Straw man incoming, boys. Straw man incoming.
Let Insulandy come in. No, let Insulandy come in. Okay. By the same logic that applies to Candy being able to wear whatever she wants, and it's the guy, and it's the guy's fault, which it is. It's Raj should be able to buy a drink for anyone, and no girl should assume that he wants anything. So by that same argument, don't be hypocrites.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. Like,
wait, who was saying anything different? Wait, does anybody disagree with that?
No. Of course they don't know.
I mean,
Train, do you think the leftists here, the leftist outrage squad here, that you call talks all the time, do you think we disagree with that?
Wait, hold on, Train. So are you under the assumption that people think that you shouldn't be allowed to buy a drink for a woman?
No, listen, I'm on the left. I took a test.
I took a test.
Oh, okay, dude.
It came back
So
positive.
confused right now.
Every time I got a drink for a man, it's been like I never thought of sleeping with them. I just did it because we were friends.
Really? Candyland?
She
Ooh.
brought me a drink at TwitchCon. I got so happy about it.
And then
Ooh,
what
not
happened,
anymore,
Rob?
No,
Yeah,
I,
she just walked
I-
away. I was so excited. I was like, yes.
Wait, what? Did I get naughty?
Is it wrong of you, Rob, to assume in those
You did,
situations?
Candy,
I
you
didn't
did.
assume. I just got my hopes up.
Aww.
Would you?
Can-
How could you do that to E-Rob, Candy?
No, I didn't do it. What
Unbelievable.
did I, what's the, are
You
you
got me
saying?
a
I
little
didn't-
Candy.
I
L-Rob,
didn't get you a
dude.
drink, right? Or did I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh my. I
Candyland,
don't
would you
know.
do you find E-Rob attractive?
Yeah, he's cute.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know, E-Rob. Maybe you should come on the Rajj.
Yes.
We need to
I.
might need to find you a woman on Monday. I don't know, maybe.
Fucking Raj,
Yo,
dude.
There was
Sorry.
someone in my
Come on,
DMs. There was,
podcast, now plugging his other shows, dude.
there was so funny. There was someone in my DMs who said, "So was the Rajj a real thing? Like, are you out of the picture now?" Like.
I think Candy on the
Rajj
Rajj might be good, but anyway.
Hey, E-Rob.
Yeah.
E-Rob, dude, honestly, bro, listen, man. If you shaved that mustache,
What?
dude, you would be, I'm telling you right now, dude, you'd be top
You
level.
don't
model.
like it?
Dude, that's clean.
No,
it's
the
good.
mustache
Bro,
is so
it's-
cute.
Dude,
That's
It's good.
it's cute.
Yeah, if he shaved that though,
why not?
he'd be dude, model material, 10 out of 10, just fucking
No,
goddamn.
he's
going to
not
shave it.
material with it.
Let's
Do I
see.
shave
Let's
it?
see it, E-Rob.
I don't want
Wait,
to. I like
Don't
it.
shave it.
Shave
Don't
it off
shave it.
right
Don't
now.
shave it.
Shave it right now, you son of a
He's like,
bitch.
"Oh, that's what I'm
Shave it!
100% do it.
Shave
Don't shave
it!
it.
It looks so good.
Don't shave it unless you
Just
want
do
to,
it.
okay?
Shave
I'm
it!
just- my opinion.
Raj,
100%.
Yeah,
For the E-Rob
the
king.
boner. The boner that you have currently is definitely a violation of TOS.
It is. I do not have a boner.
Oh, is he
The only
good?
reason-
He literally popped a brain vessel when you pulled out the clipper, dude.
I am
The
not
only-
that
the
horny
only-
for him. Okay, come on.
The only reason
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I look good is because first of all, I noticed the sexy ass clean Barbara cut you got on your head by your mom or whoever gave that to you. That cut, your cut, dude, perfect.
You're edged
Your
up real good
eyebrows,
right now, dude.
Yeah, dude, that ain't his mom. That's a clean fade.
everything's clean, dude. Everything is clean on your head. That's why I said the mustache should come off because it's just a fresh look. But hey, that's just my opinion.
But I'm scared. They like.
E-Rob,
Don't do it.
I think it's
It'll-
time to
it'll
say
grow back.
goodbye.
Just do it. It'll grow back.
Dude, no,
like-
I'm
it'll go
scared. I'm
back.
going to Big Street tonight, dude. What if it like?
You're
What if
gonna
I
look
look?
great.
What if I
You'll
look?
look
I
great.
think you're
I
gonna
can't
look
take it
very
back.
nice.
You're
Not gonna look bad, dude. Just do it.
Yeah.
You guys just want it for
Oh,
the
you're
content.
probably.
No.
You're
No.
actually gonna
I
look-
I care about you.
Do it.
Excuse me, E-Rob. I would never tell you to do something for the content. It's only because I care about you.
Okay, it's up to Kandyland. What do you think?
You can try it. It's gonna grow back, right?
Do you think it
Candy,
looks
be
good with it?
decisive.
Shave it.
I feel like the mustache. I feel like the mustache is kind of like cholo-y. Do you feel that or not?
The mustache is super sexy, but shave it.
Whoops.
I used to have a mustache like that until I was like 21, and I finally shaved it. Best decision ever.
The second you shave it, Candy's gonna say you're not attractive anymore.
I know that's. So
No.
I'm not shaving. I'm sorry.
There's too many miskiff
Shave
fans on
it. You're
chat.
gonna love it.
I can't do. I can't do it.
E-Rob,
I can't.
shave it, you pussy bitch. Shave it.
Can I
Oh!
ask something though? Why does E-Rob have toilet paper on his bed? Do you see
We already-
that?
we already
There's just
talked
rolls
about
of
it. We already
toilet
talked
paper. Oh, okay.
All right, E-Rob, you shaving it or what?
Do it.
Do it. Oh, there it is, dude.
Rip the stash.
Ah!
I hate it.
Oh, you look good.
Oh, no, it actually looks a lot better.
You look
Wow.
really
It
good.
looks a lot better.
You
Wow.
look really good, dude.
He's
You look-
shaving from the
Shave your
fountain.
head too.
Dude.
No, I look terrible.
Oh, you
Yeah,
look
that's
good.
like
Oh
that.
my God, you look good, E-Rob.
No, it's
No,
clean.
you
It's
look
clean.
really good, dude.
You look
really
better.
fucking good.
I think
look
it looks
better.
better.
Better
Candy,
with the
really
You
good.
look really clean. Like I'd make out with
Oh
you.
hell yeah.
That's way better, dude. That's way
Oh, I
better.
love it.
Wow.
Can I
That's
call my mom and
way
ask her
better.
what she thinks?
Yeah. Call her right now.
Call your mom, yeah.
Well, what do you think, Candy?
Well, I think the mustache was better, but he's still cute.
I agree.
The power was in the stash.
Wow.
Dude, I think it looks fucking clean as fuck. and I think-
Don't feel bad. He looks like you feel
Dude,
bad
he
now.
looks
Don't feel
a
bad.
million times better.
I
You
agree
look
with
way
Trainwrecks.
better, dude. I'm telling you, you're
Damn,
gonna go
all the
see
dudes,
tonight.
all the dudes in the chat now want to fuck E-Rob without the mustache.
currently
Why
on the
does
Rajj
guys
Patel
like
show.
Except for
that?
the only person that E-Rob wanted to hook up with.
I'm on the Rajj Patel show right now, and I just shaved my mustache. Can you tell me if it looks good?
She watch?
Yeah, go. Okay, can you go to twitch.tv/Rajj Patel?
He's getting his mom on your show, Raj.
Yeah, you can use your Twitch ad.
Tell her about Amazon Prime as well.
Just go to the just chatting section. You might have to scroll down a little bit.
I need to look popular for E-Rob's mom. Everybody use your Amazon Prime right now.
Everyone use your Amazon
I don't
Prime
want
right
I don't want this to be a bad impression. Like, oh my god, look at this channel and how little subs he has. Come on, sub.
Everybody sub.
True.
I am not seeing it.
It's like his viewer count's not very high. You have to scroll down.
Oh my god, no, it is. It is. It's a little high. Come on, 26,000.
No, okay, go to just chatting.
Tell her she's used to looking. Tell her I have more viewers than Tyler. She's probably looking a little too far down.
He does have more viewers than Tyler does.
#1 in the just chatting section.
How do you spell his name?
R-A-J-J.
Yeah.
No, it's one. Yeah.
No,
P-A-T-E-L. You found it?
Okay.
No.
You gotta watch an ad.
Ching.
No, this is valuable content. We'll wait.
We'll wait.
How long is the ad?
She wouldn't have to watch an ad if she
Hold on.
subscribed, though.
If she hits that Twitch Prime.
Tell her, you know what? After she's done with the ad, I have another ad waiting for her, and that's a 20% off a Jord Wood watch! ! Giveaway in the chat right now. Jord Wood watch.
Right, you see me, Mom?
I do.
Do I look cute?
Straighten up so she can see you.
Why are you laughing? Young? Yeah. So I should have kept my mustache?
That's right. It looks clean.
Oh!
I love the mustache. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, Mom.
Ask her what she. Yeah, ask her what she thinks about Kandyland. Hold on, I'm gonna put Kandyland. Kandyland is interesting.
What do you think about the...
No, I'm shy.
Wait, E-Rob, you're cutting out. Say again.
What do you think about the girl Kandyland screen?
I'm shy now.
Yeah, you're delayed. It's okay.
It's coming on. 1 second.
Dude,
Hi, Mom.
Tell her you're engaged. Tell her you're getting married to her.
I'm taking this girl out on a date.
We'll have fun, Eric.
What? You do not like her? Okay, cool.
What do you mean? What happened?
I love you, Mom.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. What did he mean? What happened?
No, she said have fun. She said have fun. She didn't say what
I
happened.
probably look too badass with my shaker.
No, she doesn't think that.
No, that's not at all what she thought.
You see what my brother does on the internet? I don't think she cares.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's get another topic in. Oh, by the way, speaking of Terry Crews, he came out and said he prefers other platforms for streaming because Twitch can be too toxic.
Wait,
Yo,
what?
speaking of that, before we move to that topic, speaking of toxic, dude, honestly, Hasan, you know, instead of merch or anything, if I were you, I would print out a card, hundreds of them, and it'll be called the toxic masculinity card, and it'll get you into any bar, it'll get you out of any argument.
I didn't even bring up toxic masculinity. It was Destiny that brought up toxic masculinity.
It'll win you any argument. It will get you anything you want in life in 2019. Print those out.
I love this. I love this because, first of all, I wasn't even the one who brought up toxic masculinity. It was Destiny, and I still agree with his perspective. But I like that you wanted to. I like that you wanted to attack me on toxic masculinity because I'm the easier target because you didn't want to go out and offend Destiny and have him fucking rage out over here. But that's cool, man. Maybe it will win arguments. Who knows?
Easier target. I didn't hear of toxic masculinity. To be real with you, I didn't hear about toxic masculinity from Destiny's mouth one time until you came on the platforms. Don't even play victim with me. That's your specialty, victim.
So wait, I taught Destiny about toxic masculinity. Is that what you're saying?
What do you mean?
I'm saying I never in the 4 years that I was aware of Destiny, I've never heard toxic masculinity come out of his mouth or in his vocabulary until he started hanging out with you.
Do you think they have the capacity to change and learn from their past mistakes?
Well, I mean, hold on. This isn't even true. I've spoken about this in the past. I mean, like, it's definitely a thing, right?
Toxic masculinity, is that like circa?
Before Hasan came out, every time I talk to you, I've never heard toxic masculinity.
Well, because we just probably haven't talked about it.
Exactly. But now it comes out of your mouth every other day.
Well, no, now it's because in the context of what we're talking about, it's hyper relevant.
Exactly.
And that's all your fault, Hasan.
Oh,
How
shit.
dare you?
Does anybody have anything to say about
I don't
Terry
know.
Crews saying that Twitch can be too toxic? Do you believe him, or would you try to change his mind?
I think he's just not used to Twitch culture. Like, I don't know. Like, I think that Twitch, there's like just a lot of culture around it that as an outsider, it's like kind of hard to understand. And some of it may come off as like really toxic, but to us who are like a part of it, you know, it's like we get it. It's like the outsiders just don't. You know, I don't know. Like,
I mean, it
just
really
think that
depends
Twitch
on what
has,
his chat was like.
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah.
do you think what would happen if you put like entire Twitch chat in a room? Like, if you could fit everybody in a room, and like everybody was all of a sudden like, do you think these are like actual reasonable people?
It'd be exactly.
No,
it'd be
in real life,
exactly
no.
opposite. It'd be exactly opposite of your Twitch chat to anyone. It'd be a
No
room.
one would talk.
It'd be a room of. It'd be a room of silence and extremely foul smells. That's exactly. what
I agree, yes.
No.
It's like people can say so much stuff in chat. I was watching last show. I was watching Isabel's stream after the show was done, and you know he was really mad, and there was some guy in chat being really like annoying and like badass toxic masculinity, I guess, in the chat. And then you talk to that guy on Discord, and he was like a pussy on Discord.
Tapped out immediately.
Well, that's usually what happens when you pull somebody in the chat. But like I said, sometimes you see people talking shit, and you go to their profile, and you're like, oh, this guy must be some geeky loser, right? No. Literally, sometimes it's some Chad or some Tanner that's fucking ripped, and he just still talks shit. You'd think that it's always that way, like they're always some nerdy person, but that's not always the case. They can be Chad or Tanner.
You know what's
I mean,
crazy?
that kind of
way
behavior
that
is
they're
still
shitty
stemmed from
live.
insecurity, though, right? So obviously, like, they could be a Chad or a Tanner and still be insecure. I mean, John Zerka is the perfect example of a person who presents himself as like this masculine guy who's a relatively attractive dude, and yet he exhibits a lot of that, a lot of those insecurities. He would definitely be a flamer, you know?
What? Do you think John Zerka's insecure?
Yes.
I mean, he can't defend himself, but yes, I think that his personality is mostly projection to hide his
To be
personal
fair,
insecurities.
to
Yeah.
be
And
fair,
I know this because I used to be that person. Okay?
Vote, Chad.
I'm coming at it from
Yeah, I mean, to be
my own
fair,
personal
I think everyone has insecurity. I truly do. I think everyone has insecurity, and everyone in this call. I mean,
I do.
you know,
I'm
think
insecure.
I think everyone has I have insecurities. I think
I'm
Destiny does.
insecure about the girth of my
Everyone
penis.
does. Okay, come on, chill. I'm
Same,
talking about
Raj. Same.
No, like
Mine's
seriously,
like
like
a
I'm very happy with the length, but I just wish I could be a little bit more girthy. That's all I asked for.
You can
I've
get
even
a cock sleeve.
Take maca, dude.
What? What's maca?
Maca root.
Oh, is that some sort of fake supplement to make your penis thicker?
Well, I don't know, but people who know more than I do about this sort of stuff recommended it to me, and I used to take it every now and then. And they claimed it was veinier.
Oh,
There are two things that you can do to your penis. There are 2 or 3 things you can do. One is to tie a rubber band around the base or whatever if you're having problems like staying erect. 2 is to take like a Cialis or a Viagra if you're having problems staying erect.
Oh,
the only way
no.
to actually make your penis longer is to have a
God.
surgery where you cut the ligament at the base at the bottom, which helps it stand out a little bit
Why do
more.
you know this?
Oh my god.
Because I know because I like fucking people, dude. I don't know, it's my shit. But there's no real way to like actually enlarge your penis. And the easiest way to know this, the second there is a real penis enlargement thing or like a real like fat burning thing, like this will be the most commonly advertised thing and every single person will know about it. If there is a way to enlarge your dick, it would not be a secret. It
Kirk-
would literally be the most popular selling fucking thing in
Kirk,
the whole world.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What's up?
Didn't Canute give you a penis enhancement?
Yeah, he gave me 2 of these. It was like an orange flavored Cialis. It was like in a goo
Was it good?
form. It was very tasty, but I took 2 of them, and I think you're only supposed to take 1. And my buddy Austin went to go get food, and I was like, oh, this shit's not working. It's not giving me a boner. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna start watching some porn while
Yeah,
he's
in the
gone.
middle of just right.
Well, no, you
right
were
for-
gone for like an hour and a half, okay? So,
Uh-huh.
So I was just like, I'm gonna see if this works. My boner would not go away, so I fell asleep with a boner, and I woke up with a boner, and then in the morning I had a boner for 6 hours. It would not go away.
That's not good.
But you should. Don't
shouldn't
they
take
say if you have an erection lasting longer than 4 hours, you should call your doctor?
Yeah.
God, no, if it lasts
pills if you
4
don't
hours-
need that. Why do you take pills like that if you don't need it?
You'll know what to do.
Well, I
called
never
me.
did that before. I never did Viagra
To
before
see.
anything.
You just
I
wanted to
was
see.
curious.
And
Yeah,
for
I
some
understand.
reason, Canute had a lot of it.
You have a boner, I can see your veins.
Everybody,
God damn it.
look at that nerd. All right, okay. The poll is out, and the votes are in. Okay, the winner of the last round is LROBB.
Jesus Christ.
LROBB won the last poll. Destiny, you get to decide now.
Destiny's gonna axe me again. He's not gonna survive.
Destiny,
It's the lowest votes.
it's between Esfand and Izzy Bear. Who is it going to be, Esfand?
I'm sorry, Izzy. It looks like you're coming back next week.
Yeah, looks like I'm fucking back next week, chat.
All right, Izzy, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Go ahead and shout
Bye,
yourself
Izzy.
out.
All right, yep. As always, IzzyBear71 on Twitch chat and chat. I'll see you next week.
All right, peace out, Izzy. Thank you. All right. Oh, man, how's everybody feeling? You've all survived to this point. Does it feel good? Woohoo!
I'm so proud.
Seriously, what an accomplishment to survive the Rajj Royale. It's amazing.
Oh, and on the boner shit real quick, for the erection lasting more than 4 hours, if
Yeah.
you're just like really sexually excited, I don't think that's a big problem. The erection lasting 4 hours or longer is they're worried that you might have a condition called I think it's priapism or something, but it's basically like if your fucking blood gets trapped in there and can't like get out, but like that'll hurt. It's not just gonna be like, oh, I'm like turned on for 5 hours or whatever.
Oh, well, I don't think he was turned on. He just had a boner.
Well, I didn't feel in any danger or anything. Like it was just, you know, I just had I've had boners when I was younger.
You
for
told me it
normal.
hurt, though, didn't you? Didn't it? It was
I
hurting.
can't- I can't believe Destiny's here talking about all of this stuff about penises, and yet he still has not revealed his jelking techniques. Disgusting.
My what? Jelking? What the fuck is that?
Never mind.
Jelking only works temporarily.
Wait, what the fuck is jelking?
Jelking is where you
Jelking.
get a warm towel and you yank on your wiener with a warm towel, and it makes your wiener look longer because it's semi-erect. Like before you, it's like fluffing yourself.
Wait,
But it works
yanking your
temporarily.
wiener with a warm
It's temporary,
towel?
yes. It
It's
only
a-
works
does
for
work.
It's an
maybe
ancient
5 to
technique,
10
boys.
minutes. Yeah.
Oh.
Look it up.
Ancient Chinese secret.
For 5 to
Wait,
10
if that
minutes.
was
I don't know
true,
if
if
it's
that
too
was true,
much.
then fucking a woman should make your penis look longer because they're hot on the inside, no? Like,
Well, it's got to be half erect and like kind of tugged on with a warm towel.
So before you
Think
said
of it- imagine it like a workout for your penis.
But that's the new dick pic meta then.
I
Every
will
time you
say
take a
that
picture-
I had sex
how can you
last
work-
night.
Your
and
penis
it
doesn't
did-
have a muscle in it. How can you work it out? What do you
Kirk
mean?
doesn't count, Raj.
Mine has a muscle.
Oh.
Mine has a muscle.
What, you saying men can't have sex with men, you fucking misogynistic,
No,
fucking
he's your roommate.
intolerant
Brag
pig?
about fucking your roommate.
You intolerant pig, huh?
It just doesn't count. You
Wow.
Can't, you can't,
Unbelievable.
You
If
can't
I-
brag about fucking
Oh,
your
so you're
roommate.
just
It's like
assuming
saying
that
I
we're
fucked my
roommates and we're not
girlfriend.
together?
Yeah, huh?
Is that what
What,
you're
two
trying to
men
say?
can't
Like
be
saying
together, you
fucked
fucking
your
pig?
girlfriend. That's what I'm saying.
You fucking pig! God, Hasan, such a fucking pig. What is that? What's that fucking emote? Well, get the fucking Mizgif out of here! The fuck?
It's a
Shit!
good one, though.
All right.
Good one.
Oh my God, 21 Savage got deported. Oh my God, I don't know if we should talk about that. We've already talked about that in multiple different areas. Okay, here we go. Gucci.
21.
Gucci released a potentially insensitive sweater recently. All right. Should they be held accountable for hate speech?
What did the sweater
What was the
stand
sweater?
for?
Okay, so let me provide an image of the sweater, Gucci sweater. I'm gonna post it here in the Discord. I don't want I don't want to show it on stream just in case. So it is a sweater that resembles blackface, according to the backlash on Twitter. I posted it in my lobby on Discord. All right, and it sparked a bunch of outrage on Twitter. And this was actually during Black History Month. Tremendous amount of outrage. People calling them racist, and they responded by apologizing and stop the selling of the jumper. Tariq Nasheed commented on it, and
No, that guy's a fucking troll, though.
okay. Anyway, So what do you guys think of this? I'm curious. Do you think they should have apologized? Should they have issued something regarding it? Should they be held accountable? Are people jumping to conclusions and drawing
Yeah, I think-
assumptions?
oh,
But go on.
people-
You guys talk.
Yeah,
sorry.
people just want something to complain about. What the fuck?
I don't
This
know.
is
I
what's
think
wrong
it's-
with the world
I think
2019.
it's kind of legitimate. It looks, I don't know. I'm like,
It looks really bad. It was just a
Yeah.
dumb idea. You probably shouldn't.
people should be getting
Does every-
fired or something. Like, who okayed that?
They sell like in sports stores. They sell that stuff all the time. If it's
No,
cold,
they
like,
do not. They do
I
not
think
sell
that looks
anything that
pretty
looks
cool.
like this in
lips.
sports
Yeah.
stores.
Yeah.
No
I
way.
think it's a
Yeah,
little
like if you-
racist.
Wait,
No
what are we
way.
looking up real
The
quick?
only thing
Yeah,
that's
I'll put it in the
different
lobby.
is
It's a USA.
the
Look,
lips.
it's in the lobby on Discord. But go
I
on,
have
go
one
on,
of
Kenny.
these things at home.
No, the
I
lips
have-
are kind of what make it. That's the whole thing. Like
Yeah.
without the lips, it's
Oh.
just like a black thing. But like the lips are, and in the U.S., like sometimes racist caricatures show black people with huge lips or whatever. It's kind of the meme.
But do you think that was the intention of?
No, I don't think that was the intention.
I don't
at
think it
all.
was. No, absolutely.
Like I think here's the thing. Honestly, they should apologize for the fact that thing cost $900. Like that's.
I mean, it's Gucci. Like that's what you're paying for the label, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not only that, look at those fucking glasses. What the fuck are those? Those are fucking goggles, fucking Soldier 76 in Overwatch.
Why would anybody
Fucking
ever buy?
visors.
The only thing that's pretty in a Gucci store is like the original tee.
So you guys don't think that there's anything wrong with people being outraged towards them or anything like that?
So unnecessary to be mad about it. I think.
Yeah,
it's
I mean, like
unnecessary.
it's. Yeah, I know there's lips on it, but like, dude, it's like some posh. Like, I mean, obviously, like they're gonna do things that like look stupid and like trying to be like fashionable. Like, I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
It's gonna
It's
gonna be over the top. Like, how like other than that, like other than the fact that it's halfway up, it's not that much different than like a ski mask. What is the like the balaclava or whatever? It's not that much different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You guys
Like-
really think that's bad? Does anyone actually think
I
that's
don't
bad?
I think there's some kind of artistry behind it, maybe, but like still looking
As
at
someone who's been to a lot of antique stores, those are definitely blackface lips. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
No, that fuck. It's
I'd
like a
say they
little
look
red
like
outline
blackface
around the lip
I
area.
don't think that was the intention, though. I like to think that people.
I think the
have good
design is
intentions.
cool though. Like having a half balaclava turtleneck. I like that.
I think it looks
Shouldn't have
stupid.
done it with. They just shouldn't have done a fucking black sweater with a massive red lips.
lips, yeah.
And they wouldn't have gotten under. They wouldn't have been scrutinized in this way. I think it's like unintentional or not. It is very obviously. I mean, it very obviously looks like blackface. So.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's good for Gucci to just take it away and apologize. It's the easy way out, so it's good.
Okay. So Gucci's not racist.
No, it's probably just a
Absolutely
dumb.
not. Absolutely not.
No way somebody does something like this intentionally, right? It was just kind of tone deaf and stupid.
Okay. Well, all right. But there was sure a lot of outrage on Twitter. I thought you guys were gonna have a lot
because
more.
like a lot of people.
No, there is a lot of outrage on Twitter. People are like calling, like T.I. is calling the fucking boycott Gucci. A lot of black artists, rappers have talked about how they want to, Soulja Boy as well. They want to boycott Gucci. They're canceled or whatever. I don't know. I mean, it's their
Do you think
it's not like I'm gonna go out and buy Gucci anyway, so it doesn't.
Yeah, like it's.
This
matter
might
to
be
me.
an example of not to trigger anybody here, but this might be an example of where having some diversity is probably good in your business. Because I could be wrong, but I feel like it would be really hard for me to imagine that somebody that was black looked at this and was like, yeah, that looks chill. Like I could be wrong, but I don't know.
I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
like I'm not even trying to be like edgy or whatever.
Thought it looked cool or something.
Wait, what? Josh, you think it looks cool?
I think it looks pretty cool. Like I would never buy. I know. Like I literally just all the clothes I'm wearing. I literally just got given. I don't know. I would never buy clothes myself. Fuck that. But like I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know.
I love how this podcast just fought for. You know, never mind. I'm.
Go on.
No, do
Go
it.
on,
No,
Trevor.
already
Go on.
did. Get out, Rich.
Now make your point. You've made great points so
fucking
far.
inconsistent. It's just disgusting to me.
What are we
Inconsistent.
inconsistent on?
disgusting.
What do you
completely
mean?
Disgusting, dude.
What's inconsistent? You see inconsistency? Call it out. Come on.
You just fought die-hardingly for people you don't know. Like I said, because it's the thing to milk right now, but you can't understand the perspective of these black. It just.
Wait,
Like,
what did
it
I
looks
fight
cool.
die-heartedly for? What did I fight die-heartedly for?
The entire feminism argument we were having.
I wasn't.
You were.
No, I wasn't.
No.
No, you're a leftist mob guy now, dude. Sorry.
No, I said explicitly I agree with Candy and that people should hold more responsibility to fit within whatever culture exists at the time.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
Well,
You're like putting a point on me that I never said.
You weren't fighting hard enough, so you must be a lefty.
I felt like everything that I was saying. It seemed like you were. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Keep in mind. Keep in mind.
matter actually.
Oh,
No, keep in mind-
then you're
keep in
good.
mind-
Then Josh, you're completely good. Then the rest of the
Okay, I was-
podcast.
Yeah. Keep in
Then
mind.
you're
Trent's
good.
been
I
up
love
for
you.
like
You're
over
good.
30
I love
hours.
you.
Yeah,
You're good. Rest of the podcast.
Yeah. Wait, what about me?
Wait, do you not love me anymore, Train? I love you. I'm sorry for arguing with you.
Destiny, I love you, bro. I'm gonna come to California. We're gonna fucking grab lunch, grab dinner. We're gonna whip
And
our
then
dicks
grab
out,
each
play some
other. Hell
RuneScape,
yeah.
play some Minecraft. We're gonna sit on
Okay.
your Reddit. We're gonna fucking look through it together while we wink each other off. I mean, that's
Sounds
what we're gonna do.
Under the desk.
Train
Hey,
loves
by the
to-
way, I want to
Train loves
say
to get
something.
mad.
Go ahead. Never mind. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Train loves to get mad because people like inappropriately label others racist or misogynist or whatever, but then he inappropriately labels people leftist whenever he doesn't agree with them.
Well,
I'm
he
literally the most.
I'm
I'm
left.
100% the most right-wing person here, like without a doubt.
I'm
Like,
left.
Don't be proud of that, dude. Hold
No,
on.
I mean like
Hell yeah, brother.
No, I'm not saying I'm super right-wing. I'm
Show 'em
saying
the hat.
here. No. Like I mean
Show
like
'em the hat.
here.
Josh, show him the hat. Show him the hat.
Yeah, it's all the way over there. I can't get it.
Josh, go get it.
Huh?
It's the Make America Great Again hat, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the Make Azeroth Great Again.
Oh,
it's
on a serious
pretty
note,
cool.
though,
It's cool.
yeah. On a serious note, though, no trolling and no bullshit. You know, no persona or anything. No, stop. No, stop.
Why are you making fun of him for having a
No persona, no persona, no bullshit. On a real note, though, I think we should keep it consistent. If we're gonna fight hard for one end of the spectrum, or I shouldn't say end of the spectrum. If we're gonna fight for feminism very hard and understand people that we've never met, we should understand the perspective of people who are upset about this and fight for them. And you should keep it consistent. That's my genuine opinion with no trolling.
I think if anyone is genuinely upset about this and doesn't just think it's a little bit like, oh, okay, they fucked up, whatever, just remove it. If anyone is like viscerally like, actually fuck Gucci, this is like no. If anyone's upset about that, I hate them. I've got no time for that kind of person.
I agree.
So unnecessary.
Oh, do you disagree, Hasan?
I understand why some people might find this incredibly intolerant and incredibly offensive, especially because historic depictions of blackface were created to delegitimize black people and monolith them and stereotype them and dehumanize them.
Yes, I agree with Hasan for once. I agree with him completely.
What? So you can't. You probably can't put yourself in their shoes and be like, oh, I wonder why this is bad, because it doesn't pertain to you. It doesn't impact you in any meaningful way. I myself am not personally offended by this. I already said that I think the design is cool. I guess if they used a different color for the lips, or if they didn't even do like a lip thing, they could have avoided this problem. And I think Destiny's absolutely correct when he says if there was a black employee who was fucking sitting in the room, they'd be like, no, don't fucking do that.
But
that's
just out of
obviously black.
This is just a side question to expand off of Destiny. Do you think that companies should hire based on
That's a way more complicated question. We don't want to go.
I wouldn't go there. Yeah, that's way different.
Oh, can of worms.
All right, okay.
Like,
all right, well,
blackface is. I mean, maybe this is like way out of line, but blackface is predominantly a U.S. thing. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. Like,
no, it's not.
No. Okay, at a high school Halloween party a few years ago, some of the people I knew in high school showed up to that party. It they fully blacked up, gangster rappers, chains and stuff, and so on. No one
People
cared.
in Australia do that a bunch too.
No one cared. No one had any issue with it. No one even retrospectively has had any issue with that I've seen. Right? Like, was this super racist? Like, I'm sincerely asking, was this like some super racist thing that all of us were completely unaware of? Everyone's parents were completely unaware of. Like, was this something
what do
that
you mean? What did they do?
They just dressed up fully black and they were a gangster rapper for the night.
Did they have that black face? Did they have like
fully black. It wasn't like a caricature of it. They just
I'd say that's pretty racist.
Did they put red lipstick around their lips to make their lips look larger?
No.
Okay. So it's probably still bad, but the thing that we're talking about right now is like with mixed depictions, the big black red lip. I mean, the big red lips is what makes it definitely blackface.
Don't post
I like
links
the
in
picture
there
of I like the picture of a Spanish parade.
Okay.
There's an example of European
and also, if I'm
blackface.
not mistaken, there's like a Black Pete in the Netherlands.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
It's something that people are
Hasan.
criticizing. It's something that people are talking about as well.
Hasan, can I comment on this,
Country
Hasan?
where there are virtually no black people whatsoever. I kind of understand why people wouldn't understand the intricacies of African American culture and like what African Americans go through or anything like that, like systemic racism. I kind of give a little bit more leeway to non-diverse nations like Turkey or like Chinese people, for example, who have their own unique set of different like stereotypes as far as like fairness of skin.
I mean, these parties were pretty diverse, right? Like, I'm not gonna pretend it was like everyone was white and there was a few people. Like, no, these parties were pretty. I'm from the north of England, but like the school I went to and the friends I had were pretty diverse in that sense. No one had any problem with it, and like I'm sure they would have said, because they spoke about other things they're uncomfortable about. It's not like they were oppressed and they didn't feel they couldn't speak up.
Oh my
god.
Well, I think it's
pretty
fine
confident.
if somebody got offended by it. It's like then it's about how you react. Like if someone says, I can dress up however I want to dress up, little bitch. Like you can, maybe he says that, or he says, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take.
I just realized. I need to correct myself. Destiny, I used the word wank. I don't know why I use that word. It's very weird. I meant we're gonna jerk each other off, not wank each other. That's very weird. We're gonna jerk each other. I just want to correct.
Wait, what the fuck is the difference?
I don't like the word wank. It sounds very sissy. Yeah, and that is toxic masculinity.
That is. I was just gonna say toxic masculinity.
What?
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Listen, I meant jerk. I meant jerk. Continue on. Sorry about that. I had to correct that.
Or stroke.
But I just want to say, Hasan, I was in a mall in Amsterdam, and Santa Claus came out, and then following 10 white people with blackface, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
that was in Germany, wasn't
No,
it?
that was in Amsterdam. There's like 10.
That was Amsterdam.
Wait, Santa Claus in blackface?
No, Santa Claus's helpers were in black.
Chimney sweepers, though.
Yeah, and then they went and walked through the red light district.
No,
Well,
dude,
they
that was
were
Mary
chimney
Poppins.
sweepers.
Like they were the chimney sweepers. in
But I think
Mary
they
Poppins.
were. There was still a controversy about it being blackface, and it's kind of like
Oh.
whether it's either,
Oh.
it could be either or.
You know, Persian Santa Claus is like in like Persian in Iranian culture, Santa Claus is black. Our version
Really?
of Santa Claus is black. Yeah.
Wow. That's
Haji
pretty
Firuz?
cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Huh.
I don't think Haji Firuz is Santa Claus, dude.
Well, it's like our version of him because there's like Boba Noah, but like it's like the same
No,
version.
Baba Noel is Santa Claus, and he's
I
not.
know, but it's like the same kind of thing because like
No,
people
it's not.
celebrate
Haji Firuz is not.
Oh,
Santa
he's
Claus.
gatekeeping Santa Claus from you now.
As long as we use
Noel
keep it
Baba,
under
Noel
the
Baba is
respect.
Santa Claus.
But who do they have for Haji
Thing is
Firuz?
that there's a different person who also is similar to Santa Claus.
Go ahead and vote, chat. You're voting for who you want to keep, but go ahead, guys.
Haji
Sorry.
Firuz is something completely different.
Yeah, but they don't have somebody to relate to. That's why I just said like it's basically like Santa
Baba,
Claus.
yeah, but Baba Noel is our Santa Claus in Persian,
Right.
in Iranian, and he's
Right.
he's a white guy. But I just want to make
Is
that.
he redneck?
What? No, he's not. Baba Noel was fucking brown, dude. What are you talking about?
I meant. You know what I meant.
Train hasn't slept in over 30 hours. Like,
Okay, yeah, I'm just saying, like, he's definitely brown, or even Saint Nicholas, I think, like,
Well,
even
technically, I don't know if you know this, but Iran. Listen, never mind. Let's.
yeah, I know. Iran is the original Aryan or whatever you were gonna say. They're not Arab.
Hasan, I'm gifting you some subs tonight, dude. Good job.
Wait.
Thanks.
Oh, by the way, we're gonna talk about the card, the Overwatch card covering up. Have you seen
I
that?
wanted to talk about that.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that. All right, that's
I
next.
Hope the neckbeards got what they fucking want.
Okay, here we go. Oh, Casey wanted to talk about it, but she's in the bottom too. All right, that's interesting.
Well, if she gets kicked, we should just talk about it real quick.
Yeah. All right. Okay, guys, vote for who you want to keep, not kick. Keep, not kick.
Here.
E-Rob's beating everybody.
E-Rob is not lost.
I didn't say a word that whole round.
One every round.
Keep it down, dude.
Yeah, E-Rob, you don't deserve it.
All right. In the bottom two.
Not the voter.
The Kandyland and Esfand. Let's
What?
see here.
Oh.
All right.
No, everybody voted for Casey.
Okay, it's time to. I'll call a vote in just a second. Vote for who you want to keep, not kick. By the way, hit that follow button. We're close to 330,000 followers. Whoa.
Holy shit, dude, you're grinding.
That's so crazy.
Well, I mean, not really. 4 days a week, 4 hours a stream. You know how it is.
You're putting so much work in it.
Oh, come on. You guys, without it,
God.
without you guys, it's not even possible. Come on. All right.
Who? Oh.
All right. Okay. Here we go. Let's see here. All right. Everybody who says no doesn't know that I'm debating all of them because they're all following me because my stream's in follower only mode. So if you're saying no in the chat, you're already following me because it's in follower only mode. All right. The winner of the poll is
no and unfollowed, dude.
Oh, they say no and unfollowed. All right. Bottom two, Esfand and Kandyland. All right. E-Rob, make a decision.
I like Esfand, but Kandyland's so hot. Fuck. Shit.
The classic man dilemma right here.
Oh my god. Okay, Esfand, I'm sorry, man. Don't beat
No,
me up.
I have to stream anyway. It's fine.
Don't beat me up.
All right, Esfand, thank you so much, man, for coming. Go ahead and give yourself a shout out.
Hey guys, I'm Esfand. I'm really sad that I lost, and I'm probably gonna go cry before I stream.
Oh.
Follow him at Esfand TV, guys. Esfand TV. ESFAND TV.
You're the fucking man, Esfand. Thanks for showing up, man.
Yeah, of
Appreciate
course.
you.
No, thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Love you.
All right, see you guys later.
Take care. Peace out.
ESFAND TV.
Peace. All right,
Damn.
ladies and gentlemen.
E-Rob, dicks before chicks, dude. What
Yo,
is
I can't help.
E-Rob, JOBP, dude. Jerk off before picking, brother.
I know. I'm
All
sorry.
right, we got
I'm
a
out
new
of fun.
topic. I think I'm allowed to show both of these photos, right? Of the right? I'm able to show it.
I would hope so.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. The two Hearthstone.
So there's two
Yes, you
Hearthstone photos, right? So this is gonna preface the topic. So look at the stream here. Hearthstone changed, Blizzard changed the look of Jaina Proudmore, some card, and this is what was the original card, and then here is the next one that they showed. Okay, this is the one that it got changed to. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, here we go. All right, this is what it got changed to. She got covered up more in the second rendition of it. Instead of she's not revealing as much cleavage. It's tightened up a little bit. Tell me when everybody's seen it.
Where are you posting these things at?
I see one of
They're
them.
on the screen. They're on the screen. Sorry.
Oh,
Take a look. So the left is before and the right is after.
what the fuck? Why?
Okay.
We're paying for this shit.
Okay, so anyway, so this is what happened. This is what they decided to do. This is what Blizzard decided to do with an Overwatch character that's been in Hearthstone for years. Is this a sign of I guess I put it in quotes of the neckbeards getting what they want?
I feel like it kind of is. This is the utopia that the incels want, where girls have to wear those like dumb tit napkins.
Well, isn't it?
And it just
as an incel, I disagree strongly.
Isn't it the
Okay,
opposite of what
listen.
Nestor
I need to drop
Exactly.
a nuclear bomb here, okay? Listen, no, I am. Listen, I'm gonna say this one thing, and I'm gonna sit here and shut my mouth and listen to you guys. The floor is yours. Listen. I'm so sick of this just generalizing this incel thing and just using it as an easy card out to make fun of like lonely guys. Listen, realistically, let me tell you now, incels are actually the opposite of what everyone defines them as.
Okay.
They wish these tits are out. Secretly, they wish. They're not going to secretly complain. Publicly, they might do it because they see it as, oh, if I can't get it, I'm going to be a dick because it protects my ego, blah, blah, blah. But secretly, if you messaged any of these incels, they would be loving you, complimenting you, wanting you. They're secretly jerking off to that Jaina Prem.
Yes.
Pissed that
Train,
shit
I want before you
This
go on, I want to
idea
say
of
something.
incel,
I want to say
that
something,
it's
Train.
their
1 second.
fault.
Train,
Ridiculous.
hold
So
on.
are the incels-
Slicker, 1 second, Casey. 1 second. Slicker just messaged me before you said that, Train, and said, I fapped to her once. Rest in peace.
Exactly.
That's what he said. Anyway,
Exactly. I need to drop this and educate people because everyone just thinks, oh, the incels got what they want. No, they're pissed.
All right, Casey.
pissed.
Casey, go
That
ahead.
is the smartest thing you've said all day, Trent.
That decision.
100%.
I wonder who took that decision to cover her up. What the fuck?
It's Blizzard, man. Blizzard are fucked. Everything they've done recently has been fucked. They're run
Wasn't
by.
even bad before. Like it's like so like not bad. Like that's hardly even bad.
Yeah.
It's probably
Casey,
the very
yeah.
loud few that got their way to change it.
The hilarity of this, though, is that a lot of times I think when incels are perpetuating these like damaging ideas of like women shouldn't be able to wear this, women should be able to wear that, or whatever, they are kind of contributing to that outrage culture, and that's part of the reason why companies make decisions like this. Just
Can we
for
talk
the
about
record.
incel?
And I
for a
think that's
second?
why, people are saying that this is like kind of why incels were partially responsible for it.
Yeah, I think
No.
I think the only people that reported this. I'll be honest. Here's my idea, and I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but this is my idea of the people who reported this. It's literally one of two people, in my opinion. One, extremely religious, right? Or two, I'm talking 39 or 40 plus, married with 3 kids. Their 3 kids play this game. They overlooked it during some sort of studying, and they saw this. They thought it was inappropriate because they have fucking HBO blocked on their fucking cable. I'm telling you, it's married couples, fucking 40-plus-year-olds, and fucking extremely religious people. I'm telling you, this has nothing to do with incels. Incels it's just the generalized people to attack when anything happens to women. I'm telling you, incel is just
Kinda
the way
like
out. It's the
leftists, right?
scapegoat. I'm left. No, I'm left.
Kind of like leftist outrage, don't you think?
No, I'm left.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Holy
It's
shit.
just gonna move the horniness from Hearthstone to DeviantArt.
I don't understand. I think it's really cool that the girls in video games are sexy. I like that.
Agree.
But yeah, but do you think this is ridiculous? Is anybody outraged? Come on, this is the Rajj Royale podcast. Somebody cut somebody's throat open.
I
Come
think
on.
it's fucking bullshit. Why
Yeah, I think
why
it's
does
stupid.
Jaina have to cover up her boobs? Why
I
are
agree.
boobs bad? Why do they need to be covered? I
Not
don't
to
know.
ma-
I know Trainwrecks was saying kids were playing. I just don't think that there's any kids playing Hearthstone.
Wasn't there
I don't think-
Overwatch character
It's a
that
children's
got
game. Of
changed?
course there are.
I don't think anyone plays
Nuh-uh.
that
No,
anymore.
Hearthstone isn't
No.
a children's game. It's an
Oh
autism.
yes, it is. Yeah, children's game.
Oh,
Exactly.
well, no. I think it's like kids can see like tits like, or I don't know. Maybe it's
So
just
somebody
like-
said
What about
that.
Tracer's butt pose?
So somebody said that the reason why they changed it was to sell in China. Is this true? Somebody was just saying that in the chat.
Oh, that
Okay,
could be
if that's
why
true,
a lot
that's
of
a different
weird
thing.
changes get made in games and whatnot. Same thing with like Germany
I don't
too.
know.
Like sometimes people relabel like different types of like you can't take drugs in games, so they have to relabel them to fantasy names and shit. Like I know that's happened in the past. But...
Interesting. So
Oh, I'm thinking so hard, my brain hurts.
I kind of wanted to go.
Wait, can we talk about incels for a second? Because
Yeah,
I actually have an issue with this personally, right? When the fuck did incel just mean like asshole guy? Okay, it means involuntarily celibate, a state that many men are in completely out of their control, and they are not bad guys. They do not hate feminists. They don't want to hurt anyone. They don't want any bad things. They just, for whatever reason, some mad conspiracy, can't get sex. Okay?
No, it's because
That doesn't make you a bad person.
It stems from the community, dude.
yeah, it's because every
from the
incel
Reddit
community is literal fucking cancer.
Yeah, listen, I appreciate, as the incel ambassador, I appreciate that, but hey, listen, I'm not going to even fight for that one. That's reaching a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
Listen, they might be a little asshole, okay? We might be assholes, okay?
It's the reason why people have this strong reaction to incels is because incels self-identify as toxic or violent or misogynistic in their own communities, and you can easily go and take a look at it if you go to like the now banned incel community. There's brain cells too. Like these are all communities in which like people are not just talking about how it sucks that I can't get laid, but they're talking about how there's a red pill that you swallow to become a part of the incel culture, and that's when you understand the dynamic between women and men, and there's such a thing as female hypergamy, and you can't have sex because of the system.
Well,
and
no,
because
here's
of
the thing.
feminism.
Josh is right. No, Josh is right. But here's the thing. Josh, you're right. But those people that you're classifying as involuntary celibate, they're not actually the incels that Hasan is using the word incel for. Those people are just, in their own boat. Like incels used way differently now. It's not the actual definition. Incel specifically, involuntary celibate asshole. Like that's how incels used in today's day and age.
Well, I mean, even the term itself has a lot baked into it. Like involuntarily celibate makes it sound like other people are forcing your celibacy on you. I mean,
They
just
are.
well, no, they're not.
Well,
Wait. Am I an incel?
have you had sex before?
No.
Yeah, I've had sex before, but
Then you're
not
not
in
an
a while.
Even
I've been
you're
Okay,
not
well,
incel,
maybe,
you're-
maybe.
Bro, you just chose
You're
Kandyland.
a born again incel.
Can you turn
You've
into
met
an
your quota.
incel after having sex?
Yeah, a
No,
born,
that'll be like
yeah,
becoming straight
yeah.
edge after doing drugs.
A
You can't-
born
that's
again
all or
incel.
nothing. That's a ride or die, my dude.
yeah, it's a born again incel.
I enjoy the incel word because after being called a cam girl for like years, whenever somebody calls me that and I can say, oh, an incel, and it gets them like really triggered, that's really rewarding to me. You know what I'm saying?
Do you guys think guys can be? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think there's too much hostility from both sides. Both sides could do with listening a little bit more, right?
Agreed.
Like, what? Like you hear someone's an incel.
What do I need to listen to from the incels to cover up more? I don't think so.
No one's telling you. Believe me, no one is telling you to cover up more.
I don't know.
That's
I
not-
just don't think I
Well,
need to
Jaina
listen to
covered
the
up.
incels.
Yeah,
be
but that was for
honest.
China apparently. That's for China, right? That's
Well,
that's nothing to do with
we don't
incels.
know.
That's China's problem. That's not ours. Incels' problem. Sorry, not ours.
Yep.
But no, like, okay, why are there so many young disenfranchised men who feel like this? Why is that happening?
I mean, for a variety of reasons. What specifically are you asking? Why they can't?
Yeah, well, okay, we'll ignore the can't have sex thing. We'll go to what Hasan said about like why there's so many men who feel like they're being betrayed by women and they hate them. Like, why is that happening?
I mean, like this is a really complicated. Sexuality is a really complicated intersection between like a lot of different movements. That kind of sounds like a non-answer, but I mean, I don't know if there's even any evidence that there are less young men having sex today than who used to have sex. Is that like even true?
Probably
young
because
people.
we live inside now.
Young
We-
people
like-
generally are having less sex. That is. I'm
What?
pretty sure you can look that up. I've
No
read
way.
something.
Probably because we're online
young
so
people.
much.
Yeah, young people
Well, and
now
then
are
you
definitely
haven't
having less sex.
think about sexual
No, there's a
education
lot of
and
speculation surrounding
abstinence.
why millennials are having less sex, but we don't know conclusively why
No.
millennials
Mhm.
are having less sex. This is like a huge point of contention.
But they are having less sex.
But that is true. It is true that millennials are having less sex.
People on the earth. Maybe
Wait,
it's
just to chime in,
natural.
so that's actually true.
Wait, there's more
There's
people on
apparently
the
a
earth
study
now.
that says that younger millennials are twice as likely to be sexually inactive in their early 20s as compared to Gen Xers.
But we don't know what the causes are, and this is
I'll
like
tell
I'm
you what
saying.
the causes
I
are.
think
I'll tell you one of the
it's something that
causes.
people are trying to figure out, but
we have Tinder. What the fuck?
Listen,
Tinder,
one of the
Tinder is
main
one of the
causes-
things. Tinder is
one
one
of
of
the
the
main
things that
causes is
probably
fucking
plays
hentai.
into it because on
I don't
Tinder.
know. A lot of people say it's the internet. but I think
Hentai
the
is
internet
ruining
connects us more
America.
than anything.
Hey,
Is it
listen,
porn? Do you think
dude.
it's on the access to internet
It's
porn?
hentai.
No. Listen, dude, I'll tell you the main reason, okay? And let's all be real for us. Let's be real with ourselves for a second, okay? It's a worth it reason. But
Tell us,
listen,
Dad.
Twitch, okay? Look at us. We're on this thing fucking 24 hours a day. We skip our meals to watch streamers. We skip our goddamn jerk off sessions to watch streamers. We skip our water breaks. We skip our sleep. We're watching Twitch. We're dropping anything we can on there. Hey, listen, Twitch definitely is in the top 10 reasons, and it's just true.
But
Honest.
Trainwreck, wouldn't you say that Twitch is also a reason you've gotten sex and got popular in the last couple of years? Don't you
No.
think you're getting more
Got him.
sex because of Twitch?
Also,
No, because
Train
no.
is-
Wait, let
don't.
me
You
answer.
were
Let me
getting
answer.
more
Let me
sex
let me
before
answer
you
to
were
that. Let me
a
answer to
nobody?
that.
Train is not incorrect.
just
We're talking
saying.
about dopamine in general. Like
Yeah.
we can
Wait.
so easily find pleasure elsewhere, and we don't have to resort to
Whoa.
such
Actually,
primal
that's
such primal things. I mean, I personally still love sex and would rather do that over Twitch, but
Hold on,
I
wait,
think for
first
people,
of
it's a
all-
Yeah,
lot
but you can
easier
get it
to just,
easily.
like watch.
Ooh.
What?
It's so much easier to be on Twitch, though. Like, I don't know.
And also, Twitch is just a substitute for everything else that's going on with technological achievements. I don't think train means like literally people aren't having sex because everyone's on fucking
I need to
Twitch.
clear this because there's a bunch of normies in chat that came over from the Fortnite section and still using poggers, saying true to Kaceytron. Listen, I dated my. No, you're not. I dated my girlfriend. I dated my girlfriend from when I was hated on Twitch. When I had 10 viewers, I was with my girlfriend. So no.
Wait, did she know you from Twitch?
Yes. So
Oh wait, and then you just made. Oh no, you're making her argument for her.
No, I'm not, because she said when I got popular. She said no.
But the fact that you're on Twitch is how she found you. So that's
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. She said when I got popular. That was her key word. I just want to clarify that.
Okay.
Did you like you before you were popular?
I just have heard of what's happening
I just said we dated when I
and
was
people having sex and orgies, drugs.
I've never seen
all
these
because of
orgies at
Twitch.
conventions. Where are they?
I've heard of them. I don't know.
No, Sam.
Guys,
Kirk has been trying to get
listen,
laid at every
specifically for sex.
Seriously, I was just memeing about it.
Kirk, tell him.
Yes, Kandyland. Yes, I was with her before I got popular. Yes, I was with
You don't
her
wanna
before I got
tell
big.
Okay, that's cute.
I met her at I met her when I was at 100 viewers. But anyways, go ahead.
Kirk,
that's popular. 100 viewers?
Yeah.
100
Okay,
viewers.
not even a high road. Yeah, okay. Fuck off, man. I'm.
Would somebody please sleep with my best friend Kirk, please, if you're listening?
Shut the fuck up.
I will.
Hey, I've lost a lot of weight though. That's to be
He's
fair.
he's very good looking. I don't understand. Like every convention is a pursuit for a nut, and it is we're almost there.
I usually have to go to
don't
massage
put it out there like it's as if he's desperate.
No, he's not.
I know,
desperate.
I'm
No.
not really-
Kirk gets a
maybe I
lot
don't
of
try
action.
and
Kirk
hard
gets a
enough.
lot of action.
I don't
There you
try
go.
hard enough, I think. But I don't
And
know.
I'm joking, by the
But
way.
I
I'm
don't
not.
wanna
I'm not soliciting my friend for sex. Twitch. That was a joke. All right. And please don't take that literally. And stop linking his channel,
Look,
AJ.
Can we
like
speculate
that.
about the serious reasons why we don't think millennials are having sex? Because I think it's an interesting conversation to have, especially trying to figure out like why some men feel alienated and some men feel even violent thoughts about their current state of sexual activity. I think that's like genuinely a massive problem. And I try to personally solve that for people who come onto my stream all the time. I try to talk to them about like how to talk to girls and shit.
Oh, yeah, I think it sucks. Like, I want to have more sex for sure, and I wish that my stream and everybody is watching me also wanted to.
Hey, I can help
Okay,
you.
this kind of shit, what you're saying is
Come
why guys
on,
are
dude.
incel, okay? What you're saying right now leads people to incel them. Holy shit.
What do you
Oh
mean?
my
What do you
God.
mean?
No, Candy, you say that, and then I meet you in an airport, and you don't even offer. Explain.
Well, no, of course I wouldn't offer at
Well,
an airport.
why-
I want to.
well-
Also, I don't know. I don't
said she
want
wants
to.
to have
Oh, so
more
you
sex.
say it, and then
She wants
when
to have
it's
sex
actually
with
there, all of a
Okay,
sudden,
yeah, I
oh
will-
no.
I wanna
Hey,
have more
Josh,
sex,
yeah,
but I
sure,
want
you
to
can
do
take
it
a
with
photo with
someone
me,
who
but
I
you
like.
can't do anything else with me. No, sure, a photo, but yeah. So which is
But
it? Do you want
Josh,
to have more
maybe
sex? or-
maybe
I
you're not
wanna
her
find a
type,
special-
right? Like I mean,
What's-
Yeah, but the
Like,
difference is when it
sex-
comes to like sexual desires, like men will go all over. Like a guy that I'm gonna use numbers here, regardless if you like him or hate him. A guy that sees himself as a 6 will fuck all the way down to like a 1 or a 2. But like girls that see themselves as 6s or 7s will never ever fuck down. Like
Josh-
He is the
that's like
crux
a
of the
very
issue.
real.
Josh didn't offer either when I met him. He didn't offer either.
I was afraid of Knut. Knut was there. I was afraid of him straight up. Like that's all there was to that.
Go ahead and vote on who you want to keep, by the way. Wait, guys. Look, I mean, I honestly, I'd fuck anything that I find attractive. I don't rate them on a scale.
Hey, that's what we fuck, baby.
Yeah,
that's right.
I think it's a little bit more complicated from my experience.
Oh shit! I linked the wrong poll. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a little bit more complicated to figure out what women like, right?
Doc, what the fuck, Doc? You gave me the wrong fucking poll.
Well, the general thing is like I'm making huge generalizations here. Okay, so this doesn't necessarily apply to anyone. But guys, well, fuck off, Trey. Don't bump me with you, okay? Because when I say it, it's actually true. Fuck off.
Fuck off, dude. Don't
Listen,
bump me with you. Are you saying I'm lower than you? Come on, bro. We're
no,
equal.
not lower than me. I don't want to be associated with all your fucking insult shit just because I say something you agree with, okay? Chill out.
Associated.
Okay?
You're my friend. Of course you're associated. Everything I say you're associated with and you defend and you with and you agree with.
Okay, I love you, buddy.
Check
Okay.
Twitter DMs right now, dude.
Holy
Check
shit,
it.
Josh
Oh
is
my,
winning.
don't Greek me. Don't Greek me. Okay, listen. I think that in general, it seems like guys have two categories for people that they would date and people they would fuck. And the fuck category is very, very, very large. And women seem like generally they don't casually fuck as much for people that they wouldn't also consider dating. Like a guy will look at 100 women, want to date 10 of them, but will want to fuck 95 of them. But a girl will have 100 guys and she'll want to date 10 of them and fuck maybe 15 of them. But so like the mismatch there causes a lot of weird shit to happen because like if a guy's not getting fucked all the time and he can only look at things the way that he does, right? It's like, well, fuck, how am I not getting fucked by women? Like I'll fuck almost anybody. Like this like feels really weird. Like this is super fucked.
Very true.
Yeah, it's like the big difference. So when you say something like, I wish I could have more sex, but I can't, right? 98% of the guys watching this right now would fuck you. So to hear that statement is like really irritating to a lot of people that either perceive themselves as incel. Well, you don't have to apologize, right? I'm just explaining.
I wish I could find someone that I wanted to do.
Yeah, but that also like that doesn't
Like
mean
me.
that she wants to have more sex. That doesn't mean that she wants to have sex with anyone or everyone. Like
yeah, absolutely.
That's something that a lot of guys should also understand. And again, this is something that I talk about quite frequently. That doesn't mean that that there are ways around all of this. Is what I'm saying. There are ways around like trying to maneuver in the weird marketplace of dating. And I think there's a lot of shitty information out there, unfortunately, that a lot of guys give. And
well, yeah, and like
I
one
know
of
that
the
people meme and say I'm Chad splaining, but I used to be very fat and I still got laid fairly frequently.
Chat,
so.
vote for who you want to keep. The votes are going down.
One of the ironic things here is that a lot of guys who are in this kind of like inceldom, and I understand that Josh takes issue with this because you don't have to be part of like this crazy toxic incel community to be an incel, which is true. But the problem with a lot of the incel communities is that they engage in a lot of really harmful rhetoric. And when I say harmful, I mean harmful to themselves. So like people in these communities will constantly demonize women that fuck a lot of guys because they're not fucking them. And then what you end up is in this weird culture where every guy wants every woman to fuck more, but no guy ever wants to date a girl that's fucked a lot, right? Like we'll sit here and talk about like how disgusting, like, ooh, like 20 dudes, like her vag must be like a roast beef sandwich. And then in the next breath, they're like, why aren't girls fucking me more? And it's like, well, because they don't want to take themselves off the dating marketplace because every time a girl has sex with more than 5 dudes, like in a fucking 10-year period, people are freaking the fuck out, calling them whores and shit. And they don't want to ever fucking date them. That mismatch between like who guys will date and fuck also causes women to become like quasi borderline incels, where women are scared of fucking too many people because if they go to settle down for a guy they want to date, I don't mean settle down like settle, but like want to date a guy, well now the guy won't date him because they fuck too many people. Right?
Okay.
No, but
true.
The thing you called it a marketplace is entirely correct. There is a sexual marketplace, right? And I think to answer the original question about like why younger people are fucking less, it's not like things like Tinder and online dating have made that marketplace much like I don't know the economic term, but things move much more freely to like where they should be, right? As in a girl can go on Tinder and she can only swipe on guys that she deems to be like the top 10 percentile of whatever she finds attractive, right?
But if that was the case, then women wouldn't be having less sex as well, and
No,
yet
but that's
women are also having less sex.
The interesting thing is it is still disproportionate. It is still like, if you look at the statistic breakdown for gender and young people, it is still quite disproportionate. There are more young girls having sex than young men. Like there is that.
Yeah, because
like,
it's easier for women to have sex than men. I think we all understand that. I mean,
like
everyone
an attractive
will,
guy will fuck like 7 different girls a week, whereas like an attractive girl is looking for like one guy typically or whatever on Tinder. I'm being very general here, but
but I get the point.
However, these things become like very damaging when they become, because these become self-fulfilling prophecies very easily. Like I've watched some of your stuff, Josh. Like you're a decently cute guy. Like there are girls in the audience right now that would fuck you. Like you sound fine, you speak well. Like you can get locked into an incel mindset literally because of the things you think yourself. Like looking at you, just going on physical appearances alone, there is no reason why you should be an incel. Like you're not hideous at all, like even remotely speaking.
Yeah.
It was cute that you hit on me. It was, I like that you hit on me. It was adorable. I think you're cute as well, Destiny. But yeah, no problem.
You guys should go on a hot chocolate date or something. That'd be
Dude,
cool.
dude.
No, the thing is, you say that, and I've heard that a lot, right?
If you go near my man, I'm not coming for you.
No, I've heard what you're saying a lot, Destiny, and I agree with you, right? Like, it doesn't make sense, but it's there still, and I don't get it.
Wait,
and
Josh, would you want to give your body away to just anyone? Like, maybe that's why you don't do it.
I mean, Josh, if you want to get a good idea of why most men are having sex, take a look at 10% of Destiny's subreddit, dude. That's exactly why.
What are you even mean? Your subreddit is way worse.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Sorry, no. Listen, I got some posts.
You're high roading me. I know how it goes.
No, Destiny. No, Destiny. I said 10% for a reason, okay? I love you and your community, but I just got like 4 messages, 4 post messages from a couple of my friends of your Reddit. They've already made like 6 hate threads of just stupid shit. So I had to make
Bro,
that
I wasn't even on your fucking show, and there was 18 threads about how awesome it was that the fucking commie wasn't there, okay?
Hasan, relax, dude. Stop white knighting your boyfriend, okay? Easy, dude. Okay, chill.
All right. All right. The vote is in, and Josh, you have won the round. Congratulations, my friend. Give it up for him. He has won the round, and it's interesting because of what he brought up earlier. What he brought up earlier. Kaceytron and Kandyland are in the final 2.
The 2 girls.
Don't make me.
The 2 girls. What an
That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up.
What an interesting chain of events here on the Rajj Royale podcast.
Hey, listen.
It's because I spoke against it.
That's what we're fighting for, baby.
It is. I'm sorry.
Guys,
I hate them as well. Don't worry.
It seems like the incels rebelled and didn't vote for Kandyland because she didn't take a picture with you in the airport.
Wait.
No, she did. She did.
Oh, she did take a picture. Sorry.
No,
I have
we didn't take a picture. Or?
I have the photo.
You just don't know he took the picture.
Oh, you took a picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, you came up to us and you were like, Knut, I really want to have a picture with you. Did you even take one with me?
Yeah, I did. Oh, I did.
He took one. It wasn't with you. It was of you.
Raj.
Yeah.
Anyway, Candy's going.
What?
Damn.
Wait.
Raj,
what? Yeah.
You said that Candy and Casey won the round, right?
No, they got both.
No,
the bottom 2.
Oh, I retract everything I said. I thought you said they won the round. I was gonna say that's the step we're going. Hey, never mind. I retract what I said, boys. Hey, you 2 should have won the round.
All right, thank you, ladies.
Thank
Kandyland,
you.
you're eliminated by Josh on the Rajj Royale
Yes.
podcast. Would you like to give yourself a shout out?
Yes, and thank you so much for having me. And you can find me at twitch.tv/Kandyland.
Do you want to stay here anyway, even though you're not playing? Never mind. That's it. Never mind. All right.
No,
Bye,
okay.
Kandyland.
Can she?
Bye.
Guys,
Bye. I mean, I could.
That was your moment, incels. That was your moment to prove everything, dude. You should have voted Casey and Candy first. What were you thinking? Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Casey, this is the farthest you've made it on my podcast.
Yeah, I actually took my Adderall, so I've been trying to pay attention and stuff. It's been helping.
Wow, that's a lot. Wow.
Yeah,
that's great.
it helps me.
I love that. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think do you think guys can be friends with girls they perceive to be ugly?
What do you mean by friends? Like not want to fuck them, or actually like just
like
friends?
actual friends? Like, do you actually think that like guys can be friends? Do you think that like all guys that are friends with girls, like there's some sexual motivation for that?
No.
It really depends on the type of person you are and what you do. Like, for instance, like if you're a gamer and you play a lot of games, it's probably possible to run into a girl that you wouldn't consider fucking, but is like good at games, you play games with them. Like that's possible. But like if you don't ever if a lot of your hobbies are like super gendered and you don't ever meet women normally, then it's probably weird to make like friends that are girls, depending on what you do. Would be my guess.
All right.
Wait, I'm confused by this question. What? Like
what? Hasan, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't bring anything up that was posted all over the Washington Post or something.
No. I'm trying to participate.
I'm
better
just
in your
fucking with
format,
you. Come.
dick. Oh my god! I'm just trying to fucking understand
I'm
what
just
you were
kidding.
trying to
When the
say.
student attacks the teacher.
I'm
Holy
sorry.
shit.
All right. Okay. No, Hasan, I want to know something. All right. Basically, like, do you think it's possible for guys to be friends with girls without any sexual motivation, or like, do you think?
Absolutely, I absolutely do. I 100% think that can happen. Would the women or the men in that relationship still might have some sexual attraction to the other person that they need to kind of push back or push away in order to maintain that relationship successfully? Perhaps, but I think men and women can, of course, be friends with one another without having any. Without actually like without one party trying to have sex.
I have
think
lots
that's
of
such an
girlfriends.
idealistic. It's such an idealistic view, and here's why. Okay.
Why not?
Why would that happen all the time?
No, it is. No, listen. Let me finish. I think men and women should be able to be friends, but I don't think right now we're there. I think right now, unfortunately,
Maybe you're not.
Let me finish instead of laughing and fucking fueling your fucking goddamn fucking, your fucking viewers.
There's just no way where this statement ends well. But go ahead.
No, just listen. From my experience, okay, I hope one day we can reach a point where men and women can just be friends, okay? Unfortunately, though, a lot of the
how
time,
are we not there? I think you're not
because no,
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Let me finish because listen, a lot of the times in a quote unquote friendship, almost every listen, here's the problem, okay? If you're not, no, just listen.
We're listening.
I'm trying to figure out how to word this, okay, dude? Just listen.
Literally, no one's talking.
Okay. Here's the problem with a male that's into women and a woman that's into man. Okay, friendship. Okay, unless the woman sets very clear boundaries to that man, which I don't think. Hopefully, one day we get to a point where she doesn't need to set boundaries. They're both on the same page. Usually, things go wrong. Because let's just assume, even sober, they can do it. At one point, through vulnerability, through intoxication, through some sort of circumstance of that friendship, something can happen and will happen because that's unfortunately just the way it is right now.
Wait, but you're doing that tautological fucking cyclical argument again, where you say something is a thing because it's just the way it is. Where you you did this earlier too. I'm just trying to understand why. Like, have you had zero female, platonic female friends?
I have a lot of female friends on Twitch. Casey's my friend, but hey,
can we
listen.
draw a distinction? There's a big difference between somebody that you would be friends with, and then would fuck them.
Hang out with in real life and stuff too, and just hang out.
Yeah.
Well, there's a difference between somebody that you would be friends with and would fuck them versus somebody that you're friends with just because you want to fuck them, right?
Every friend girl I've ever had or every girl I've ever known that has befriended a man. The man has, at one point in their long period of being friends, tried something at one point that ended the friendship. I have yet. If I could give a number,
you have no girlfriends that you would not try to have sex with right now. Out of every single girl,
I have a girlfriend, so no,
you have no.
I would not listen.
Well, no, these are different things too, Hasan.
If it's what you're asking, I would listen. I would. First of all, listen. I have no girlfriends I'd hang out with while I'm getting drunk. I have no girlfriends I just don't. It's not appropriate. It's not. I have a girlfriend. It's not like that. Like even during my cooking streams, I have to keep it very it's just, and that's me. Like we're talking about people who are using that front just to get in.
I mean, that's an anecdote, but regardless, I mean, I guess I was asking you your personal experiences. So you're right to. I'm just shocked that you have not a single person.
It is an anecdote. It is, but I have never, in my history, seen a man befriend a woman without having one circumstance of him trying something or doing something that's a little too far or mistaking the woman's intentions and taking it too far. I've never seen it to this day, ever. It's.
Well, I've been friends with Kaceytron for a long time. I don't think I've tried to fuck you, right, Casey?
I don't know. We haven't each other. I think our sexual tension would just be too powerful.
Okay.
Especially if
a lot of girls I've never even tried.
Let me ask you this then. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's been 30 hours of sleep.
it might happen.
It's been 30 hours of sleep, so I'm having trouble. I have to close my eyes to even think of anything. But I will give you an example. Okay. What I'm trying to say here. Okay.
Okay.
I will give you one circumstance to why I think men and women can't be friends. Okay. Check this out. Okay, or at least for now. Hopefully one day you get to an understanding. Anyways, imagine you and Casey are friends. I believe sober, nothing would happen. I believe if you went out and had drinks, nothing would happen. But let's say this one situation, okay? And this one situation is enough. Even if you say it's a reaching situation, I think it's enough. Let's say you're both hammered drunk, blacked out, okay? And you're super horny, Destiny, and she offers. Let's say she offers. Would you say no?
Yeah, okay. This is why I'm trying to meet you in the middle, okay? This is why I'm trying real hard to meet you in the middle.
Would you say no, though?
No, but that's what I'm saying. There's a difference. I would fuck probably almost every female friend I have. I probably would. Yeah, but the difference is... I'm trying really hard to meet you in the middle, please, okay? There's a difference between I'm friends with you just because I want to fuck you versus I'm friends with you and I would fuck you if you wanted to, right? So like if Casey really wanted to, yeah, sure. But I'm not friends with Casey because I'm trying to fuck her. Like there's never going to be a point where I'm talking to her and she's like, oh, I feel sad about it. I'm like, oh, maybe some dick will help. Like that's never going to happen because that's not my goal, right? That's why I'm just saying there's a difference between those two things. Do you agree with that, or do you think?
Yes.
I agree with that.
I agree with
and
that.
a friendship can evolve into a platonic friendship can then turn into something that's more sexual as well. I agree with that too. I don't think it's like a one or the other kind of
Destiny
situation.
have a lot of chemistry as well, besides just sexual.
Okay.
Do you understand where I'm coming from? Like,
no, I agree with what you're saying, but the fact that somebody would fuck you doesn't necessarily mean you're only there to fuck that person. That's all I'm saying. So like a guy and a girl could be friends, but the guy could also want to fuck a girl if she ever offers, but he's not necessarily going to be like serving her up his dick on like a fucking silver platter every time she is in a mood or whatever, right? That's all I'm saying.
I don't think you can be fully friends or fully take that route if you would at any point take that offer. Like, that's my point.
Maybe it just depends on like how we define, I guess, friends then maybe.
Because it's like basically if you do it in that situation, it's an inhibition that's there and you're just, I don't know, you're suppressing it. So it's this weird thing that I don't know. It's rare. It's very rare. It's very, I don't know. It's very rare.
Yeah, but every friendship has some, like, you can always argue some friendship down to there being some benefit or goal or something you get out of it, right? Like if the thing you get out of it is, oh, you're kind of attracted to this person, like even if you would never do anything, I don't think that's a bad thing. Like it doesn't invalidate the friendship, right?
I think it is a bad thing. I mean, listen, like here's an example, okay? Like think about the one girl you can be friends with, right? A sister, right? Now I understand this is a little different, it's family, but like,
going the incest.
Right? There is no point. My point is, there is no point with your sister. There's no point with your sister, even if you're both blacked out drunk and you're horny as hell. There's no point where she would even think of offering, and there's no point where even if she did, you would accept. There's no point unless we're talking about some fantasy porn world.
I was gonna say, not based on the video I watched last night.
Wait, this might be true, but I don't think just because you would fuck somebody if you had the opportunity to necessarily makes you not friends. I think you can still be friends.
Yeah, I think you can be friends, but what I'm saying is a fully platonic friendship that consists based off friend principles. I don't think it's possible for now with where we're at socially.
Train, we're friends and you talk about jerking each other off all the time, like.
Yeah, but do you actually think we're gonna meet up and I'm gonna fucking jerk your fucking hard dick? Fucking
wait,
that's what I thought.
Wait,
yeah,
I thought you were the whole time.
What the fuck?
Fuck no, bro. Fuck no. I'm down to jerk.
A little fucking cocky piece of shit.
In the same room, but listen, I'm not gonna spank your fucking chicken. Not to mention, are you cut or uncut? Your ass better be cut. I'm not touching no uncut shit.
I'm cut.
No offense.
Dude, I'm cut. Sorry, brother. It's halal. That's a halal ass penis down there.
Okay?
Wait, are you all cut?
I ain't fuck with that uncut.
Yeah, I'm cut.
Oh my god, they work the same way. Don't be so scared.
Can we talk about how fucked up cutting is? By the way,
Better to have an uncut dick, okay? Fight.
Yeah.
Hold on.
100%.
Wait, hold on,
Like,
just
how
a minute.
messed up is it?
What's the benefits of it?
Have you ever had an uncut penis?
Wait, uncut's like circumcised,
No, there's
right?
more. You have more.
No,
feeling
uncut
in
is
your penis.
uncircumcised.
You still have the same sensations, don't you?
Nope. You have more feeling in your penis head when you have skin.
Yeah, but it looks gross.
It's
No,
no.
it's not. Well, some people it looks like an
Skin
anteater, but
absolutely has.
mine
The
looks
skin
just
has
fine.
nerve endings. Like the skin is very sensitive. A lot of those sensitive nerve endings go away when you cut the tip of the. When you circumcise a penis.
Is that why I think anal feels better? Hello? Oh.
What, you receiving it?
No. No.
Yeah, what do you mean? Dude,
realistically, if you enjoy
we could talk about intactivism all day. If you
What's
guys want.
intactivism? Can you dumb that down a little bit for me?
Intactivism is the activist circle that revolves around circumcision and like stopping circumcision as a whole in America.
Yes, it should be stopped.
Yeah.
I think it should be as well.
You are mutilating children, is what you're doing for no benefit other than
I'm happy with it. You should be able to decide that when you turn a certain age.
Yes, agreed.
There are technically the other side's argument is that there are I think 14 additional benefits to having circumcisions be performed, lowering a risk of HIV, but these are like also highly contentional. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm just giving you guys the full picture, okay? I probably won't circumcise.
How much do you
my
read,
child.
Hasan? Holy fuck.
I mean, I'm pretty familiar. A lot of guys that do poly.
No, let him finish. Sorry, I interrupted. That was rude. Sorry.
Yeah, but the questionable element there is that the child has no say in this, and they're doing it against their will or against their better. I mean, it's coercive to some degree, and I kind of understand that because they don't really tell the parents that it's like a option for the most part in a lot of instances. America's the only country on the planet that actually circumcises people. Regardless of their religious background or regardless of their religious perspective. Like in Turkey, there's an entire Muslims have Sünnet, where they it's like a ceremony. It's a religious ceremony. I didn't even do that. Because I was born here, but America's the only country where they do that across the board, unless the parent says no.
I believe they do it in America for sanitary purposes, right?
Yeah, like
there are 14 medicinal reasons for why, and
I'm happy. I'm happy.
Contracting HIV is one of them.
Honestly,
I've actually almost had to get circumcised when I was younger, and because I didn't wash correctly, so.
So you have to
that
wash.
can happen. I get it, but.
Dick cheese, been there.
Yeah, you should be able to teach your children how to wash correctly.
Oh my God!
And-
I've completed the Empire of Business achievement on Twitch. Wow!
Bro.
Now I want to stream more.
I think that uncut
ahead,
dicks
Casey.
are cuter because they have that mushroom shape.
Oh,
Yeah,
don't tell
cute.
us that. We're a bunch of fucking
I
butt
think.
boys over here.
I think.
I mean, I'm not saying,
We'll work out
I'm
well,
just saying
Casey. Good job. Keep it up.
personally, I think that uncut dicks are cuter looking.
I
I
mean,
think
damn
that
it,
all
Casey.
dicks are cute, but
Now we're all turning incel because.
I mean, not to mention, if you have an uncut dick, realistically, you know, if you have an ant problem in your house, you can solution.
you could just do some push-ups where the ants are and just.
I'll be honest with you. An uncut, a cut dick looks so much better. Oh my!
cuter.
I think.
I like that mushroom tip.
There are certain penises that do look better. I mean, in my opinion, I'm just saying aesthetically pleasing. I'm not attracted to men, but
hey,
you know,
hey!
I
Don't
just
let your
say-
masculinity be so toxic that you have to even state that. Unbelievable.
You can't admit that another
I could say
dick
that
is
some
cute.
cut penises do look, maybe on a broader spectrum, that uncut penises do look better. But there are a lot. There's
What
quite a
is
lot of
it?
uncut dicks
What?
that look really good.
Uncut looks better.
No. I'm saying that cut looks better, probably on a broader
Yeah,
spectrum.
dude. Uncut looks like a fucking sand slash, fucking
Well,
devolving.
It
into a
depends on the
sand
penis. Some penises look
has
better cut, some
anybody
look better
here-
uncut.
I
Shit's a
want to
fucking
hear this
anteater.
from the guys. Has any of the guys here ever put a tiny hat on their penis?
No, but I stuck a cucumber in my ass.
For real?
I got a little Santa hat.
I just would do
one
that.
Christmas.
I try to
Yeah.
hang a towel on it every once in a while.
Yeah.
There's restoration techniques, by the way.
If I had a penis, I would have an assortment of tiny hats for it.
Oh, the
There's
people
an
that
community
pull
on
their
the
skin
internet
out and
dedicated
like
to
put like a.
restoring the tip of your penis or restoring the skin, the foreskin.
I've seen that.
They have like little weights that you can put inside and like
Yeah.
stretch it over to like hang it down over time. Yeah.
But Josh,
it's-
it's not too late for you, buddy. If you wanna reverse the course.
No, I'm uncut. Mine is not. It's insane to me that you guys seem like okay with it though. Like the idea that children are being literally like having parts of them cut off on some. Okay, you know what I can't get? I can't get hand cancer if you cut my hand off at birth. That's most of the health benefits boil down to there is less penis if you cut parts of it off. So yeah, they
know.
have a slightly lower risk of penile cancer because there's less of it. But that doesn't justify mutilating children on the basis that
No,
if
it's
I
not
cut off
Yeah.
like most of my
I'm
body.
not trying to
It's not because there's less of it.
I'm not trying to justify.
Imagine like HIV like in the West is like
You know
not
what,
something that
dude?
you're
Hey,
realistically
listen,
scared
fuck
of
it,
all the
dude. Listen, you're right. Fuck it. Let's keep the umbilical cord on too. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it
Just
all.
for the record, though, it's not circumcision isn't done because there's like less. There's gonna be less penis to get cancer.
Oh no, but like I'm saying a lot.
Well,
a lot of the health
circumcision was
benefits.
largely started in the U.S. to stop kids from masturbating.
All right, I got an idea. Everybody who's uncut, use Twitch Prime on the channel. And everybody who's cut, use Twitch Prime on my channel. How about that? All right. Let's take a vote. No, let's take a vote. All right. Let's take a vote. All right. I'm going to get a report, and my partner manager is going to be like, so you, quote, asked them to sub if their penis was... Oh, my. All right. Vote, and then vote. Vote in the poll. All right.
Vote for me.
there
Vote for me,
Gaston,
boys.
thank you very much for subscribing.
I already lost a piece of my penis.
Scipio
okay?
110, thank you for subbing. Her Majesty, thank you for 4 months.
Is there an equivalent for women, like cutting your vagina at birth, or like is there anything
Yeah, it's
like
called,
that?
so there's something called
Jolo,
female
thank you for
genital-
subbing. Byru,
there's
thank you for
something-
gifting 5 subs. Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
There's something called female genital mutilation, and I think it might be called type 4, but the closest equivalent would be the shaving of the clitoral hood, which is the part that covers the part, so the clitoris is analogous to the head of the penis. That would be like the most similar thing to circumcision.
And the wording is the point, right? They call it female genital
Genital
mutilation because it is, and we call it circumcision as if it's just a normal practice that should be okay when it's literally the same fucked up thing. I don't know. It feels like I'm the only one who thinks this is fucking
No,
crazy.
because
This
when
goes on a day-to-day basis.
I still have
agree
good
with you.
sex.
I agree with you.
All
No,
right.
when your clitoris is shaved, you have no more clitoral stimulation. When your foreskin is cut, you potentially, and this is not proven either, you potentially lose sensitivity from that area because you lose some nerve endings, but you don't lose sensitivity in your penis.
I don't care
know
about
what
the
you're
sexual
talking
pleasure
about.
people can have. I don't
No,
care
but
I
about
know
that.
what you're talking about, but if you pull your...
Mutilation is a
Here's
little
the thing.
different. It's exclusively done so that women cannot get off. It's exclusively done so that like.
Why is circumcision done?
Well, do you want me to tell you some proof as to that can shut that down? If I were to pull my foreskin back and put my penis in my pants, it would fucking hurt.
Well,
there you go.
Yeah, so
I have
wait,
more
so it's just the
sensitivity to my
fact that like,
penis.
if the head of your dick is constantly exposed to like the inside of your pants or whatever, the skin will keratinize. It does become slightly less sensitive. It has to. It hardens a bit.
Yes.
Like that's
Thank
just
you.
a fact. Yeah.
All right.
Now, whether that's good or bad or like.
But that's not the. I'm saying that's not the reason why they do it.
Well,
You're
the
right.
reason initially it was pushed was I thought it was to stop little boys from playing with themselves.
No, I don't think so. I
So
thought.
why does it happen?
Dr. Kellogg,
Incorrect.
I was under
Again,
the assumption like a Dr. Kellogg guy. Like,
Anti-circumcision, just for the record, I'm anti-circumcision, but according to the American Podiatrists Association or whatever, they have at least 14 different reasons for why this is a good thing to do.
well, but what
Reduce
Josh
risk
said
of-
earlier,
reduce
what Josh
risk
said
of
earlier.
penile cancer, reduce risk of
Yeah.
STDs, reduce risk of tract infections, reduce
Sure.
risk
Well,
of...
okay. So what Josh said earlier is 100% true here, right? Like we could get rid of all foot fungus in the world if we just amputated people's feet at birth. Like to say that like you're not going to get a UTI, so we're going to chop off part of your dick. Like I don't think that's a good argument. Also, when you talk about things like UTIs, is that worth mutilating yourself over? Or things like STDs or HIV? Like an HIV,
I was
like how many people worry about
These things
HIV
are
in the
completely
West?
avoidable.
Hey,
Like,
guys! I was just simply stating that
That's such a
circumcision is
straw
still.
Wait, what's a straw man?
Female genital
It's a straw man.
mutilation.
What did I just say was a straw man? Wait, what do you think a straw man is?
No, I didn't say you straw man. Who said
No,
you
no, Train is saying a straw man. A straw man is literally when you respond to an
they're
argument
not-
that nobody made. I literally directly responded to every point you just made.
I'm saying they're not comparable whatsoever. Listen, dude, like... Listen, I said straw man only because you guys say it all the time. Listen, it's not comparable. It's not comparable whatsoever, dude. Listen, I find it completely and utterly ridiculous and disgusting of everyone that's sitting here comparing cutting a piece of your a skin, a thin skin of your penis off, and comparing it to cutting your fucking entire leg off. Like, shut the fuck.
Okay, hold on. Well, what you just did was
Okay,
literally
I
a
can
straw man
agree
because I
with
said
that.
cut off your
Yeah.
foot, not your leg. Okay, to be
Whatever,
fair.
cutting off your entire foot.
Okay,
You're
a finger
cutting
then.
off a fucking little piece of your penis.
Your
Fuck
ear.
outta
How about
here,
your ear?
sensitive
That's a
pussies.
big piece of your
Like-
body, though.
Yeah.
It's still pretty big.
Why are we cutting children?
Yeah. Why are we cutting
I'm happy.
the skins of children's
I am
penises off?
happy.
Okay,
You're only
you
happy-
could be
you're
just
only
as happy
happy
if you made that decision
You're
at
only
18.
happy
Medical
because
board
society.
certificate, unless the American Association, American Academy of Pediatrics or Pediatrics is fucking lying. That's the reason why people are doing it.
No,
lying.
that's not the reason people do it. Is because they want their sons to look like their dads. It's not for health reasons.
Oh my
It's
God,
because
I got a
it's
great
cultural
topic
thing.
for next
It's
week about
100% a cultural thing.
All right, guys, look, I've let the timer go
By the
for
way,
a little
it
bit.
wasn't actually straw man. I was right. Anyways,
Guys,
continue.
Wait, what did I straw man? Sorry.
All right.
Comparing cutting your hand off to cutting a piece
An
of your skin.
analogy is not a straw man.
No, it's a straw man because they're not. Give me an example outside of the example of the thing that's not.
That's called an analogy.
No. Watch this. Listen. No, Raj, give me a sec here, dude. Straw man argument. Watch this. You ready for this? A straw man is a form of argument and an informal fallacy based on giving the impression of refuting an opponent's argument while actually refuting an argument that was not presented by that opponent. So listen, no one refuted that cutting your leg off.
Hold on, let me do this. No, because you're
Completely
totally
right,
wrong.
dude. Trust
The
me.
argument you put forth was that it's okay to excise a piece of a person's body in order to save yourself from some hypothetical future medical condition. So I drew an analogy saying, well, we wouldn't excise somebody's foot in order to save them from a hypothetical future medical condition. These are literally the exact same points. It's not a straw man. It's a one-to-one comparison.
Well, then listen. If it's not straw man, then it's toxic masculinity. I win.
Guys, no.
Oh, no!
You would never allow. It's not a straw man, but that's, you would never allow for this kind of argument to ever fucking. You would never allow this kind of argument to go on. Just
I would allow. What I would say, here's your
because
proper
the amount of
response.
utility that you get from fucking walking around is drastically different than the amount of utility that you get from the foreskin.
Sure. So that
You
that
toxically strawmanning everybody?
Okay, so what Hasan gave was the proper argument. So what you could argue is you could say, well, these are disanalogous because a foot offers far more utility than a foreskin. And then what I would say is, okay, well, how much utility needs to be present for something for you to mutilate it? What if I wanted to chop my child's earlobes off at birth? Would you be okay with that? Even if there's not like I could say it saves you from some possible future ear infection or whatever, but I also do it because I think it looks nicer. Would you say that it's okay to chop off earlobes? And then if you say no there, which you probably would because you're not culturally accustomed to that, then I say, well, what's the difference between an earlobe and a foreskin? Right? That's where the argument would go. To just scream straw man doesn't really get us any further into the
Yeah, I mean, Train was wrong about the straw man for sure.
No, I was not.
saying that
Listen,
your analogy was not the best.
Relatively cutting your earlobe off is not equivalent to cutting a piece of your skin off. Cutting your earlobe, let me finish. Cutting your earlobe off your ear is like cutting one of your testicles off or cutting the head
What the fuck are you talking about?
It is not comparable. How are you comparing? Listen, my ear is this big. You want to cut literally 2/4, half of it off, or 1/3 of it off, and you want to compare it to cutting a piece of your skin on your penis? Listen, I don't know if you have a 1-inch dick. If you have a 1-inch dick, fine, it's comparable. You know, if you have a 1-inch dick, it's comparable. But not if you have a fucking gut. Listen, Fuck out of here. Your earlobe? Fuck out of here.
All right.
I mean, like the foreskin isn't. Oh, sorry, God, we're done.
Okay.
I'm getting insulin.
All right, okay, guys, look, the winner of the last round was Josh. Congratulations, but he voted the last round, so LROBB at second place, so he has to choose between Kaceytron and Hasan. Hasan?
Sorry, Destiny, I'm putting you through this. It's so fun.
You
It's
choose
so
Hasan?
fun.
Okay. All right, Hasan, you have gotten eliminated. I'm
Peace,
so sorry.
guys.
Thank you so much for coming. Everybody follow him on Twitch, twitch.tv/Hasan Abbey. Please go follow his channel. He runs great shows that shows no biased perspective over there. He shows both sides.
Don't fucking act like you're not there.
I'm there all the time in the bathtub, so go watch.
No, he's actually a great streamer, guys. And please, if you would, you actually get bonus bits in his channel if you click his channel with your left hand.
All right, thanks, Hasan. Love you. I'll see you in the bathtub later. Okay, bye.
Peace.
Later, Hasan.
Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask Trainwreckstv a question?
Yeah, the next round, by the way, before you go. And Casey, by the way, I didn't know you had anal warts. I didn't know that.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to make it loud.
no, it's like, I'm trying to inspire people not to get them, letting them know that I.
Okay.
Destiny, go ahead.
Okay, let's say, for instance, that we could demonstrate that pinky toes weren't really needed for
No,
people.
I was kidding about the earlobe. That was a good argument. I was totally fucking with you.
Okay.
The earlobe was a completely fine argument.
Okay.
You were only pretending to be retarded.
No. I
get it. No, I get it. You were only pretending.
Joke's on you.
No.
Yeah.
That part wasn't pretend. I am retarded. But the earlobe was good enough for me.
Okay.
By the way, so the next round, the bottom two people are eliminated. Then we go straight to the finals because we had one extra person today. So just letting you know, the bottom two people are out. So whoever gets the top two are going to get into the finals.
All right, we need a good topic.
Yeah, all right, I'm going to give you a great fucking topic. Well, this is a viewer question. Said, why are there so many genuinely mentally ill people on the internet? Okay. Do you think modern society is raising a generation of overly sensitive children that will grow up to be permanently offended adults? This question was.
It'll be insightful.
This question was submitted by a viewer, and the viewer was not Trainwreckstv, was his Twitch name.
I mean, I'm just saying we say that, but look at how sensitive the baby boomers are. They bitch and complain about everything, and I don't think it's fair to say.
Okay, all right.
Like, look at the baby boomers. They fucking bitch and cry about everything.
That's a good point, Casey.
I think there are so many perfect examples of old people saying that younger people bitch and moan about everything, and then old people turn around and complain about the dumbest fucking shit. Like if two gay guys want to get married, why the fuck do you care? Or if somebody wants to write happy holidays on a fucking Starbucks cup, why are you so upset about it?
No, but Destiny, let me tell you, I'm going to argue here with you, and I'm going to say the reason why they're upset about people writing happy holidays on the Starbucks cup is not because they are upset about the fact that you can't write Merry Christmas. It's because they're upset that everybody's so sensitive. Why can't you write Merry Christmas on the coffee cup? That's
because you
why
want to
they're
be more
upset.
inclusive of more people. What's the problem with that?
Well, but that argument would be why is that?
Christ out. We're done with Christ.
I know, but why is it so?
Not real. We're done.
Basically, the issue is people will constantly say things like, "Oh, well, I don't care how many minority people there are. I don't care how many women there are. Blah blah blah." But the only reason they're saying that is because right now the status quo actually supports them. So whenever you do anything, even slightly, to shake that up, people get fucking enraged over it. I don't know. I saw Happy Holidays on a cup, and I was like, okay, yeah, I guess it makes sense.
But the reason why they're enraged,
why would you ever get mad over something?
They're enraged because everybody's so sensitive, and they don't understand why people are so offended by people saying Merry Christmas.
Nobody's offended by it though. They're just saying maybe we should just do.
They are. That's the reason why you wrote Happy Holidays, because people were offended by it.
I'm pretty sure they did it because it's just easier and it's more inclusive of more people.
Well, I agree with that.
I
agree. It is more
I
inclusive.
agree.
But okay, thanks, LROBB. Anyway.
I think the baby boomers are offended that we don't want to play into the whole Christianity thing. I want to bring back to Christmas, and we're done with it. We're ready to move on.
Could you say that again?
We're done with it. We're ready to move on. We're done with Christianity, baby boomers.
But
it's happy holidays.
Merry Christmas has become an increasingly corporate.
Has become. It's always been that way.
Okay, Destiny. All right. Well, it's becoming
We're
more that
taking
way.
Christmas
all right.
Away from Christ, it's happy holidays.
Well, no, but it's becoming even. Fuck.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Do you not think that in the interest of not offending anyone, or the interest of being more inclusive, that sometimes we erode into people's individual culture overall? By just wishing people generally happy holidays or anything like that, that it's in a lot of things we don't recognize people's individual culture and holidays and stuff like we should necessarily.
The reality is So if I had to choose between having like a targeted like Merry Christmas thing on some public thing versus just a general one, people are still free to celebrate whatever they want. No one's saying you can't set up a nativity scene in your yard, or you can't say Merry Christmas to your friends. Like just like the really public facing stuff is just more inclusive. Why does that matter?
Sure,
And
so
also, real quick, like
saying?
on the two in there, like you're saying like, well, maybe saying Happy Holidays makes some people feel like their shit doesn't matter. What about saying Merry Christmas and not acknowledging at all the other holidays that exist?
It's not about not acknowledging at all. It's just about recognizing that, like, the Western world that we all live in, like, predominantly Christmas was what's celebrated here for a long time, and that the reality is, I hope this doesn't offend anyone, minorities are a minority in some cases. And for what it's worth, I would never be in China and complain about Chinese New Year celebration and them not recognizing our New Year or anything like that, right? I would like to see that. When I go to somewhere else, I want to see their culture necessarily, right? All over the world.
Yeah, but I mean, like, the reality is that, like, if you can make a small concession without taking too much away from yourself and make other people feel included, like, why wouldn't you do that? Like, this is like, if you were to show up to a party, like, I like cheese pizza with, like, pepperoni and sausage, and then somebody else is like, well, I like cheese pizza with only sausage. Like, I'm not going to sit here and make a huge fucking stink about it. Like, I still like the sausage. I'll just get that, and then everybody's happy. Like, I have to make an itty-bitty concession that people aren't specifically tailoring their message, like, Happy Holidays, middle-class white America, and it's like, or Merry Christmas, whatever, to, like, my specific things. Like, well, fuck, like, you can make it a little bit more general. Minorities feel more included, and everybody feels more included, and it doesn't hurt me at all. Like, I don't know, it just seems like a really easy thing to do.
A Happy Holidays message specifically, I don't think many people have a huge problem with it, especially not me. But I'm talking more just like generally about culture. I feel like there's been a lot of cases where certain celebrations have been actively shut down because they were offending other people. In my country, at least, this has happened.
Well, wait, like, what kind of celebrations?
Okay, this is something that I've said offhand that I would have to go look up specifically, but
Okay, sure.
I've heard cases of it, and like I'm not just making this up. Like, this has definitely happened at least a few times.
Like how
and
schools will cancel like Christmas.
Yeah, that's a
stuff
pretty good
and-
example.
Yeah.
It's
Schools
more-
canceling Christmas celebrations?
Or-
Does this happen a lot?
That
Yeah,
has
like,
legitimately
in
happened. Yeah.
elementary school and shit, they like no longer allow Christmas celebrations. They're like, oh,
Where
it's
do
a
they do that,
holiday.
though?
I don't know. I just heard of schools doing that before.
You can take the religion out of Christmas and it just be a that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't have to be religious.
Well, it's just the idea that not everybody
But they don't
celebrates
say
Christmas. Some people celebrate Hanukkah, some people do Kwanzaa, some people do whatever other shit.
All right, well, okay. Damn it. Let's vote. It's the end of the round. Okay.
Wait, holy shit! Wait, really?
Yeah,
That was a fast round.
It's over.
They're short. They're short rounds. This is the
Oh my God.
This is the Rajj Royale. All right. We get out. Hey. Well, only one more round left. Okay. The winner of this next round will win the whole Royale podcast.
Do
But
they
it-
win a Jord watch too?
Yes, they will win a brand new wood watch by Jord, courtesy of Jord Wood Watches. And by the way, chat, everybody in the chat right now that types !giveaway wins 20% off a brand new wood watch by Jord. And you go to the website woodwatches.com and you type in code Rajj20 with 2 J's and you get 20% off a wood watch by Jord. Destiny's got 3 of them. Tell them how they feel, Destiny.
Hold on, I gotta message the people that I gave them to.
Oh, okay.
Who did you give them away to? Dude, I'm gonna show up next TwitchCon with like fucking 7 of these watches.
I
on my
know,
arm.
I know, it's
gonna be
unbelievable.
Wow,
All right,
I'm so excited.
let's check it out here. The people in the bottom, oh my God, this is gonna be interesting. The bottom 2 are getting eliminated, just letting you know. All right.
Wait, let me vote. I haven't voted yet.
All right, sorry. I'll wait for everybody. Kirk hasn't voted yet, so we'll wait.
Hold on, it's too quick. There we go.
All right,
I
there you
voted.
go. All right.
Oh, damn.
Okay. All right. Whoop. Let's check the results here. The 2 people in the finals right now on the Rajj Royale podcast is Josh and Destiny. LROBB and Kaceytron have been eliminated.
God damn it.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I
tried to get my man to win.
completely turned around. I'm sorry, LROBB and Kaceytron. You have both been eliminated, and you will not
we're
be
done.
participating in it. We have the ultimate showdown: conservative versus liberal.
I didn't. Did I say? Okay.
You said the most
LROBB,
right.
you want to shout yourself out?
The problem with this is I generally agree with 90% of what Destiny says, so you're gonna have to find a topic we disagree on. Dude.
All right, Casey, thank you so much. Can you shout yourself out, please?
Hi, my name is Kaceytron, and
Casey, your mic's cutting out. What'd you say? Your name's Kaceytron, and what?
and I'm a dumb bitch. And I stream on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. I'm unbanned now.
Oh, really? Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm
Must
gonna
be
go
nice.
follow you on Twitter. Now I can communicate with you. Thank you, Casey. Have a good day. It's always fun to have you on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wait,
God
that's
bless.
on
God bless you. Thank you.
Yes.
How'd you get on band?
I just I just message Twitter support a lot, like every day for like 6 or 7 months, and I think somebody well, not that long. It was like 3 or 4 months. I don't know. I think a real person finally read it and unbanned me, and I got banned for saying that I would cut somebody's dick off and wear it around my neck as a trophy. But I only said it feminazi. So I thought that was a fair response.
Yeah, but what account did you tag them in, or was it an email?
It was I emailed Twitter support.
Okay, cool. That's good to know, just in case.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Casey.
Thank you, guys.
Have a wonderful day, Casey. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, the finals are in here. Destiny versus Josh. Holy shit, we need to find a good fucking topic. Oh my god.
Nothing about incels. He'll win over the audience. Fuck.
Yeah, that's unfair. That is unfair. That's true.
Well,
I mean, I have a good topic, but it's
you can
go on, Trent.
You can go on for it. I'm looking through my topics right now.
I have a good topic. I mean, it's dead though.
Ooh, hey, hold on, Destiny. What do you think about trans people in sports?
That's so complicated. Don't do another one.
Well, okay.
It's insanely
All right,
complicated.
what about
let's get into it. It's complicated.
What about the fat acceptance movement for society?
This is an easy one. It's probably stupid. We're probably not going to disagree on this.
Okay, what do you disagree? Okay, what's your quick take, real quick, Destiny?
My quick take is that people should love themselves. Like, just because you have a bad body doesn't necessarily mean you should hate yourself for it. Demonizing the fuck out of fat people and making them feel like shit about being fat clearly doesn't make them not be fat. There is no psychological evidence that bears this out, right? It seems like being more encouraging towards people helps. However, there's a fine line between accepting yourself and loving yourself versus encouraging everybody to be fat. And the latter, I feel like sometimes the health at every size movement goes that way. We're saying like, oh, well, being fat is fine. It's like, well, no, it's probably not good. But like, you shouldn't hate yourself because you're fat, but you probably shouldn't be fat.
Hold on, Brexit.
What the fuck is Brexit?
Hold on.
Oh God.
Brexit. Did you vote? Did you vote Remain?
No,
Or did you
I didn't vote. I didn't vote because I was too stupid to understand the thing, and I know that, so I didn't vote.
Okay, all right. You guys, I don't think you guys disagree
Brexit
on
is
that
the
one.
United Kingdom's decision to leave the European Union.
Destiny.
I know what it is. I just didn't vote because I wasn't well informed enough about like what it would do.
That was a
'Cause
very
everyone was just-
centralist argument there, Destiny.
No, everyone was just saying different shit, and then like I didn't know who to believe.
Ooh. If you could run Twitch for a day, week, or month, whatever, a period of time, what would you do with that power? That's a good question.
Go ahead, Josh.
All right. Not much different, I think. Like, okay, people have problems with Twitch, right? People have all these fucking problems with Twitch, like, oh, the moderation's inconsistent, oh, this, oh, that. Okay, the things I would actually do is just make the features fucking work, right? It seems like every single feature that Twitch releases is like half-baked and kind of shitty, right? They release sub-gift, like mass sub-gifting, right? And then you have no control over who it goes to. You can't gift to people who were previously sub, people who follow alongs, people who are actively chatting. They have their own algorithm that you have no control of. And like every single fucking feature that Twitch releases, like the community tag and stuff, feels like completely half-baked and shit. That's the only thing that like I actually have a problem with on this platform. Other than that, it's pretty fucking reasonable for like a private company to not want like hate speech and shit on the platform. Like, yeah, you can be all like CX 10 toes down and want like ice and shit to run. And I like ice with like, but it's just like I don't disagree with them not wanting that shit on their platform. Like, I can understand why they wouldn't want to do that, and I think you probably wouldn't want to do that anyway. I don't know. I mean, the only thing I change is they have like half-baked features, and that's it.
I mean, honestly, I think Josh has the best take on half-baked features and companies releasing them. He's a World of Warcraft player, so if anything, he has the most credibility.
Destiny, your
All
turn.
right, here's my platform. I got 3 things. Number 1, for the chat, ban Amaranth. Not for any good reason, but just because.
Oh, yeah, this is pandering.
There you go.
Fuck you. This is
You're just trying to win the chat.
No, okay. All right, incels, listen up, okay? This guy.
Wait, hold on.
This
You
guy's
had your
had sex
turn.
before.
Let
This
him
guy's
tell
had
the
sex
audience.
before.
You
Fuck this guy.
neglected them,
He's had
okay?
sex before.
That was your platform. I love the audience, okay? There's number 1. Number 2, I'm seeing a lot of CXs in chat. I would say that there should be a process for previously indefinitely banned streamers to get unbanned, not so that they can get partner and stream on Twitch again, but just so they can appear in people's streams. So people like Ice Poseidon and people like Hyphonics, I think it'd be cool if they were unbanned, just so that like I could hang out with them, right? Or somebody could hang out with them or have them on
A soft unban.
Yeah, something like that,
Yes.
maybe. Or like even just like an unban but no partnership. They would have to like re-earn that or do all that shit again or something.
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly. Sorry, before to interrupt.
Am I getting cut off by a non-contestant right now?
But I just want to add on to what you said.
Okay. Go ahead.
Destiny, is that like people like Slicker, where he's banned right now, but he could appear on the show and not break the rules because I'm there to watch over him. Had I
Or
been
even
there,
you could take on the responsibility for it. Like you'll understand, like, okay, yes, I'll have Ice on my stream, and if he breaks the rules, like I'll take the heat for it. Like that's on me.
Okay,
right?
anyway, continue
Yeah.
with your last one. Sorry.
Okay, last 2. 1, tier 2 and tier 3 subs on Twitch should get double long emotes. There's no reason not to. People with tier 2 and tier 3 sub like crazy, and having the double long emotes would be fucking awesome. Tier 3 subs get triple long emotes. That shit would be fucking awesome. And then my final idea, this is the killer one that Twitch is never going to do. Amazon, you should be able to set your stream so that only Amazon Prime subs can watch it. You have an Amazon Prime sub only stream, and while you have that stream on, you should be able to watch videos and stuff that are available on Amazon Prime with your audience, because everybody there has it anyway, so you're not like violating any IP or anything. Those would be my changes.
Josh, do you want to add anything to your changes?
Those are all really good ideas and stuff, Destiny. Having thought about it some more and thought about this competition some more, I would make subscribing to everyone free. I would allow pornography on Twitch, and people can say and do what they want. Everyone in chat would be given money for the amount of time they watch. That's what I do with Twitch. I think those are all great ideas, Destiny, and I agree with all of them. But I have my own as well. So, yep, great. I'm done.
Wow. Who do you?
Yep.
Wow.
No, but seriously, the banned streamer thing is actually completely correct. Like, it's insane that. Did you see like I guess you have seen at events and stuff. Whenever like ICE is walking around and IRL streamers are like,
they have to like hide their camera.
They like turn the cameras away because they're frightened of looking at him and stuff. Like, it's so insane that a company has that stance when they should be able to recognize like how completely unreasonable it is.
Yeah, absolutely. No, yeah, 100%. All right, 30 seconds left.
Maybe another crazy idea. I don't think this would work for a variety of reasons, but you should be able to set your stream to like a no ad stream, so you're not allowed to run ads on Twitch, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want on that stream. You can say the gamer words, and you can show the gamer images, whatever the fuck you want to do. On a no ad, NC-17, you have like a warning that pops up like you're about to enter like the dark zone of Twitch or some shit. That would be some funny shit, but that'd probably be a bad idea.
All right, Destiny, you're on the heels of potentially your 4th victory. Josh, you are trying to dethrone a champion on the Rajj Royale. What is on the line is a brand new wood watch by Jord, courtesy of Jord. Wood watches by Jord. All right, please, Doc, present me the poll. Thank you.
I gave it to you. There you go.
Thank you. All right, vote in the poll. The winner of this poll wins the Rajj Royale and walks away with a $250 wood watch by Jord. Thank you. All right, here we go. Go ahead and vote. Vote in the poll. Vote for who you would like to win. Guys who don't look at the poll, Destiny or Josh. Don't look at the poll.
Off the keyboard.
Don't look at the poll.
All right.
Don't look at the poll. Hands off the keyboard.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
6 months. Thank you very much. All right, please vote in the poll. Vote for who you would like. This could happen. Also, the winner gets a host from this channel, which is, you know, hey, I know you guys are big streamers, but hey, I do what I can.
Listen, those hosts are big deals. These make or break our careers right now.
All right. By the way, next week on the Rajj Royale, we're shooting for T-Pain.
Wait,
is that actually real?
Yes, that's real. We just
what do you mean?
We just need to firm some things down, but that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get T-Pain on the Rajj Royale podcast.
Holy shit, that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. The poll is out. That's what we're trying to do. It's not confirmed. That's what we're trying to do. It's not confirmed yet. Nothing's confirmed, for the record. Nothing is confirmed. As of now, nothing is confirmed. Ladies and gentlemen, I am about to crown the winner of the Rajj Royale podcast, sponsored by Jord. The winner of the Rajj Royale podcast is going to be said after this advertisement. 1 second, hold on. I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Unbelievable.
I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Hold on. All right, hold on.
What kind of? Sorry.
All right. As I take a sip out of my Arrowhead 100% Mountain Spring Water cup, I am proud to announce the winner of the Rajj Royale podcast is Method Josh!
God fucking damn it. Unfucking believable.
Okay.
Never coming on this shit show again.
Oh,
How much are those watches worth?
$250. Brand new wood watch by Jord. I'm sending you one.
Wow.
Brand new. Wood watch by
much.
Jord. You do have to. I'm sending you a free wood watch by Jord. Taxes and shipping fees not included.
Understood.
Great.
You make people pay the shipping on the watch you sent them?
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the United States, you get a brand new wood watch, but if you are overseas, you may have to pay an import fee. but it is 100% free. Wood watch by Jordan. All right. Congratulations.
Worth $250.
$250.
Okay.
Which is approximately 20 pounds. All right. Destiny, thank you so much for coming. Are you going? Are any of you going live after this?
I'm going to
yeah,
bed.
I will be. Oh, but now I don't want like a pity host if he's going to bed. Fuck.
No, host Destiny. There you go.
Oh, look at how fucking.
I kind of feel like I pandered a bit at the end, so I didn't really deserve. Like straight up, like the whole. I'm gonna be honest, boys. I don't actually think that like viewers should get money. Fuck you guys, you're worthless. I just said that because I want votes. Yeah, straight up, like that was just lying.
Wow.
Sorry. So I guess Destiny takes that one.
All right, thank you, Josh. Destiny, are you going live?
Yeah, I will be. Yeah.
I will host you then. All right. Thank you, Destiny. Go ahead and go live.
Having me?
All right.
Okay.
Bye, Destiny. Josh, since you don't want the host, you have given up his charity. Josh, thank you so much. Congratulations. Would you like to give a victory speech?
It's been a pleasure. Incels unite, but not the bad incels, only the good ones.
That's right.
Sorry I had to take Candy out like that. It was not revenge explicitly, but it did make me feel quite good. I hope me and her are still very cool. Been a pleasure. Who voted Invader Vie off again at the start? E-Rob.
E-Rob, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I gotta have words with him.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's been a pleasure, everyone. Good evening. Bye.
Thank
Great
you,
meeting.
Mr. Where the fuck is that echo coming from? Echo. 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 Jesus Christ, Kirk. Kirk, what the? All right, let me mute him.
Yo, Josh, it was great meeting you, brother.
Yeah, you
I
too.
can't serve him here. Get him out of here.
Wait, oh, sorry.
Get the fuck out of here, Kirk. I can't. Kirk, thank you. All right. Thank you, Josh. Take care, man. Josh, where can you be found on Twitch? Twitch.tv/MethodJosh. Josh, you are a prime candidate for the Rajj. Where can I contact you about that?
Twitter, the same place as this.
I feel bad asking you to come on my show so much, but fuck it.
No, well, okay. If the Rajj is the one where you get me a girlfriend guaranteed, right?
Yes. Well, I mean,
don't feel bad about that.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Josh. Take care, man.
All right, yeah. Bye. Okay,
Ladies
good.
and gentlemen, let's give it up for my co-host, the one, the only, Trainwreckstv, Ape Gang. Thank you, being up for 30 hours, but still came and showed in a big way.
Anything from my boy Raj, dude. You and I go back, Raj. You and I are in the same class of Twitch, dude. Hey,
yes.
There's got to be someone here that people, listen, someone's got to be here to calling this out. You know what I'm saying, dude? Squad W, Incel Kings, Incel Ambassador. Thank you, Raj, for having me on. Great show, beautiful show. You're a sexy man. Can't wait to see you again in real life.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to all the incels in chat. We don't forget about you. Shout out to the gamers that chose gaming life because they were lonely in high school. I vouch for you. And twitter.com/Trainwreckstv, right, Raj?
Hell yeah, twitter.com/Trainwreckstv and also twitter.com/RajjOfficial. My Twitter's getting a lot better. I'm proud of it. Thank you. All right.
Dude, same.
I'm so proud of it. Okay, let's tweet at each other. Okay, all right, bye.
Twitter.com/Trainwreckstv, boys. We're almost to 50,000 followers.
Frog.
And that's it, guys. Thank you, Raj. Later.
Thank you,
Love
Train. Take care. Love you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the conclusion of today's show. It is the Rajj Royale podcast. I appreciate you watching. Please follow me on all my social media accounts, twitter.com/RajjOfficial, discord.gg/Rajj with 2 J's. People are summing up the show and talking about it right now in the lobby chat. We are going to host Destiny because it was requested by Method Josh. The next show, ladies and gentlemen, is the Rajj on Monday. Do not miss it, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My friend Lord Kirk is also doing a power hour on his channel at twitch.tv/Lord_Kirk, okay?
Bye, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care. I love you. Goodbye. Have a wonderful day.
First off, fuck the bitch and the click you claim. Westside when we ride, come on quick with game. You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. We bust some bad boys, bitches fuck for life. Bars, lads, bars, you get me? Straight bars from the hood, you get me? And that's all.